claiming to be a country band. We're not claiming, we're not disowning our fans. We're still, we still play
We still play a lot of the old
our favorite songs from across,
Sure. What is it about Nashville, and not just country music side? Because it seems like I do our new music show on the station, and it seems like every other friggin' band is either from Nashville proper or has moved from.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey. Rafe's not yelling today.
I did. I made a fart sound.
Okay, well.
It's close.
Having some vocal issues?
Yes, I'm saving my voice. I had to yell a lot on a commercial shoot yesterday. So I'm trying to save my smooth, throaty, Conway-Twitty purr for precious moments.
So let's not say, we're not going to say what the commercial was, but it's going to air in a very prime spot.
Yes, a coveted Super Bowl halftime commercial.
Oh, a Super Bowl halftime commercial.
Wow.
Fancy. That'll be 2 years in a row for you.
2 years in a row, and I got 5. I got 3 pre's, a halftime, and a postgame.
Nice.
I've had a busy week.
Man. It's not even going to be about the game anymore. It's going to be about Rafe's commercials.
Well, here's last year, Chiefs were down. Things were looking bleak in the first half. My commercial came on at halftime. They came out after halftime, and everything turned around.
Yeah, that was the Jim Butler Powerhouse commercial.
That's correct.
Okay.
Now, am I the 12th man on the roster? Some would say yes. So
most would say no.
Most
would say no.
99.9% would say no.
Most would say stop it.
But 0.001% me would say yeah.
Is the Chiefs game the late game? No, the early game.
The early games.
Early game Sunday.
Early.
That way, I will either be able to enjoy the late game or not be able to enjoy anything at all.
Do we have it? What time's that start?
2:30, I believe.
2:30. Are they going to play? Okay, so the game's going to start when it's daytime, which I don't like.
Why?
I feel like the AFC NFC Championship game should be played at night. I don't know why. I just feel like that should be a thing.
That's your preference?
That's my preference.
Doesn't bother me.
It bothers me.
I kind of don't like that football's on during the day all season long, and then it's all of a sudden at night in the playoffs. That bothers me.
It's kind of weird that they throw it around like that.
I feel like the night games are more meaningful.
Oh, I'm sorry. 3 p.m., 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
I like football.
Okay, but they're in Baltimore, so it'll be 3 o'clock. So maybe half of the game will be, or maybe at least one of the quarters will be at dusk.
Yeah, it says the broadcast is at 2 Central, but I think the game's at 2:30. I kept reading that it was 2:30 in my.
Either way, I'm looking forward to
reports here.
Lern, are you gonna have people over at your house? Your husband,
yeah,
planning on a big Chiefs blowout.
Of course he is. Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's happening.
The guys coming over?
Last weekend, I made a really cool charcuterie board, and our friends came over with their kids and left at halftime, and that was the party. So, things have changed.
They left at halftime?
Well, they got little babies.
Oh.
So.
Stupid kids
And
ruin
then
everything.
I went to bed. They do.
Stupid kids ruin everything.
Kids. No, they're the best. They're the cutest. They're listening. Little Cal's listening right now. So.
Do you want to start off with a romantic story?
Yes.
A romantic story that's making the rounds, and it happened right here in our fair city.
This is about me and my wife?
No.
I'm having people over for the game.
Are you really?
Yeah, actually, we're doing a big birthday dinner for my daughter.
Okay, so it's family.
Yeah, but it's like perfect because then, they're not going to feel like they have to stay for the game, but if they want to, they will. I'm going to be over there in my Chiefs gear. And
like which daughter? Like how old is she turning?
She is turning, 23.
Is she a football fan? So is it going to be focus on me, not the game?
Oh, no, it's just going to be fun. We're just having like a dinner. I mean, it's a perfect start. If it starts at 2:30, it's going to be great because I'm going to be all kind of stressed out and groove, and then I can kind of calm down and hang out with family. And
right.
Enjoy the dips and the dinner.
Yeah. Football's all about the dips.
Is for me, man.
Love the dips.
Big time.
You going to do a Rotel in Velveeta?
I
think ain't nothing wrong with that, by the way. Let's not crap on that.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So
I'll say I want that, and my wife be like, ew.
No.
You know what? You could ew somewhere else.
It's a staple.
No, we dig that, but you know what? That's become like a holiday thing because that was something that my uncle always brought over, and he put whatever it was, sausage or something. I don't know what he put in there.
You could put sausage. You could put it's so customizable.
Yeah, he has like his thing, and he would bring it 3 hours away. From Shelbina.
In the crock pot.
Yes, in the crock pot, and we heat it up, and it was like our holiday thing. So I try to steer clear of that because it is a special family Christmas.
I remember the first time I had that was here in St. Louis. I think I may have been at Tommy the Boss's house.
Really? Oh, was that for
It was like a Mardi Gras thing. This was a long time ago. A long time ago. When Tommy used to live in Soulard, and he would have people over his house for Mardi Gras.
I'll say, because I think I had that at his place at the Kentucky Derby
he used to have big blowout because his house was in Soulard, like right in the thick of things. So you go to Tommy's house for Mardi Gras, and there were just a row of crock pots.
That's awesome.
Man, a row of crock pots. And I'm going down the line. I go, oh, okay. What do we got here? We got little smokies and barbecue sauce. All right. Okay. All right. Have one of those. Grab me a toothpick, toothpick one of those. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Hopefully they're the ones with little cheddar inside them.
I don't remember this was so long ago. This was 15.
Before they invented cheddar.
Yeah, they didn't have
a nice
cheddar
surprise in the barbecue.
There you go,
little
ooh.
smoky crock pot.
It was a long time ago. And then we get to the crock pot, and there's chips next to it. I go, what do we got here? I open it up. It's just your straight, like, cheese dip.
Mm-hmm.
So I grabbed me a ladle of that, put it in the bowl, and it was one of those I got to sit down moments. Like I had it. Oh my God. And I said, who made this? Who made this? I must have the family recipe. I must have this. All right, well, you know what it is. I bought a giant block of Velveeta and a can of Rotel cheese.
That's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Delicious.
Where is it? Where has this been my entire life?
My friend Claire would make it for every Halloween party we would have, and we would come to expect it. And we're idiots too. We're like, we don't know that it's on the back of the Velveeta packaging and the Rotel can. It's all there.
It's all there.
And she would come in like a hero.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I'm
there's
saying?
Same
Stacy's
for my
famous
uncle.
dip.
Yeah.
Dude, same for my uncle. He did it for years, and I'd always be like, "You bring your dip?" And he's like, "Yep." And
Your famous dip.
He's never gonna correct me. He'd go, "Yep." And then at one point, probably about 6-7 years ago, my wife goes, "That's just Rotel dip or whatever." And I go, "It is? What do you mean?" And she goes, "It's literally on the box. Like people have been making this for decades." I went, "What?"
Talk about my uncle like that.
Yeah. No, but I was like, well, I like it. And it does have like a holiday thing, whether it's Halloween or Christmas or something. You start thinking of that flavor just before the holiday. And that's why I want to just leave it there. Super Bowl needs its own things. I got my own dips there.
Yeah.
I thought it was some magical.
That's a Super Bowl dip to me. That's the perfect Super Bowl dip.
It seems like a dip that can roll out quite often.
You can add, and you were right, you can add I think my uncle put, his take on it was to take a bunch of Italian sausage and cook it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Just little sausage crumbles in there?
That's my uncle does.
Put some sausage crumbles in, make it, then it's theirs. If they add one thing to it, then it becomes this is my secret recipe.
Oh, he adds a few
Chorizo.
things.
Chorizo. That'll work in there too,
salsa
man.
in there.
And it's a
Good call.
meal.
That'd probably be better.
I think he puts paste pecani or whatever.
That's
something
fine,
like
He's
too.
got a bunch of stuff in
Yeah.
there. All I know is it's a meal, and that's why
ain't
I
nice.
say I have to leave it at 1, maybe 2 holidays because I overeat it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. I'm probably
I
packing
thought that
4,000
first time-
calories of that stuff.
I thought that first time, somebody was in a kitchen with the apron on, working all night on this thing.
They chopped up fresh veggies.
Right.
I'd never heard of it. I'd never heard of Rotel. I knew of Velveeta.
What's the best chip for the Rotel dip? The scoop?
Honestly, the Melba toasts, right?
The what?
Oh, the little rye chips?
The little rye chips, though.
Yeah.
But if there's meat
If
in
there's, okay. Yeah, I mean, I would just do a scoop.
it, like a Frito scoop.
You have to have something with some real rigidity to it because my new favorite chip is the
Those little party round Tostitos.
Yeah, those are
break.
good.
Oh, they're great, but they break.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And
But you got to just dip down.
Yeah, you can dip down and just.
Yeah, but I don't like a dip down. I like to
Give me a diving board.
I like to pretend like I'm flying one of those seaplanes to put out wildfires and just scoop up some. Scooping up some of the lake to go drop on a wildfire.
This is my new favorite chip. My father-in-law had.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I've been
dude.
buying it ever since.
Those are
On the
good.
borders.
It's the on the
Man,
border.
That's what we
those
got
are
Are they
now.
thin?
Whoa.
No.
There are
No,
different
they're
types,
perfect
though.
textures.
On the border cafe style
Yeah.
is my favorite. Problem is that would never handle a Rotel.
Shit.
They're a little crumbly, but they are thick, but a little crumbly.
Then you start playing the game of now I've got chips.
That's all we get.
But you have to
Now
get
I'm on the
cafe
borders.
style. Do not make the mistake of getting something else and expecting
No,
cafe
don't
style.
get-
They taste totally different. It's a different salt complexity. It's all
All
different.
right.
Yeah, on
Blue
the border.
corn. Blue
On the
corn's
border.
got some good thickness.
I went to Deerberg's the other day, and Rosalita's over here off of Manchester.
Too thin.
They're too thin, but I love them,
Dude,
man. And I
they're
got their
so
queso.
Too
They
thin.
melt in your
thin.
mouth.
Too
They're like
thin.
a
You're out.
ice wafer.
You could cut your mouth with those.
Oh, yeah. You can shake somebody big time.
Those
paper
do
cut,
taste
but-
You could write the
God, they're so
Declaration of
good.
Independence on those. They're parchment. That's the problem, because then you start playing the game. If you got a thick dip at THICC, you start losing chips, man. You start losing shards, and then you're like, I got to get this chip to get this chip out, and to excavate a chip, and you just start. It's like everybody's going down the well.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you've lost 30 miners.
Shout out to everybody's thick dip.
Thick dip.
Yeah, thick dip.
Another variation of the Rotel and Velveeta dip is somebody cut up White Castle burgers.
Whoa.
What do you mean,
Now
cut 'em
that
up?
is fancy.
It's disgusting.
How is that disgusting?
Why would they cut them up? Just dip the
No, you
slider
just
in.
cut them up and you put them in there.
Oh,
That
like with
seems
the
pretty-
bread or just the burger
Those
patty?
those onion-soaked liver burgers, gross.
But have you put cheese on your White Castle burgers? It's pretty yummy.
I mean, is that what it tastes like? Just take a White Castle burger? It has to, like, overwhelm the dip.
What do the-
No.
what do
This
the
is
farts
good
smell
because-
No,
like after
I had
that?
diarrhea instantly.
This is actually a good combo because
Look,
you have
Rizz
the
brought his diarrhea dip.
Your
you
body
have
can't
the
figure
cheese
out
that
what.
blocks you, and then you have White Castle that loosens everything up.
Yeah,
This is a
Exactly.
great
yeah,
combo.
you're right.
Riz brought his colon
There's-
blow dip that everybody really looks forward to
No.
every Super Bowl.
That's the stool softener. Scott's right.
This is a nice combo.
It's kind of a.
that
No,
dip
your
is
body,
like,
your body does not know what to do with this.
yeah, that should be called, that's Parliament dip. It's like there's just a big argument between the House of Commons and the House of Lords happening in your belly. And you're just like, what does he want from us? Do you want diarrhea or do you not want to poop for 9 days? Make a choice, man.
we want it to
You can't have it
neutralize
both
itself.
ways.
Yes,
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
That's right. Rizz's Parliament dip.
Nah, you're just swinging it way one way and then you're bringing it back to the middle. I think it's a great
you
idea.
get a sack of castles, and you make a giant crock pot full of the Velveeta Rotel dip.
Yeah.
You cut up the White Castles, you throw it in there.
With the bread and everything.
Everything.
And then you never
Castle
leave
dip.
the bathroom for days after
sounds
that.
Or you never
good.
go.
what is wrong with that?
Castle dip. I like it. Rizz's Castle dip.
I'll bet you there's a recipe like that.
Hang on.
Congress dip.
There's got to be.
It's disgusting.
What's crack dip?
That's a sweet dip, isn't it?
That's just so you sprinkle crack into Rotel.
Hey, by the
Yeah,
way,
that's Rotel and crack.
Put a
That's
little
right.
bit of crack cocaine.
hey, who are you, by the way, if you're actually like presenting this? Look at this. I look up like Rotel dip and people present this. Listen, you ain't from Missouri if you're eating this stuff out of a bowl. You have to
Oh,
eat it
you
straight
got
out of the crock pot or
pot.
straight
Yeah.
out of the pan. Like, look at this presentation looks great. Just so you know, mine doesn't look like this. My family's does not look like this. It looks like a total mess, like something exploded inside of a crock pot, and it is nasty looking,
This says
but a hero in the moment. Here's White Castle dip, just a pinch recipes.
Okay.
crack dip. Here also it says is amazing dip for parties or game day. Creamy cheese base, loads of bacon and cheddar seasoned with ranch seasoning.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, I've had that. That's excellent.
Wait, so this is something that's supposed to taste like White Castle, but doesn't involve White Castle.
Oh,
Three-
so that's something that tastes like White Castle, but
3-pound Velveeta type cheese, cream of mushroom soup, onion soup mix, ground beef, browned and drained.
no, I want to know with cut up White Castle in there.
I'm not finding it here, man. You need to patent this.
Hang on.
That's called white trash dip.
Dip with cut up White Castles.
That's what I put in, man.
Spicy White Castle dip? No. I may have just invented something.
Yep, this is something needs to go in the Rizz cookbook.
I may have just invented
I'm adding it to the list.
You're just going to you take the bread off a crave case and just throw all the patties in, chop them up. Is that?
No,
That's
he
your
said
plan?
he said
I-
bread. and
I said
everything.
bread and
The
all,
whole-
but-
the
Yeah, you
whole
threw the
thing.
bread.
What do you mean? Oh,
Why not?
That's
What?
what I'm there for.
You're putting bread into a soggy cheese dip?
Why not?
Yeah.
So you're going to have wet bread
It's
on
already
top
wet.
of...
Oh, wet bread.
Yeah,
is-
White Castle's already wet.
Yeah, wet bread. That's what I'm there for.
Everything's already steamed.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. That's what we need.
I don't know, man.
Lee
That's-
says donkey chips are the best chips of Rotel dip. Donkey chips are good.
Donkey chips.
Donkey.
It's in the red bag, red or green bag. We get the red bag.
Oh, those. Yeah, because they're super thick.
Yeah, those are very good. Very good.
Unsalted, authentic, or the
I usually
salted.
get the authentics. The donkey chips, those are
I'll
good.
take some
and
Blue
thick.
Diamond. That might be dog food.
I think it is.
Blue Diamond dog food.
Or is that Blue Buffalo?
I thought Blue Diamond.
Blue Diamond's almonds.
Corn. I thought they made.
Oh, you're right.
I thought they made corn. Like
Blue Diamond chips.
they got some nice.
Nope. Those are nuts.
Those are nuts. Those are nuts.
Yeah, nuts. Nut chips.
I thought.
Or listen, if we
Black
take the
corn
if we take the
tortillas.
buns off the burgers, that could work too.
I thought that's what you meant.
Like
You just
with the
thought you just want to throw a whole crave
with the
case
pickle
in a
and everything.
crock pot.
I would cut them up.
Oh well, it's still going to be soggy.
I would
man.
quarter each burger, and then throw it in there and just have it all kind of combine.
This is a great dinner. It's like now a health food. It went
Just
from
gotta
being
stock-
very poor health. Now it's really high.
Nobody's
quality.
thinking of health food if
What?
at the Super Bowl or
Well, if you put White Castle in there, it's really like a benefit. That's a blessing.
You guys had these?
That's yummy.
The Sietes?
yeah, those are terrible.
I don't mind them.
We
I think they're great. but
Those
they're
they taste like cardboard.
What are those?
no
They're healthy
If you get the
They're
one
healthy
that
chips.
the
Get the hell out
fresh
of here. My
salsa
wife
with
gets
that?
those.
that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good combo. Fresh salsa.
wife
knows
fresh
goes
her.
salsa. Not good with the cheese.
She's the only
Chips
one
are
that eats
$35.
Say what?
Those chips are $35.
Oh,
Tortillas.
That must be a box, right?
Some of that.
I would think. Anyway, I want to get to this romantic story.
Oh, go. Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah.
I thought we were talking about it with the
With the dips.
dips.
I was excited, yes, but in a not romantic way though.
All right.
So again, this is making the national rounds, and this is a story out of Baldwin, Missouri.
Okay.
Whoa.
Headline: Husband surprises wife with $100,000 scratcher's prize. And this is from the Missouri Lottery website. Again, I read this on a national site, and I go, ooh, St. Louis, man. Oh, okay. So a longtime $100 million cash bonanza scratchers player in St. Louis County won a $100,000 prize on a ticket he decided to go in and buy while driving by Schnucks on Manchester and Baldwin. Trying to think which Schnucks that is.
It's right there by the Walgreens, by the Joanne Fabric and the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Manchester Baldwin. Okay, trying to picture it in my head. This guy says he's been playing that ticket for a while. He goes, this time I'd have a little fun with the purchase. So usually this guy would take the tickets home and let his wife scratch tickets off. This time he decided to just, I guess if you buy one of those scratchers, you can just scan the barcode to see if you won,
Yeah.
That's no fun.
which kind of takes the fun out of it.
Right. Scratchy lotteries are the best.
I'm assuming at some point you get to just you get to where there is no fun unless
No
you
more
win it.
games.
Yeah. Well, I'm done here. I'm done.
Thanks
Well,
for your
usually
money.
if you have
Thanks
a
for your money.
problem.
Here's some money. Thank you for your money. Thank you for your money. Here's some money.
A lot of people are also like the crossword ones. Excuse me. The crossword ones and stuff like that. My grandma's always worried she missed a word or something.
Yeah, but you play the game.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Like that's the fun of the scratchers. You play the game.
You're saying you still scan the ones
Still
that you
scan
were
the
assuming that you
case.
lost?
Yeah.
But you attempt to play the game at least.
Not just scan and move on.
Right. So you have the ability to take the scratcher, and some of these places have the actual scanners there where you can just scan. So the guy will take them off the roll and he just scan them. What fun is that?
I agree.
I think if you just scan it, you got a problem. If you get to the point of just scanning the tickets, right, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Because it's no more fun. It's now I need
Now
to
you're
win
chasing.
some money.
Now you're chasing. Now you're
Exactly.
chasing. So this guy, he scratched off the ticket's barcode, left the play area on this unrevealed. And he scanned it, realized he won $100,000.
What?
Yeah, $100,000. So he didn't jump around. He didn't make a scene. He brought the ticket home, didn't tell his wife, just so she could scratch it, so she could have the feeling
That's
of
so
winning
sweet.
$100,000.
That's
So
awesome.
cool.
Oh my God, damn,
he's
that's
probably-
the sweetest thing I've ever
He's
heard.
probably sweating now, giving to him, going, "Hey, go ahead and scratch
He said he
this.
played it cool, man.
Be very careful.
Yeah, just be very careful though. We never know.
I've got a really good feeling."
What if she's like wanting a divorce, scratches it, and
That's
is like,
exactly what I was
well, I
thinking.
scratched it. I'm taking all this money and I'm leaving.
No, I'm imagining her going, not a winner, and then throwing it out, ripping
Tearing
it
it
up.
up.
yeah.
Because she played wrong.
I was
Here's a
imagining
candle.
him giving her legal He goes, here's a ticket and also legal argument that you are the official owner of this $100,000. And then if she did fly town, he'd feel like a real fool. That's a really cynical way.
Would you like to scratch my ticket? Here, sign this first.
Yeah,
Yes.
sign this, India.
So I decided to trick my wife. I left it unscratched and left it for her. She scratched it off and about broke my neck, grabbing my neck, screaming so hard. So he knew this was the winning ticket, and let her just have the feeling
That's so sweet.
of scratching off and winning $100,000. I thought that was one of the sweetest things I've ever read.
Very cool.
Everybody wants this for Valentine's Day. This experience.
I would love this experience for Valentine's Day. I gotta make this. My wife's birthday's coming up in a week. Man,
You should do this.
Okay.
Go get 20 scratchy lotteries and scan them, and then maybe one will be like $15.
Get her
and
a
let her
fake
have that moment.
That happened to Jeff once. Jeff used to tell the story of another radio personality having fake lotto tickets. And him and Julia, I think, had just gotten married. Maybe they just had the first kid.
Yep.
And it was a $10,000 winner, and the guy didn't tell him for a day.
Oh, man.
Man, that is
passed them out,
hilarious.
and they all scratched them on air. And then
Was Jeff the only one unaware?
I think
It was something
Jeff,
like that.
well, Jeff was the only one that got the fake winner, I think. It was
But
a joke on Jeff. for
Called
sure.
Julia and went,
Oh, babe.
the tide's a turn. Everything's going to be all right.
Things are looking up.
Everything's going to be all right.
Immediately went and bought a motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, it was not like it was life-changing money for a new couple with a baby.
Yeah.
Well, heck.
Oh, yeah.
10,
was a
15
long
grand and go,
days.
man, it's all right. Everything's going to be cool.
That's funny.
I mean, it's not we're on easy street, and then come to find out, I think the guy said, turn the ticket over. And I was like, this is a novelty item. He's like, but I told my wife. Okay, joke's on you. I thought that was a nice little story.
Yeah, it's really cute. That's
Cute.
cool.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the couple. I know, again, it's a ball win. It's a ball win story.
They're going to have a heck of a Valentine's Day.
Yeah, how do you find out if we're kin?
So something nice from the area, something not so nice. Got some details on that hostage situation from yesterday. Did you read all about it?
I didn't. I saw that they got the guy in custody.
Yeah. What a
Out
mess.
on a stretcher, right? They
What a
pulled
mess.
him out. Yeah.
So yesterday while we were on the air, we were watching kind of this thing unfold downtown at the Drury. There was a hostage situation. Man arrested Wednesday evening after holding a woman hostage for almost 12 hours.
And her kids, right?
43-year-old guy also held two kids, a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. They were hostages for about an hour at the beginning of the standoff before letting them go. So he eventually surrendered to the police. So this started just after 5 a.m. inside a room at the Drury Plaza Hotel on 4th and Market, right next to the Gateway Arch. Mm-hmm. Okay, so one of the kids, so I'm assuming the 8-year-old, called the cops and said, "Hey, we're locked in the bathroom. This guy is fighting with my mom."
Terrifying.
Whoa. Good on the 8-year-old, man.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's either the 6 or 8-year-old. I don't know. I'm
Doesn't
assuming
matter.
it's 8-year-old.
Good on the kid, man. There's a lot of people that get so paralyzed by fear they wouldn't do that as an adult.
So the kids are in the bathroom. The guy is fighting with the mom out in the room. The guy eventually got the phone from the kid, told police, "I got a gun." Nearby hotel rooms are evacuated. He let the kids go about an hour and 15 minutes later. Police remain on the scene for hours negotiating with the man. Officers, including from the FBI, cordoned off the area. There were snipers. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. SWAT team. Hostage negotiators got the woman free just after 3:30. The guy surrendered to police about an hour later. He was taken out on a stretcher, taken to a hospital for a psychological evaluation. Police said they're not giving much detail on the guy. Police say all four of the people live in the St. Louis area. Channel 5 says the guy has a history of violence, including a carjacking in St. Louis County a couple years ago. They had called his relatives to come help with the negotiations. But they're not releasing any other detail about the guy.
I was curious if they were going to gas him out, like if they could get one of those gasser things in there and gas.
I mean, it's
unfortunately, both of them.
It's not a house.
Right. It's a hotel.
It's a hotel, so I'm sure that's a bit of a different. Now they use robots. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
see, now they use robots to go in for these, these standoffs. They'll have a robot go right through the front door and either deliver like a gas canister or whatever negotiating tactic they try to use. But thank God it wound up being a happy ending.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
happy's not the word, but an ending without anybody.
Not tragic.
Not tragic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, that's going to be the scenario that they'll first use those robots. I don't know if you saw those the thing yesterday. I forget which company. It's not Boston Dynamics, but it's one of those that's doing all the robot stuff and all the AI, And dude, the robot that they just came out with.
Oh.
That they're like teaching to run, like they're figuring out the mechanics of the
we
human
saw
run.
this yesterday.
Right.
And they, God dang, man, it is Terminator. Like it looks. I mean, I don't know if they're doing that on purpose, but it looks just like Terminator.
It's a humanoid.
Yeah. So
Man.
imagine, you're doing something stupid, and you're in a house, you're all barred up, and you're negotiating with police, and all of a sudden, bam, the door goes down, and the Terminator's there. Goes, hey, you should come outside. I mean, that's going to be the first perfect use for those types of robots because they are terrifying looking, and man, I can imagine that'd be a heck of a weapon for a police department to use.
People say this guy had PTSD. Listen, it wound up being not a tragic ending.
Right.
And he's at a hospital for a psych evaluation. I don't know, charges or anything. But again, they brought the guy's family in to negotiate. But these robots are using now to do these hostage negotiations or, if there's a standoff. They look like little tanks with like a battering ram. Or at least some of them do, the ones I saw. They'll go right through the front door.
Yeah, they're like early JAN.25 looking guys.
And we're there, guys.
It seems like gas would be a risky maneuver if someone had a weapon because it's not instantaneous. If they had intentions and gas starts coming under the door, it's like,
Yeah, you don't want to egg them on.
yeah, it's a risk.
Yeah, it's definitely a risk. Yeah, that's not a job for me. You have to have a special kind of mindset to be a hostage
Sure.
negotiator.
For sure.
And it's interesting the approaches that all these companies are taking. One's taking an approach where the humanoid stuff, I mean, it looks just like the Terminator. The next one's taking like the Sonny from iRobot. So like the one that like Tesla's invested in and all that,
Yeah.
they're trying to make it look like that real sleek white, almost like an Apple robot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then there's others that are doing animals, and there's one that's like a tarantula.
Yeah, I don't
So-
like those.
Yeah. So there's either a tarantula knocking down your door or
Or a dog-looking
Arnold.
one.
Yeah.
Or Arnold, yeah.
Would
At
you
least
rather
this Tesla one's kind of hot.
Would you rather it look nice? Because the Tesla one looks like I could probably beat him and knock him down. But the other one, do you want him to be terrifying?
No, I want ones that look like, when Skynet becomes aware.
The Tesla
Terminator.
ones look like Westworld,
Yeah.
like the drones
Right,
on
yeah,
Westworld.
yeah.
Broad shoulders.
Yeah.
Right on.
Speaking of hotels, and we had told Rafe, we'd stay at a hotel in between, over Saturday into Sunday into Monday because of the ice
That's
storm.
romantic.
Rafe used the coffee maker, gross.
I didn't drink it. Told you that.
Yeah, but you had intentions to drink it. Did you sip it?
Maybe.
You drank it. You put your lips and to whatever coffee cup it was, and the liquid.
Stayed in the suite.
The liquid that came out of the coffee
Only
maker.
civilized people can stay in a dreary suite.
He's right.
I'm safe.
And you said, it's fine. It's a Drury suite. Everything's all good. And you've used, have we all used the iron at a hotel?
Probably.
I don't know.
Well, let me ruin that for you.
PP.
What are people putting it on their ass or something?
What can one do
No,
with an iron?
Putting it on their ass.
I don't know. What's gonna?
It's
what do
some
you-
kind of kinky, burn fetish.
Yeah. Ooh.
The next time you're at a hotel and you need to use the iron, oh man, my shirt's wrinkled. You might want to give the iron an inspection first. So a guy who runs a travel blog called God Save the Point says you should always give the iron in the hotel room a good once over, especially if it's a cheap place that doesn't have in-room microwaves. Can anybody tell me why?
Oh,
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheeses.
No.
People are reheating pizza.
That's brilliant, dude.
Yes.
I'm not gonna try that.
That doesn't bother me at
I'm
all.
gonna think about trying that.
It is designed for pizza. You're right.
I'm saying ooh because they're eating the pizza where people have like gotten their shirt dandruff
but
all over the
wash that
iron.
off. Like you could wash the metal off.
I don't know, man.
Yo, that's pretty.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty innovative. Good
It's
for
because more people than you think use those irons to heat up leftover pizza. And
more people than I think is one.
And it makes sense. He says it's a popular hack among pilots.
That is awesome.
So pilots who have to stay overnight, or they put them up in a cheap hotel or any hotel, will use the iron to heat up pizza.
If I could remember that I have pizza in the fridge in the morning, because I told you I donate so much food to hotels because I can never remember. I always go, oh look, I got a nice wrap. I'm only gonna eat half of it tonight. I'll eat the rest of it for breakfast tomorrow before I go to the airport. Always forget it, always. But if I remember next time, if I remember that there's pizza in there,
you may try it. And this guy makes a point to say that be careful, even more careful, if your hotel is near an airport. Because chances are a pilot has stayed in your room and has used your iron that you're going to put to iron your white shirt because you have a wedding to go to. He has used that iron to heat up pizza.
hey man, your iron is my hot plate.
This is one of those things I'm just shocked it's not more common knowledge.
Yeah, dude.
How did I miss
How
this?
have I not seen this viral video in 2001?
I don't know. It says at least if you need it, just at least take a good look at it before you use it on your nice white shirt.
Man, you might get lucky and find a pizza on it.
Or at least test it on one of the hotel towels first. At least there's no leftover pizza grease.
I mean, a public iron, you're kind of used to wiping it down anyway. You know what I mean? I mean, you would wipe that down anyway. With something, even if it's just with the rag.
I mean, the rare times that I've used it, I think I've just put water in it and just done it.
I think I'm like the toilet seat. I just love to sit down and see if it's clean or not. You know?
The only
You don't
time
check first.
Yeah, but you
just
got the
sit
little
right
holes. You got the little holes
Yeah, I
in the
didn't think
iron.
about that.
And then you get grease up there.
Probably the only time I've done it is on like a vacation or something, where you go into like a nice dinner. Maybe you brought one shirt for the nice dinner out with the wife.
Right, and now you got grease on it.
But you're supposed to do you put your clothes in the bathroom when you take a shower. That way it
Oh, the steam?
steam hits it. Yeah. And that's the trick.
I'm just trying to think of when I would have used an iron. I mean, a hot plate.
But man, this is a neat idea.
It's brilliant. I love it.
Good job, pilots.
Somebody just sent us a recipe for spicy White Castle dip.
Cool.
We may have to try this.
Man.
Here we go. 10 White Castle sliders. 9 ounces of hot pepper jack cheese, chunked.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
3 packets of White Castle Dusseldorf mustard. I don't know what that is, but fine. 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese. 2/3 cup of milk. 1/2 onion, finely chopped. 2 tablespoons parsley flakes. Mix cream cheese and mustard together. Spread it on the bottom of a large, shallow serving dish. Spread onions evenly on top of mixture. Put burgers in food processor until blended and spread evenly over onions. I don't want to know what that looks like.
Delicious.
White Castle burgers in a blender.
That's
Well, if you
awesome.
see a picture of it, it looks pretty good.
Hey, we're leaving the pickles and things on there, right?
Oh, yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Cut cheese into chunks, add milk and melt in microwave for 1 to 2 minutes. Stir until creamy. Pour cheese mixture over slider. Spread parsley flakes on top. Heat for 3 to 4 minutes on high in microwave for 20 minutes in the oven. Serve with a large bag of tortilla chips.
Hey,
You
everybody.
tell me you're not going to have that?
Everybody
that's
says that this mustard is pretty good. It has like a unique zesty kick.
It's the White Castle mustard.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and it's
I'd pass away.
you can use it in dips, spreads, marinades. It's a particular mustard that adds a zesty kick to any dish.
You pass away because you're like, I can't taste anything better than this. That's it. It's over.
No, dude,
Reached it.
the onions would destroy.
Oh, you're not an onion guy.
I love them.
Yeah, but they kill you.
They would
kill you.
They would destroy me, especially White Castle, dude. Like you can say no onions at White Castle, and they're like, well, we cooked this on a pyramid of onions, so you're still getting onions. Whether
Yeah.
you're getting the juices or you're getting the straight diced. They're everywhere.
Yeah, you can't get away from them.
It's like sand on a beach in White Castle. I think
can't
the
get away
White
from it.
Castle is made of onions. I think the white's what makes them white. It's just onions stacked into concrete.
Yeah. Brent saying, who knew pilots ate so much pizza? Apparently, they're the ones leading to the high average pizza slices consumed per year.
What goes good with booze?
I got a buddy who's a pilot, and he flies private planes, and so when he's on an assignment, he flies out of either Spirit or somewhere, and then goes to wherever his client has to go, and then he's got to stay there. He's got to stay there for however long. Could be a day, or could be 2 days. And he's just put up in a hotel.
Eating pizza, ironing pizza.
Eating takeout, ironing pizzas. I got to ask him about this hack.
Yeah, you should.
He's ironing pizzas, and then he's, basically, hey, we're ready to go back, and he's on call.
The Iron Chef.
But so on the pizza tip, is Friday pizza night for your family?
Yes, because it's movie night for our family. We do a family Friday movie night.
We just have it anytime
with pizza.
We're dinks. We double income.
No kids.
No kids. So pizza nights every night.
Yeah, but even as a kid, did you have pizza night? At our house, it was pizza night was Friday night.
No,
either Friday or Saturday.
We never had pizza night at our house. Growing up, you mean?
Growing up, yeah.
Growing up, I think I had pizza at our house like twice.
You never had a night that was specifically for pizza?
No. First of all, we've never had anything. My parents have never had anything delivered ever.
Really?
Ever.
We didn't deliver. My dad would go pick it up.
My dad would go pick it up, and oh man, I'm telling you, it was like maybe a rare sleepover night or something. Maybe somebody was over, and you're like, "Hey, can we get pizza?" And like, "Oh yeah, I guess so." Your dad will go pick it up. Twice. I'm gonna say twice.
In your childhood.
Yeah. Yeah, that's safe to say.
Wow.
It just wasn't that kind of house,
Did you have pizza night at your house?
No. Not really. I mean, I kind of remember an occasional, maybe a Bigfoot that snuck its way in on somebody won a scratcher or something.
But there was no set
No.
I look at pizza night at my growing up with my single mom household. No. It was was mom hungover, had a rough day at work, then it's pizza night. And it will be delivered because Jill can't take it.
Now my surrogate parents, it was awesome. A lot of pizza nights.
What do you mean your surrogate parents?
Well, I stay at my best friend's house a lot. It was kind of my safe haven, and I would stay there weekend there. And his mom hated cooking, so she would just bring home 3 Pizza Hut pizzas, 2 liters, and a bunch of breadsticks, and we just lived on it for the 2 days.
Yeah, for us it was on a Friday night. Your father's on his way home. He's picking up pizza on the way. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yes. What about at your house? Was there a Friday night pizza?
We
night?
didn't have a dedicated night. We had pizza quite a bit. We lived really close to a Little Caesars, so that was a benefit. And then, but in Shelbina, whenever we have Christmas, our tradition forever has been on Christmas night we get Casey's Pizza.
Christmas night.
Yeah, that's the one kind of set in stone kind of pizza night.
Was there another pizza place in Shelbina? I don't
There was they had a Pizza Hut that used to roll in on a trailer. Well, and then it became a permanent location for 3 months and closed.
So if tomorrow night is pizza night in your house, you are in line with the rest of America. The average American, Pizza Hut's annual pizza report is out, guys, and this is very important that we break this down. So this is Pizza Hut's annual pizza report. They found that Friday is the most popular day of the week to order pizza. I get it. Work week is done. You don't want to cook? Let's pick up a pie on the way home.
Exactly, yeah. Still a work day. You're done making dinner for the week.
Good.
Oh, pizza. Let's just do pizza.
So the average person has pizza 3 times a month. 3 times a month, the average person has pizza and eats a total of 8 slices.
Yeah, I'm average.
Thin crust is now our favorite type of pizza.
Yes.
Love it.
Stuffed crust is next, and then your thick crust. Where would you put New York style? Is that your thin crust?
It's in between. It's a hand toss, isn't it? In New York style, kind of hand toss.
That's the Lion's Choice shoestring argument. The fries, it's in between. You can make an argument for both sides.
I mean, you got your bar pie, your bar pie is your thin crust pizza. Mm-hmm. That's almost St. Louis style.
Right.
St. Louis style is a bar pie pizza with Provel on it. Mm-hmm. Right? Am I wrong by saying that?
No.
It's a what style?
A bar pie. Oh, thin crust.
I've never heard that
squares.
before. Is that what you call them on the East Coast? A bar pie?
Yeah, we do thin crust
So that was kind of
like
a standard.
very thin cracker type crust.
Really? So that was a standard before St. Louis style was a thing?
I mean, I think the St. Louis style is a bar style pizza with Provel on it.
Yeah, but what came first?
Probably the bar style pizza.
Interesting. I never thought about
I
that.
think.
Never knew
I don't
that.
know. I'm not a pizza historian.
I don't know, man. New York style is so, I don't know, just kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
And I think an argument can be made for both sides.
I think it's just pizza.
Yeah. It's
Just a big slice
yeah.
of pizza. I've
There's
never
thick crust,
really. Yeah.
There's thin crust and there's pizza.
Yeah.
So what's pizza?
The New York stuff.
Did your dad bring home New York style pizza because you lived there, or did you get like the franchise pizza? Like
No, we had a place that we went to, like a.
So you didn't get like Domino's or Pizza Hut?
No,
Or
we
anything?
never had that. We never got that at our house. Never.
I was telling you guys earlier while we're on the subject of pizza and nostalgia. I saved this. Small Texas town brings back iconic Pizza Hut dining room of many childhoods.
Now, we did have a Pizza Hut.
Did you go?
I can maybe count on my one hand how many times we went as a family.
Like after a baseball game or something, right?
Something.
Like Little League was over and some of the team is going to Pizza Hut. That's where I found myself.
I mean, as a family, like the four of us.
Right.
Growing up, my brother, myself, my mom and dad. I did like the pan pizza.
Yeah.
And I remember going to the Pizza Hut, sitting in a booth. I remember a salad bar.
Mm-hmm.
With the ham cubes.
I think the stat is Pizza Hut for a until kale got very in and popular.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza Hut was the #1 buyer of kale because they would line the salad bars with it.
Yeah. It was a
That was
decoration.
all. It was decoration. Nobody thought it. Maybe one day somebody ate it and we're like, okay, this is probably healthy.
Well, that's what this Pizza Hut's back, bro. Moon brought up a good point earlier when we were talking about it in the coffee room. He said that, like the way we used to have 50s style diners, now we have like 80s.
Yeah, we're just around
Somebody
the corner.
remembers, because it's old school, the Pizza Hut chandeliers that look like they're made out of stained glass, the checkered cloth that's got like the pan pizzas on a buffet, a heated buffet.
A lot of wood. I see
Ton
the
of
Pizza
wood.
Hut by our house was not a pizza buffet. It was the all you could eat salad bar.
It's everything.
And then they brought the pizza out to you in the pan, hot, and they had like a wrench.
To get it out.
Like pliers. They never remember that? It was like because the pan was so friggin'
it's so
hot.
hot. They're holding it with
With like grips. It was
vice
like
grips.
Vice grips.
Here you go.
Here it is.
Here, the pan's hot.
This thing was in a 700-degree oven. Kids, don't touch it.
Apparently this Pizza Hut in Texas is printing money, dude. It's in a town of 6,000 people. It said it's the nicest restaurant in the town.
Well, okay, there's that part of it.
And people are driving from all over.
It was back in the 80s, too.
People our age are feeling the nostalgia and want to go.
Sometimes
I would go. I would take my kids.
Me too.
Sometimes in those small towns, I forget which one it was. It wasn't Shelbina, but it was something when we were out in the country, and the cousin or the uncle was like, "Let's go to Pizza Hut." I thought it was like, "Oh, okay, cool. We got one of those in Crestwood." And then you go, and they're like, everybody was there.
Yeah.
It was like the nice restaurant of the small town. So they're just bringing back exactly what it was in the 80s.
Yeah,
It
because
was a
people
nice
our
place in the
age,
small
people in their
town.
40s are like, oh, man, I remember. I'm going to bring my kids.
Yeah, there's a KFC in Monroe City that has the buffet on, I don't know what, I know Sunday for sure. And after church, you would go and it would just be packed with everyone you know in there eating it.
Yeah, that's the nice restaurant.
As if it's nice, yeah.
Well, and it felt like you were taking your family out to dinner. Like they created the illusion. And you're really just
Pizza and a
you're
salad.
just eating pizza.
Yeah.
But it created the illusion of like, I took my family out to a nice dinner because it's dark. There's candles on the tables. Remember they had the little candles and the little crushed red pepper and the tablecloths and everything's kind of dark. They got ambiance music playing.
Yeah.
But it's just, you just eating pizza, dude.
See, but I wonder how sustainable that is. I'm sure it's very popular now.
Yeah. I don't know.
But then it's going to wear off. And then
In
it's going to go.
in a small
There's
town.
a reason why these aren't around anymore because they're okay.
A small town, though, that can crush it. Imagine if one of those opened I mean, there's nobody left in Shelbina, but like, those types of towns, they would crush, dude.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut on Gravois is the only one that still has the buffet, says David.
We still have one?
Apparently.
Very cool.
All right.
Apparently, but I was at my mom's house over the over the Christmas break. I drove past where the Pizza Hut used to be, and it just
Vacant.
Still got the sloped roof. It's something else now. I think it's a furniture store, but it's still got the roof that looked like it was.
Looked like a hat.
Yeah, but they just repainted it, and
Really?
it looks like something else now.
It was just that giant all brim all the way around.
Yeah. It was red, but now it's blue or something like that. It's a furniture store. They sell chandeliers. I don't know. But yeah, so Friday night's pizza night. Okay, so growing up, there were no dips for your pizza. Again, this is the thing I kind of learned about after moving here, that people would dip their pizza in stuff.
Right. Yeah, I never did that as a kid. Like ranch and hot sauce all came later in life.
I could imagine asking for ranch when the pizza came and my mom or dad going, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
Do you think
disgusting?
Papa John's brought that into our?
With the garlic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
what is the most popular dip for pizza?
Does marinara count?
Yeah,
It's got to be ranch.
That's
at
got
this
to be
point.
marinara.
it's ranch.
These
Ranch?
last 10 years, ranch is just
The most popular thing to
taking
dip
everybody.
your pizza in is ranch, followed closely by that garlic sauce.
Papa
Hot
John's.
sauce is a distant third. I don't even see marinara on the list.
I love hot sauce.
wow.
Frank's.
Yeah, hot sauce on pizza with a little honey. Yummy.
So good.
All right, so the most popular type of pizza is New York style. New York style is the most popular type of pizza, followed by Chicago style. Only 3 states prefer something else: Detroit style in Michigan, St. Louis style in Missouri, and people in California supposedly prefer California style pizza, which is like non-traditional toppings like avocado or arugula, I guess.
Yeah.
Like weird stuff.
Is that what the California Pizza Kitchen? Does that count as their style? Because they have some
yeah.
weird stuff.
I
on
love
theirs.
California Pizza
Yeah, that
Kitchen.
place is yummy.
One just closed.
All right.
It better not be the airport one.
They got one with
That's where
red
they're the
onions on
best
it.
at.
That's really good.
Every time I go to West County Mall with my mom, we go there.
I think maybe that one closed.
Really?
What?
Look it up. I don't want. Hey,
What?
My apologies to CPK. If I'm
I
wrong,
would have gotten a notice. I feel like
look
I'm
that
on
up.
the email
I
list.
want to say that one closed.
The one over here in Olive is still looks like it's still going strong.
We were just there like a month ago.
Starting to come around on like all sorts of things on pizza. The red onions and all that. Like, dang, man. It's so good.
Have you had truffle yet on there? That's a fancy.
I'm not sure.
You get little truffle slices on the pizza. It's pretty dang.
Look at this.
tasty.
Just on the map over St. Louis, I put in Pizza Hut. Oh, are there this many locations still going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yeah, but that may be
So
not.
was it
They may,
coming in?
those may be just the takeout.
12, 13, 14.
Because
Look
it's
at the
one of those-
X's for dine-in. No dine-in. No dine-in.
Oh, I see. Okay, so there's one on Olive, and that has dine-in?
Maybe. No dine-in. 90% of them are not dine-ins.
It is weird how Pizza Hut used to be everywhere, and now I couldn't even tell you where one is.
It was the Galleria, thank God.
Oh, Galleria. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna go there.
Although the Galleria is still
It
a
was
thriving
just
mall.
there.
Oh, no.
You okay?
The Galleria is still a thriving mall, I guess.
Yeah.
Couldn't sustain the CPK.
Yeah.
Is it?
Galleria?
Mall's doing
Oh,
okay?
dude, that place is packed.
Yeah.
Galleria and West County Mall still doing
forever
it.
since I've been
They're
Still
there.
doing
like
it.
Last time I was there, it was not looking good.
All right, what is the most frequently ordered topping?
Oh, pepperoni.
Pepperoni's still the king. Pep is still the king. But what's something that should never be allowed on pizza?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Yeah, I agree.
Never allowed on pizza? You don't like pepperoni?
Salt.
I can't.
dude, I
I
love
can't get it.
pepperoni.
I can't get it. I can't figure it out.
No,
It
I've
throws me
I always loved it. How it can sit on a shelf. It's kind of like Velveeta cheese, where magically it sits on a
Well,
shelf
it's all
for
the nitrates.
half a year and it's fine.
I like the pepperoni, and you guys know what I'm going to be talking about here. The pepperoni, like the real stuff, that when you put it in the hot ass oven, it kind of curls up into a cup.
off. Ew.
And there's like the grease in the middle of it.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's the Pizza Hut one.
Ew.
Those are the best. What?
Grease pool. It just seems
No,
so cheap
stop.
and nasty.
No.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about. That's the good stuff.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the good grease.
I like
just
going to
remi-
Pizza Hut, and they have these like 8-foot pizzas, and it's a mostly vegan pizza place. So here we go, and their vegan peps are really good, and they do the curl up thing with the grease ball.
Oh,
Here we
man.
come.
Those things
Yeah,
just
let's
remind
hear
me of the what are those little poppet things where you like
Shrinky dinks.
you put it inside out, put it inside out, put it on the table,
Yeah,
and
no,
wait
I know.
a few
but the-
seconds, boop.
No, but the real good pepperoni, like it gets like it curls up into a little bowl, a little grease bowl.
Yeah, grease bowl.
And then it's got the charred edges.
You ever put a paper towel over your pizza?
Never. Get the hell out of here.
It's just too
My mom taught me that
overpowering, man.
trick.
I can't enjoy the pizza
dab.
because once you hit a pepperoni, you just go, okay, there it is.
Oh, that's all.
I don't want that.
That's all with it.
No, it's an IED inside
No, it's
of my
part
pizza.
of the. It's part of the experience.
It's an IED.
Yeah, it just ruins it, man.
It's part of it. Then don't get pepperoni.
I don't.
It's good. I'm glad we got options.
Dude, and the worst part is like a pizza where they bury the pepperoni and it's under the cheese, and I'm like, oh, cool. Somebody left a cheese slice, and I'll go for that. And then I
Who
go,
buries
oh,
the pepperoni?
Maybe it's emos or somebody.
There are.
Yeah,
there
there's
are,
brains in
it. Yeah,
that's a literal landmine at that point.
Who's
Oh,
burying
dude, totally.
pepperoni?
I'm
Chicago
telling you,
pizza style.
I'm
They
telling-
put the sauce on top.
Yeah, they put it under the cheese, and dude, like I thought this was a cheese pizza. You have betrayed me. Pepperoni.
You've cheapened the pizza.
For me, you've rewarded me. It's all perspective.
Yeah, but when you get Chicago style, you know what you're getting into. Like you know it's cheese on top, toppings on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sauce on top.
Yeah, Chicago pepperoni
Sauce
style
on top.
pizza. Basically, I don't think that.
Although
think,
people in
I
Chicago,
wouldn't feed that to my dog
Chicago style.
with pepperoni on it. I mean, yuck. It sounds so gross. It's just, ugh.
It's like
Too
little
much-
ringworms on your pizza.
Get
You know
out
what
of
I'm
here!
talking about?
No.
Yummy.
Dude, somebody in the chat said, look up dragon scale pizza. Have you seen the?
Dragon scale.
No.
I mean, imagine in your mind
Artichoke?
why they would call it dragon scale, and we're talking about pepperoni, dude. This is the ultimate pepperoni pizza. Pull this up.
This will make you sick to your stomach.
If you hate pepperoni, you don't want to get this,
Ugh.
dude.
Oh yeah, that's
That
what I'm
is-
talking about. Yeah, but that's
The
an
images, bruh.
that's an overload of pepperoni.
Look at that one.
Oh my
wait.
god! It looks like a bouquet of pepper.
Look at that thing, dude. That's like a charcuterie
That's on. There are
board on
places
top
that'll
of
take a
pizza.
handful and throw it on and
That's
throw it in a hot
exactly
ass
what it
oven.
is. Charcuterie board on top of a pizza. This is so. This is too
That's
much.
nuts.
And you know
Look
what?
at all the cups. dude.
This-
Oh, gross.
So whenever you guys order pepperoni pizza, or when pizza is ordered, and I open the box and I see pepperoni, this is what I see.
This could be, you know, in those fancy parties in the movies when there's always like a stack of champagne flutes and there's a fountain and they're all filling up.
Yeah.
You could do that with this with grease.
Okay. Well,
As a kid, too,
just
what-
every inch of that pizza is covered with pepperoni.
Every inch.
That's too
and,
much.
And this is what I see because I was always trying to be the agreeable kid. So like when people would go, "Oh, we're having a party. What kind of pizza you guys want?" And every stinking kid I ever knew would go pepperoni. And I go, "Oh, it's cool. I can pick it off." You know, this is what I see.
There's too.
Just-
I mean, listen, that's too much for me.
I'll be honest, I don't think there's a. I don't know if there's any other than onions because I can't eat them, but I don't even have. I'm not even opposed to the taste of onions, so I won't even take that off the table. I just can't have it. I don't know if there is a bad pizza topping.
Well, people were polled. Okay, and pineapple's not on here.
Yeah, that's the go-to. That's the.
Top answers were fish, beets, blueberries, plums, and kiwi.
All right, I stand corrected. There are bad pizza. I didn't know those were.
I don't like sweet pizzas.
What about breakfast pizza? What if you put
Yeah.
a kiwi on a breakfast pizza?
I want savory pizzas.
I've
You
had
got like a
some of them.
dessert pizza. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I've
different
had
on
that
that.
before.
I have to know that it's coming though.
Yeah,
I like
you
a
can't be
cookie
surprised.
cake.
What is this kiwi on here?
If you're gonna make a
can't be,
dessert pizza, just make a
Is this kiwi and black olives?
What's the place that you make your pizza, you bring it home, and you put it in the oven?
Papa Murphy's.
Papa Murphy's.
Yeah, what a scam.
Yeah, well, you could do the work for us and give us a ton
I
of
don't
money.
love it.
What a scam.
I don't
dude.
love it.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a pizza that'll cost you a lot of money, and you might go home and burn it. Congratulations.
You did it.
Here's some dough and a bunch of junk for you to take home and do all the work anyway.
And we're gonna put saran wrap. We're gonna saran wrap this thing.
And it is expensive.
Yeah, I'm just shocked. Yeah, that's a weird model that worked somehow. I don't get it. But
Their dessert pizza's not bad.
yeah, I worked at Cece's Pizza. That was my first gig I ever had as a human, and they would always come up with new dessert pizzas. And I mean, it would just be crushed up Snicker bars on pizza or whatever. I don't know. They just always had weird
Yeah,
stuff.
I think of the Papa Murphy's. It was like marshmallows and like chocolate, and
Caramel. And
it was all right.
you guys make homemade pizza at home?
Yeah,
Me too. Love it.
I got.
I like to make it
need
out.
A new stone.
You can get those pizza kits and like the the tomato
Lunchables. That's right.
Yeah, the Lunchables. Hey, don't sleep on those Lunchables,
Gross.
dude. I still get those from time to time.
You know, we used to make as kids bagel pizzas, and then they became
Oh, dude, pizza bagels, man.
yeah, and then they became like pretty big. There's like a company that like started crushing those. They sold them in the freezer section, but we used to do those.
Those
at
are-
home.
That's
we,
my
we'd make
Bagel
our own.
bites?
I haven't
my
had
friends
that.
call my kids pizza bagels
Literally.
because they're Italians and Jewish people.
That's awesome.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening.
Dude, pizza bagels?
Pizza at supper time. With
You got
pizza's
sauce?
on a bagel.
I remember days you'd come home, you go, all right, there's bagels, there's sauce, and there's cheese.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is time.
It's time.
It's time. And then they started making the miniature ones. You seen the miniature
Yeah,
ones?
those were good.
Yeah, those are all right.
Yeah.
But I like
Bite
the
size.
Burn
the
your
big
mouth off.
bagel.
What brand? It's the red box.
Bagel bites.
Yeah, Bagel Bites.
Bagel bites.
And my girlfriend, she is mom, and she had like shipped her kids off somewhere. She goes, I'm having myself like my 90s night. She like poured herself a bottle of Prosecco and heated up a whole thing of Bagel Bites, ate the whole damn thing like it was 91 all over again.
Bagel Bites.
Bagel bites. Look at these things. Do you remember these things? Oh man,
I wonder what they
tasted-
taste like.
Oh, they taste.
We
hold
got
up.
those at my house
They're
sometimes.
like the Chef Boyardee of.
So good.
It holds up.
But if you
Yeah,
overcook them,
They do. They hold up. It is what it is.
Yeah, right.
They
You know
get
what
so
you're getting.
hard if you screw
Are
them
they
up.
made by
Though.
Orida? Is that what it is up in the corner?
Yeah, I think the Orida company bought them out.
The Tater Group.
Yeah, listen, I'm not expecting 5 stars gourmet pizza.
No.
Yeah, but you do them yourself. I'm telling you, you do them yourself. You pick your ingredients. You really get a better bagel, a better cheese.
Oh yeah, man, it's great.
And it's stupefying.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
when the
air
cheese
fryer.
and when the cheese goes down into the hole.
Just enough, and then solidifies.
Yeah. Oh man.
We've done it right.
Yep.
I feel like bagel bites were usurped by pizza rolls. There was a coup. There was a late '90s coup of
Growing
bagel
up-
bites.
Growing up, if I was at a sleepover and a buddy had either one, I was happy.
Yeah, I just feel like if you looked in the average American fridge, pizza rolls are king.
Well, yeah, because it would come in a bag with like 500.
Maybe that was it. Maybe they were like, we're going to go quantity over quality. I don't know how they did it, but pizza rolls came for the king, and they did not miss. They took
No,
bagel
because
bites out.
bagel bites, you can only fit so many in the box.
Yeah.
You get a bag of Totino's pizza rolls.
Yeah.
How many are in a Costco bag?
Well, here's
500.
listen, man. Totino's knows who you are. They know what we are. They don't even put a seal on the 40 count bag. Did you know that?
Dude, you can
They know you're not. You're going to eat the whole bag.
the Costco
You're
Totino's
not
pizza roll
opening
bag.
it up, having 15 and putting it back in. Like you're just dumping that whole bag on a plate.
On the tray.
Rizz.
How
And
many?
you
do,
had time to put them in the oven, but you didn't.
how many do you
Gotta-
think are in this thing?
You gonna microwave them?
Everybody, yeah, because we want them in our face as fast
No,
as we can.
I've never microwaved them. I put them in the toaster
Really?
oven.
Oh no, I had
Toaster
to have
oven.
them immediately. This is
Yeah.
a Southern Illinois thing. Get them in my mouth,
Get
even
'em
if they're
in
like
there.
half
Toaster oven,
frozen
I'll
still,
wait.
right?
Yeah. Or they're so hot that they are like the surface of the sun, and you squirt hot pizza juice on
No,
the roof of
I
your
like
mouth,
'em-
and you wait exactly 1.5 seconds before you try again.
I don't like them soft. Because if you microwave them, they come out soft.
I like them soft.
Tell you where they're good. I had a Fry Daddy for a while. I had to get rid of it. I was going to have diabetes fast.
Well, the fried daddy just had the grease in it all the time, right?
Yeah,
the oil
dude,
in it all the
grease
time.
in it all the time. You drop a 40 count of pizza rolls in there and flash fry them for about 30 seconds, and they were
Oh man,
chef's kiss, amazing. Egg rolls.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen,
Basically anything out of your
deep
freezer.
fry
If you just
anything,
dumped
of
it in
course.
there. It was amazing.
how many do you think come in the Costco Tostino's pizza roll bag?
2,000.
250.
I'm gonna go 200,
160.
160.
Wow.
Hey, Rizz, I have some good news, though.
Which is
they
a
have
lot.
cauliflower pizza bites, or rolls.
Why would I ever buy those?
Because you may like them.
Yeah, you
it's
might
just
like
food. It's food is food.
I don't eat pizza rolls all the time. If I'm going to have them, why would I go to something I may not like?
You know, when we start torturing each other later this year, I think if you
What?
need a punishment, it's going to be you got to go vegan for like a solid month. We're going to just ruin your whole
Will
life.
Never happen.
Man.
The
160,
punishment, you got to do it.
160 rolls in this thing, and it's a box. It comes with 2 bags.
That does sound good.
Man, my son, he will eat 160 in a sitting.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
He's a growing boy.
I would it looked like a pyramid of Giza on a plate, and I would just shove it in the microwave, put in completely random amount of time on the timer, whatever
I
I,
think this
felt.
is right.
However I felt like I wouldn't look at the bag to see how long they were supposed to be in there. I'd be like, seems like 2.5 minutes will get the job done, and then I would eat my way through Egypt. and love and they would be from scalding hot to ice cold in the middle, and I didn't care. I didn't make any kind of adjustments. I just plowed through. It's amazing.
To be back there with you in Southern Illinois.
Your first pizza roll, dude. That's that experience you'll never have again. The first time you just like squirted that hot on your uvula, and it was like, like
Glad I'm wearing a white
it burns so
shirt.
good.
Right under your uvula. Just one more thing on pizza. Following a successful test at select locations in Dallas and Cleveland back in 2003, last year in July, Pizza Hut announced the nationwide launch of a new hot honey pizza and hot honey wings.
Is this the
starting on February 1st?
Mike's Hot Honey or whatever? Remember, because they signed up with not Popeyes. What was the chicken place that I tried?
Lee's.
Yeah. So there's a Mike's Hot Honey.
I don't think this is Mike's Hot Honey. Hot Honey's, very popular now.
It's very hot right now.
Hot Honey's so hot right now. So the Hot Honey pizza features your choice of crust, topped with sauce, cheese, pepperoni. They drizzle the sauce, infused with red habaneros and a touch of honey. So that'll start on February 1st. When was the last time you were on a pizza? Not a Pizza Hut, a Burger King, by the way. This is the last thing before we go to break.
When they released the Impossible Whopper. And
Did you actually go in, or did somebody bring it back for you? When was the last time anybody's been at
I did the
a
drive-thru
Burger King?
right down here.
I was in, when they did the Impossible, there's one by over there in Overland. I went into that place.
You went inside?
Yeah.
So how long ago was that? That was 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
So, yeah.
Maybe 4 years ago.
I may never have been in one in St. Louis.
I want a Burger King employee to reach out and tell me this is true or not.
Okay.
Because apparently employees at Burger King are required to offer every customer a crown, regardless of age, regardless of what's ordered. They also have to say, "You rule."
Oh. Yeah, that didn't happen last time I was there.
And how long ago was that?
It was probably 10 years ago.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's
this is
new?
That's their Chick-fil-A My Pleasure.
apparently this has been in place since 2022.
Okay.
This rule.
That's awesome.
So you have to, regardless of age or what's ordered, offer the customer a crown and say you rule.
You bang.
You bang. This is reportedly an effort to boost the scores of franchises after the company announced that it's offering expansion opportunities to the highest scoring franchisees.
Okay.
So if a guy who's like, my age, 45 years old, no kids in the car, the employee's got to say to me, "Do you want a crown?"
Yes.
And you have to smile. And then you have to say, "You rule."
I like this.
And the CEO of a Burger King's biggest franchisee says it forces that extra 2 minutes of engagement with the customer.
Sure.
They say You Rule is more than just a marketing campaign. It impacts every guest touch point, including the in-restaurant experience, where we encourage team members to spread the joy that You Rule embodies every chance they get, whether that be greeting guests in person or thanking them in the drive-thru. You Rule is all about outwardly appreciating everyday royalty. That's what they said.
I like it.
So I don't know if that's true or not. But God, how demeaning. How demeaning to an employee.
What do you mean?
Really? I think it's fun.
I'd have fun with it.
If I go in there with my Rizz face, I clearly don't want a crown.
But you maybe need one.
But think about
Maybe
you.
I do need one.
Maybe.
Think about you
exactly
being a
why.
kid when you're working at, let's say you worked at Burger King and you saw that guy come up, you would definitely offer him a crown even if you're not supposed to, wouldn't you?
Sir,
Just 'cause it's funny.
Sir, it looks like
Oh,
you
yeah.
need a crown.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If anybody needs
Smile.
It's probably me.
it, it's you.
It's probably
King Rizzuto.
it's a
Queen.
king's crown.
That's
It's Burger
right.
King.
You turn it down.
It's Dairy Queen. It's Burger King.
Yeah, I'm blown away. You've never been to a Dairy Queen. That's a whole nother conversation.
Somebody was very upset on the. They said, "How can I be the arbiter of taste if I've never been to a Dairy Queen?"
It's a good argument.
I know what it tastes like.
Do you, though?
I already know what it tastes like.
You don't know what a blizzard's all about.
I've probably had a blizzard. I'm sure somebody's brought me back one.
You need a fresh blizzard.
I know what it tastes like.
What about what are the different,
It's ice
Star
cream.
bars?
Oh, yeah.
You don't
The
know
dilly.
what the food
The dilly
tastes like,
bar.
though.
I know what it tastes like.
No, you don't.
You've never
I bet you it will blow your mind.
It tastes like every other fast food
We need to
thing.
go there.
doesn't.
We went to the buffet last year. This year we're going to Dairy Queen.
They do charcoal. Their burgers are charcoal burgers. They do not taste like regular. I'm gonna take you.
So
to
if
Dairy
I had a Dairy Queen burger and a flame broiled Whopper from Burger King,
They're different.
different.
Yep,
So does a Dairy Queen burger taste more like a backyard barbecue?
it does.
Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smokier.
Really?
Should we do this in the next few weeks? Go over there, swing by a Dairy Queen, and all us have lunch?
Hey, if you guys want to go for lunch one day,
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll pay.
This will be fun.
All right.
You're not eating meat.
There's other things that I can eat. There's salads. I'm going to have ice cream the whole time. I'm going to eat ice cream.
Yeah, you get the dilly bars, man. You're fine.
Yeah. Don't you worry about what I'm doing, okay? You have your charcoal.
I don't want to be
charbroiled
eating and you're
burger.
like looking at me. Like,
They got a
ugh.
fish sandwich, don't they?
Yeah, they got fish sandwich.
Yeah.
Again,
You
dilly
getting
bars
fish at
for
Dairy
days.
Queen?
Do they really?
I don't know.
I didn't know that.
I might have
Probably
made
for
that
Lent. That's coming up, right?
I don't think
It is coming
I don't
up.
think Dairy Queen bows to anybody or any holiday.
Well, neither do I.
Except for they have cakes.
Okay.
I'm sure I know what a blizzard. Like, I'm sure I've had a blizzard before. It tastes. It tastes. It's ice cream.
Don't act like you've had it, because if you had, you'd been going back all this time. It's so delicious.
Yeah.
Wild Alaskan fish sandwich,
Perfect.
See?
limited time only.
Coming for Lent, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wish it was tamed Alaskan. That'd be.
Stop it.
Didn't
All
know
right.
that.
All right, Team Rizz Remember the Day is brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Rizz. And St. Louis is home for Blues hockey. From St. Louis, Lauren Scholmeyer is our Lauren has never missed a show, and the Rizz Show always makes her day better by providing her with hilarious entertainment every morning. She loves that the memory of Jeff is still kept alive within the show, the additions of both Lern and Rafe, and how each member's unique personality shines through every show. Loves the daily banter at the beginning. Match up with the Moon. Loves that. And she always keeps that Jeff Burton sticker on her car, so he's always with her. That's very sweet.
That is sweet.
Lauren Scholmeyer from St. Louis is our Team Rizz Remember the Day. Get super sweet Team Rizz Remember the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, people of the chat room, we need you. The Craigslist Freak of the Week is next. And we have 3 brand new ads for you. It's Thursday. So Lern's going to read the ads for us. You guys will name the ads. Moon will be monitoring the chat. Rafe will be monitoring the instant feedback, so you could always send us an instant feedback message with a name suggestion on that. But the Craigslist Freak of the Week is right after the break. 7:13 Thursday. First look at the traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. It's time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. We got 2 lanes blocked due to a crash, 270 northbound, just after the 55 exits. And speaking of 55, we have delays 55 northbound between 255 and Revis Barracks. Average speed down to about 30 miles an hour. Your point forecast, dense fog, then rain. High of 47. Right now it's 39 at the Point Studio.
All right, backstage at Point Fest, and for the first time playing our fantastic festival, a rock and roll band that we have come to like quite a bit in the last 6 to 9 months. Gentlemen, it's great to see you from Badflower. Welcome to St. Louis and welcome to Point Fest. It's
Thank
great
you
to have
very
you
much.
here.
It's great to
Thank
be
you.
here.
So I want
Talking into the fart mics.
talking into the fart mics, absolutely. The first thing that I just want to like kind of cut straight to it. The song "Promise Me" we're playing right now,
Oh, cool,
and I
good.
love it.
Thank you.
Like I absolutely love it. When
I've
we
been
play
waiting
it,
or
I-
procrastinating, and that's fine. I'm a procrastinator a lot of times as well. But now is the perfect opportunity to take care of whatever tree services you needed on your property, residential or commercial. River City Tree Service is there for you. River City Tree Service. Why is it a perfect time? Because they're offering you 10% off. 10% off all tree services. So maybe you needed that stump ground down 2 years ago. Well, get it handled, 10% off. Tree removal, tree trimming, storm damage. You don't want to call them for storm damage, but you may have to. But maybe you can prevent that by getting some tree trimming because there's a tree that's over your bedroom or over your roof. Heaven forbid something happens like an ice storm or the weather gets weird here and brings those fragile branches down on your house. Get it taken care of, especially right now. 10% off. River City Tree Service is offering 10% off all tree service. And they're the best. ISA certified, based right here in Baldwin, but they serve all the surrounding counties, St. Louis, St. Charles, the Illinois side, all of it. River City Tree Service is there for you with all things trees. Tree service. Guys, write down the number. Write down the website, 314-270-8071, rivercitytreeservice.com.
And it's Rizz. We are backstage at Point Fest, and say hi to POD. Hello, fellas.
Hello.
What's up? I can hear him right now saying hello. Welcome back to St. Louis. Welcome back to Point Fest.
Yeah.
Great to
be St. Louis.
St. Louis, indeed.
In the house.
You like it here?
Oh, yeah. We've been coming here for many, many, many years.
Any?
I want to say a few decades. Yeah. It's been a while. For sure.
Any memories, special memories of St. Louis?
It is, but it's not a good one. We actually went to we were touring in a van back in the day, and we went to the movie theater by the train station. And it was like the only movie theater on the planet that's ever ran out of popcorn.
Really? I don't even think they had popcorn.
They didn't have popcorn.
They didn't have popcorn. Like,
and we were like,
this
is how St. Louis does it? No popcorn? What's up with that?
Our radio station used to be down by that movie theater, by the train station, and somebody got axed to death in front of that theater.
Axed to death?
See what I'm saying? Like, there's no good memories right there. You know what I mean?
And popcorn, axed to death.
Popcorn, no popcorn, and axed to death. I think there actually is something a connection there.
Yeah.
But that theater right now is still empty. I think it's been empty for 15 years now.
Venue? Come on.
Wow.
I think
you know what the downfall of that theater was?
No popcorn.
No popcorn.
I think the poster for Dr. Dolittle 2 is still hanging.
What a trip.
in that movie theater.
But all in all, you know what I mean? We've been coming to St. Louis for a long time. You know, Pops, we always play Pops.
Oh, Pops is great. Well, we love having you here. Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time for POD doing your guys' thing. How have you survived all this time?
Wow. And if your resolution is to be more, confident, self-care and building your confidence in 2024, it's important. Parkrest Plastic Surgery is here to help you. It's their mission at Parkrest, which is right down the street from us, to provide the highest level of care to help you achieve your cosmetic goals with natural-looking results. You look good, you feel good, it's good for your health. Everyone at Parkrest, from the surgeons to the nurse injectors, they're all focused on giving you the best care with the least invasive techniques. If your desired result can be achieved by less invasive means, then that is what they're going to recommend. Their focus over at Parkrest is to build your confidence by helping you achieve your goals with the most natural-looking results possible. Whether it be a mommy makeover or, lip injections, Botox, facelift, they got you over there. They offer, just a wide range of stuff. Like if you're looking to minimize fat in hard-to-target areas, they offer everything from injectable LipoDissolve or Kybella for those small pockets of fat, to Cool Sculpting Elite for the pinchable areas of fat, to Smart Lipo, which is an in-office procedure under local anesthesia. They also do the traditional liposuction. Go for a consultation. Meet with Dr. McGuire. Meet with Dr. Kaplan. People from around the world come here to Creve Coeur to go to Parkrest Plastic Surgery. ParkrestPlasticSurgery.com, ParkrestPlasticSurgery.com.
Hey, it's Jeff Britton backstage at the pageant, and Nick and Peanut from 311 gracing us with their presence yet again. Thank you guys for taking the time. Appreciate it. St. Louis absolutely freaking loves you guys.
Yeah, how fast did this sell out? It sold out really
super fast.
Yeah.
Super fast.
We're stoked.
And,
we heard about that.
Yeah, so thank you for coming in, man. I was looking up, especially you, Nick, before you guys came up here, 49 turning 50 in 2020. You guys have been doing this forever, and I'm the same way. I'm 52. Just a quick story that nobody cares about. First time I ever saw you guys was like 91 in Springfield, Missouri. Blacktop of a parking lot of a place called the Regency Showcase, under a tent. No, you remember that?
Yeah, what was that band we always used to play with there?
It wasn't Big Drill Car, but something Royale.
Slugworth,
Well,
maybe?
Slugworth was like a Springfield band, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. You guys remember that stuff.
Legendary.
And so I started
Legendary, dusty
legendary.
memories.
I started in radio in Springfield down there in '87, something like that. So I'm one of the relics, and I'm the guy that loves radio, and I'm the guy that has struggled through everything, and now I'm doing okay. You guys went from doing parking lots to arenas to amphitheaters like the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater to selling out places like this real quickly. Do you guys remember the struggle, and is it cool to know where you are right now because of that struggle?
Yeah, I mean, we put in the legwork. You know, we always wanted to be more of a grassroots thing that wasn't a media creation, but just having a direct relationship with our fans, building it up through touring. And, you know, we weren't embraced by the industry at first, which I guess was a blessing in hindsight, because now we have a really good foundation from touring, and so we don't have a lot of ups and downs. But yeah, those were great times. You know, as we're going into our 30th year here,
Crazy.
You know, we've got on June 10th will be the 30-year anniversary of our very first show, which was in Omaha, opening for Fugazi. So we're planning a bunch of special things to commemorate 30 years together.
Anything that you can tell us about now, or do you want to keep it under wraps until a later date?
Well, the only thing that has been announced is that the 311 day is now expanding to 3 days in Vegas. So come join us.
Yeah, and there's a lot of information about 311 Day every year on Twitter and social media and stuff, and especially you, Peanut, a great follow on Twitter, at least. I love the stuff that you retweet, because I find things that are in your brain that I would never know without social media.
It's weird, right? Like we're if it's one big mind, it's fun having conversations with everybody, and then we all spit it out and we all kind of relate in one way or the other. You know, if it's direct or not. But
Imagine
yeah, it's so much fun.
Flying first class, renting a premium car, staying in an upscale hotel, eating meals in incredible restaurants. That's what it's like when you rent a Class A motorhome from Byerly RV, or you own one from Byerly RV. But you get to save a ton of money. So my wife and I did the research. We actually read an article as well that really compared renting or buying an RV compared to flying and doing travel in different ways. And holy smokes, does it save a ton of money. And we're going to save a ton of money because we're using the rental program over at Byerly RV for our big spring break vacation. We're going to save something like $4,000 or $5,000. And it's a full adventure. The kids are more excited about the RV than they are about the destination. It's going to be amazing. Byerly RV is remarkable. And if you've been there, but you haven't been recently, you got to go check out everything that you already know that they provide. Just incredible sales and service and parts. But their storage, their rental service, and their new service bays are incredible. They completed a construction at the end of 2023. They are the center of the RV world for so many different reasons, but this new 16-bay service facility is second to none. State-of-the-art, absolutely amazing. 88,000 square foot indoor climate-controlled storage building and a new outdoor storage lot on the property. Talk to them about all things RV. Byerly RV is the center of the RV world. Tell them Moon sent you. Check them out online at byerlyrv.com.
Program phone number 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow at 1057thepoint.com. Instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. So I think we should get right to it.
Let's do it.
Craig's Freak of the Week, and here we are with 3 brand new ads for you. So Lern will read the ads. You guys in the chat room, you will name the ads. Also send your instant feedback over. Again, through the 1057 The Point mobile app. We'll get the proper name, and we'll move on to the next ad. Once Lern is done reading the third and final ad, voting will officially be open on the Rizz Show Twitter page at RIZZ Show, and you'll vote for your favorite freak. One of these ads will move on to the year-end Freak of the Year tournament. Any questions, comments, concerns? All right, let's see. We go to Montreal, we go to Mexico, and we go to London. So all over this week. All right, Lern, whenever you're ready, Craig's Freak of the Week. It's ad number 1.
Well, buckle up. Triple X Files, Man for Anyone. 40 years old, Montreal. I want an alien gangbang. Not like an illegal alien gangbang, but like a group of extraterrestrials. Close encounters of the third kind, ultimate experience. More specifically, aliens known as Zeta Reticulans, the Roswell Greys, or more commonly, just the Greys. Looking for a fully immersive roleplay experience where a group of no fewer than 3 aliens show up at the foot of my bed while I'm sleeping and have their way with me in a seduction abduction. I have up to 5 movie quality costumes ranging from medium to XL, 2 larges and 2 double XLs. So all I need are some willing otherworldly freaks that will fully commit to the alien play. I would like to be poked, prodded, ogled, explored, and ravaged by your long, bony fingers and feel the haunting gaze of a deep, dark, black eye in the corner of my room, joeing while I get probed by the others. I cannot emphasize enough how turned on I am by this experience. But no BSing around. You have to take your alien roles seriously. No corny alien jibber-jabber from G-rated films. I want scary, guttural clicks and blood-curdling shrieks as you lay waste to my loins and cover me in ooze.
Oh.
Wow. After you have humiliated and destroyed me sexually, I want you to cast me aside like a specimen, unworthy of collecting, and skitter off into the night, leaving me to pick up the pieces of my shattered being. It turns me on almost as much to look in the mirror and bask in the underglow of my own destruction and degradation at the whims of my alien masters. The complete role play is of utmost importance, but you can't skitter too far away. I don't know you that well, and the costumes are very expensive. I will set up some refreshments in my garage, grape Fanta and Milano cookies, a favorite of the Greys. So you can skitter there and disrobe while I finish the storyline alone. It doesn't matter if your human form is a man or a woman, aliens are non-binary, serious inquiries only, no tourists.
All right.
All right.
My God.
There is our first ad. Right out of the gate, Triple X Files. So this is a role-playing scenario where
Scully's going to get it.
a
Right.
movie quality costume.
Totally gonna get it.
A movie quality costume for you to put on, and then
Several movie quality.
abduct him, probe him, prod him. You know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Subduction, abduction is very good alliteration.
Yeah.
Or rhyming.
Hey, don't run away too far because I need that costume back. I don't
Yep.
know you well.
Movie grade costume.
Get her off, but not too far.
What's a zeta
Not off the
reticulum?
property.
I have no clue. What is that?
I don't know. I'm assuming that's the
I'd have to look that up.
Zeta reticulans.
formal. Is that the?
The Roswell Greys.
Because aren't there different types of aliens? There's greens and grays, and I guarantee somebody out
Okay,
there knows.
Zeta Reticulans, Roswell Greys are purported extraterrestrial beings. They're the ones
Almond eyes.
with the almond eyes.
Yeah.
Ooh, so they're venomous?
You can have a nut allergy.
They do look like an almond head.
Because they're
They're the ones with the big, giant head, gray, the almond
these are the
black
little
eyes.
ones. These are tiny
Quintessential.
guys.
basically like the one from American Dad.
Humanoid with a small and frail body, sometimes appearing as tall, gray skin, large forehead, almond-shaped black eyes, small nose, lips, and ears. That's a Zeta Reticulan or a Roswell Gray. Okay.
I can't wait for you to read some of these, Moon.
It is a creative day.
All right, let's go. Let's get some
People's
names.
creative juices are flowing. Okay, so let's see. He-T instead of E.T.
Not bad.
Bruno Martian. Martian Sheen. Impalian. Now let's see. Uzi Osborne. Prodney King. Kinky Encounters of the Third Kind. Jeff Probed. Dennis Prodman. And then we also have Garia 51, which made me laugh. That was real early.
Is that a name, though? I mean,
Garia 51.
Garia.
is
It's great.
hilarious.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I thought
Rafe,
that
what do you
was pretty
think?
That's pretty funny, man. I'm trying to look through here to see if there's any.
Joe Luke Picard.
I like Dennis Prodman's fine.
That's
good. Martian Lawrence.
Area 69, Grey's Anatomy.
Barack Probama. Can't say Probama.
Hey, someone put Area 51.
I like Dennis Prodman.
I do too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go with that one.
Dennis Prodman.
He-T is good, too. but
Tommy
then-
Lee Joe,
They're all great.
Jeff Probst.
Dennis Prodman. Okay, let's go with that one. Yeah,
Dennis
well done.
Prodman.
Well done, chat room. Well done. Okay, on to ad number 2. Lern coming at you.
Human pincushion, woman for woman, 30, Mexico City, Mexico. Look, ladies, where the hell are you? I've been looking all over this city for someone to treat me like a human pincushion. Sharp pins going through and into my skin is a huge turn on for me. The first time I saw the movie Hellraiser, I about slid out of my seat. Something about the hell priest in that movie has stuck with me all of these years. Ha ha. I've been into pinning for a while, and I'm now ready to get it on with another human. The BDSM culture is very exciting to me, and I love to serve. Having a woman pin me to the ground with her feet and then prick me with hundreds of little pins, it's going to be amazing. I'm so horny right now thinking about the woman reading this ad. My hope is to look like a kitchen bulletin board by the time you are done with me. Want to go next level? Pin a grocery list to me, or better yet, some bills that are overdue. Thumbtacks, push pins, quilt pins, needles, whatever you can. Even pin the tail on my ass. I have all the tools that we're going to need. Don't worry about blood or any bodily messes that occur. The cleanup is the next best thing. I can show you a clean Hep C test. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Okay. There was our second ad. A woman looking for another woman. So woman for woman out of Mexico City.
Kitchen bulletin board is what she wants to look like.
I can imagine it. I'm imagining an overdue electric bill pinned to this woman's ass. Just a giant red stamp that says overdue.
Overdue.
And there it is. Yes, I'm glad she could show us a clean Hep C test. That's important because safety always first. That's what Scott always says.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Because I was like not into this till I saw that. Then I'm like, oh, now it's safe.
This is something you could do. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we got any names for this freak?
Oh, many. Panona Ryder.
Okay.
Let's see.
Pinana Rider.
Yeah, let's see. Bobby Pin. Penny Lane. Pinny. Pricky Lake.
Pricky Lake.
Pinna Fisher. Pinnifer Lopez.
All right, I like
Penny
Pricky
Marshall, Ann Stapleton, Penelope Cruz, a lot of pins. Pierced Morgan.
I like Penny. What was it?
There's
Pricky Glazer.
Pinna Fisher. Pinnifer Lopez.
Pokey
Penny
Lafarge.
McCarthy.
Oh man, what do you like, Lern?
I like Penny McCarthy. I like Penny Lane.
Penny Lane.
Penny Lane.
All right, Penny Lane. Pinny. Penny Lane. Okay. And finally, our third. And here we go, Lern. Coming at you.
Orgy in the works, man for everyone, 23 years old, London. Trying to get an orgy off the ground, needs some help. I plan on charging a small fee to get in next Saturday at my downtown flat. This could be a money-making thing if you decide to partner up with me. Looking for the following: 10 little people, at least 3 lactating women, 10 queen-sized mattresses, 20 kilos of unsalted butter, access to adult party favors, 10 kilos of personal lubricant, 10 boxes of, is it Jaffa cakes?
Okay.
5 cases of bottled water, 1 case of Flavor Aid, 2 cases of Durex rubbers, 45 hand towels, and as many paper towel rolls as you can find. Do I need security? 20 people have already replied yes to my Facebook orgy invite, crossing my fingers for at least 50 when this is all said and done. If you have any ideas on themes or anything I'm missing, please reply. Trying to make this a quarterly event. Any advice is helpful. Thanks, Andy.
Boy, this sounds like a great time.
And I just looked up those Jaffa
Yes,
cakes.
Rizz.
Those are delicious.
Are they like sponge cakes? Like, what's up with that?
They're biscuit and jelly covered chocolate.
I like that that's what we're focusing on.
Sounds
10
good.
little people, 3 lactating women, and 20 kilos of unsalted butter.
In a pear tree.
I feel like this is a guy that knows what he wants.
Yeah.
So if you have looking for the following. Now, do the little people count as an orgy attendee? What are the little people going to do?
I assume.
I was doing the math statistically that only 20 people have replied going to this Facebook orgy, and 10 of them are little people and 3 are lactating women. The odds of that are slim.
Yeah.
So that means he's got some work to do to get it to where he wants it to get, unless those are prearranged.
Well, he's looking for the following, so I'm assuming those people, he'd like for them to be there.
Yeah,
Right.
he's still trying to locate.
Still trying to get. What are 10 kilos in pounds?
Ooh, let's see.
40 pounds? Just quick math. 10
22.
It
kilos.
is 22.
Oh, 22, okay. Okay, why do you need 44 pounds of butter?
We're gonna fry them up.
So 20 kilos is about 44 pounds. So 44 pounds of butter and 20 pounds of lube.
45 hand towels.
You're right.
Hey, if you've orgied before, you know hand towels are very
Come in
important.
handy.
Yes, so. It's like the golf towel.
Very, very important.
You gotta carry it with you
like
everywhere.
a golf towel. You got to clean your balls off after.
There's a hook on it. Great.
You have to clean your balls off after every hole.
That's probably what it's for.
Hand towel for what?
You have to clean your, like when you golf, like you got to clean your ball after every hole.
Yeah. You need one of those ball washers where you crank it. You just dunk them in and crank it, and those little brushes clean them for you. That saves a lot. It's good for the environment.
Wow.
All right, names for this guy.
Okay, we got Bradley Grouper. We got Curious Orge. We got, let's see,
Curious Orge.
Orge Harrison.
Orge Jefferson.
There's Salter White. And then Group Alumpa instead of Oopa Loompa.
Dude, Curious Orge.
Is
I
the
mean,
one.
unless there's something on the instant feedback.
Because he is
that's better than
curious.
that. Yeah.
And it is an orge.
Yeah, but it also is a, there's, they're making food, and this is an entire ingredients list. Group Alumpa. It's a little,
solid.
Are we
little
sure
bit of
we're
a-
making food?
well, I'm just saying there's salt and there's all sorts of things. And
No, I mean,
listen,
this just wants unsalted butter. So I'm assuming
Someone said Kilo Ren.
I'm assuming the butter's for the orgy.
yeah, you're probably right. Curious Orge it is then.
Alternative
Pancakes.
lube.
Curious Orge.
Oh, boy.
What a week
This
here.
is a neat week.
This feels like
Okay.
a finals week.
All right, so we've got the 3 ads, and now you guys vote. You guys vote for your favorite ad. We have Dennis Prodman.
Dennis Prodman is, oh my gosh, this guy just wants some alien everything. He wants not like illegal immigrant gangbang, but a group of extraterrestrials gangbang, because he wants to be poked, prodded, ogled, explored, and ravaged by your long bony fingers and your haunting gaze of deep, dark black eyes in the corner of his room.
Yeah, this is legit. Like, I got costumes. We're really going to play this out.
Oh, yeah.
But a very specific type of alien.
Okay, then we got the Roswell Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got Penny Lane.
This is a gal looking for a gal because she wants to be a human pincushion. So make her look like the, pin the grocery list on her. Or better yet, some bills that are overdue. By the way, clean Hep C test, just in case that was a
Noted.
concern.
Noted.
Treat her like a paranoid detective and put red yarn from pin to pin all over her body.
All right, then you just heard from Curious Orge. All right, Lern. I'm going to go to you first.
I'm going Curious Orge just because I like the attention to detail, and I am curious about this. And I've never been to an orgy, and this gave me more insight. And is it freaky? Yeah. Like the grocery list here is freaky. So I Curious Orge all the way. Yeah.
I appreciate what this guy's doing here, and yes, it's freaky to want to organize an orgy, especially with these things. But as far as I feel like this guy's a bit too organized to be freaky. In my head.
Yeah.
You think this is like
I agree.
It's like an orgy and a
Stint?
potluck dinner, but he's just,
Feels a little
airheads
buttoned
type.
up.
Yeah.
Like it feels a little too
So that's not
buttoned
more
up for an
scary?
orgy. Like,
are you guys
great.
out of your damn minds right
well,
now?
it just seems like he's just very like a Facebook invite. Just seems very like it just seems
It's
very
proper.
formal. It's a very formal orgy.
Yeah.
He's wanting to put sticks of butter up people.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
we
don't
don't
know
know
what the
that.
butter's
That
for.
might
I
be-
didn't say that. That could be a pancake social afterwards.
Half of this stuff might be something he's just trying to fill in for some other sort of thing. Maybe he's just like, I'm going to be making
Sometimes
a lot
I'm
of cookies
like,
this weekend.
I
I'll have
almo-
somebody bring me butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of me wonders if this is a guy who's just like read up on orgies and he's like, if I throw these certain items out, maybe it'll attract the orgy crowd.
Dude, maybe this is code, and we're all just fools.
Maybe.
We don't know
That's
that stuff.
what I'm saying. I don't know. So it's hard to detect the level of freakiness because it's so vague.
Well, when he says adult party favors, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Ecstasy.
I mean, or that or, drugs.
That's what I mean.
I've been sifting
Could
through
be
these ads
cocaine.
for 10 years, and every other one has some sort of coding that I don't know.
Couldn't that be sex toys too, though? Adult
Could
party
be.
favors.
Could be. I'm not in the orgy world.
He does want flavor aids.
Flavor Aid is like, isn't that like Gatorade? That's like
It's like a packet.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what they
singular-
used at
singular
Jonestown, by the way.
flavor.
Not Kool-Aid, but Flavor Aid. Oh man, to me, I think the human pincushion. I mean,
Me
it's
too,
a
dude.
woman. It's
That's
a woman
me.
and a woman.
Penny Lane.
Woman looking for a woman.
And I don't know, man. That's a lot of stabbing. Bring all your bills and I mean, ew, no, not a
Yeah,
fan.
pin me to the ground with your feet, then prick me with hundreds of little pins. All right, you going with that one too?
Yeah, Penny Lane gets my vote.
Scott?
Yeah, it's between the what is it? The first one.
Dennis
Dennis
Rodman?
Rodman.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman and Penny, but I think I'm going to go Penny just because. I mean, I know she had a clean test, which tends to be pretty nice, but I think she's definitely the freak of the week there.
I think it's a dark horse too. I don't think we're backing the winner here.
Rafe Gray's kind of weird too.
This is a tough one.
I think Dennis Prodman's going to win.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
I could see Dennis.
There's a lot of
winning.
stuff going on in Dennis Prodman. Just like the freakiness of wanting to be pretty much ravaged sexually by little gray aliens while another alien watches, and then be tossed aside as a worthless specimen. There's like a humiliation factor, and then a lot of time and planning and very serious about it.
But I feel like it's almost like a short story being written.
Yeah, it's very freaky.
Like almost like a penthouse letter. Like, this is not going to happen, but this is what I want.
Yeah. Which I'm like curious, like what would it if it does happen? Like what surprises he'll be in store for of what the actual play out feels and looks like versus what he's seeing in his mind. It's tough. I guess I'll go. What was the pin one?
Penny Lane.
Penny Lane, probably. But just by a hair, just by a fraction of a pinhead, if you will.
All right. Well, there you go. There are the three ads: Dennis Prodman, Penny Lane, and Curious Orge.
It's so good.
I think it's going to be close. I
think so
he
too.
wins just because of the
I
name.
think so too. All right. I want you guys to vote via Twitter at RIZZ Show, and we will have the winner when we sign on tomorrow morning. If you missed any of the ads being read, make sure you hit up the podcast later on when we post that. All right, we'll take a break, but before we hit the break, you remember, it was earlier this month, we had a list of predictions about 2024 made 100 years ago from people in 1924.
Yeah, and some of it was eerily close.
Now more of them are making the rounds. I thought I'd read the list, the new list, and these are legit predictions of what 2024 is going to be like from people in 1924. Some were serious predictions and fairly spot on. Some were not good. Before Crop on Celebrities, after the break, we'll get into the list. All right, 7:43 Thursday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in those NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. We got delays 270 southbound between Dorset and Olive. Those seem to be easing a little bit. And then there's severe delays 270 eastbound between 255 and 64. Average speed 25 miles an hour. Your point forecast today, dense fog, then rain. High of 47. Right now it's 39.
All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
Your week.
I got turn on the wrong microphone.
That's
My
okay.
bad. That's my fault.
Your weekly serving of the Diamond Dave sermon. Corey Taylor gives an update on his mental state. Coachella sucks now, apparently. Your moment of zen is back, and buckle up, NASCAR fans. It's coming on full speed.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your Crab on Celebrity. Stay there.
All right, so the lead-off interview for Point Fest 2019, my guy Claudio from Coheed and Cambria. How you doing, man? Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
You know, I believe the last time that you were here, and I so wish that I could have talked to you while that it was happening. Coheed was playing a show at the pageant, and oh my gosh, the hubbub about your hair was on that day, man. Like it was so fascinating to watch some of your fans completely lose their minds about that. And I'm curious from your perspective because, you know, I mean, I know that the music is so important and everything that goes involved in this is such a big deal. And the hair thing to me seems like it would be something that you would be a little uncomfortable with as far as like the direct attention of it all. How do you take it? Do you just think it's kind of a goof and move on with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
For a new Toyota, and you want to go somewhere where you're going to feel at ease, the buying process of that vehicle that you want. You know, you're going to get everything up front. You're going to know all the details of what it's going to take to buy that car. Is there inventory? You know, how is financing? Maybe you've never bought a car before in your life. And hey, there's no shame in that. I bought my first vehicle from Munganast Acura. And I got to tell you, man, I'm going to be a Munganast customer for the rest of my life. Just the way that they take care of their client base. Everybody who comes through, whether you're buying a pre-owned vehicle or a brand new vehicle, Alton Toyota is going to treat you the exact same way. Munganast, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota in Alton, Illinois. You go there, they're going to treat you like family. And that is something that's important to me, whether I'm bringing my car in for service, which their service department is excellent, and they have your comfort at the top of mind. You know what? If you need a rental, maybe something's going on with your car, they're going to have you taken care of, which honestly is kind of unheard of right now in the car business. A lot of people don't have rentals for you to take for like a week, but Alton Toyota does. So if you're looking for a new Toyota vehicle, go see my pals up at Alton Toyota, altontoyota.com.
Donnie Fandango from 105.7 The Point. Very happy to be joined by Dan Reynolds, frontman of Imagine Dragons. And Dan, we have a lot to talk about, but you are involved in one of my favorite life moments, and I have to tell you about it. And I've been wanting to tell you about it since it happened. It came up in my memories about 3 years ago this past weekend, and I had a chance to take, at that time, my 10-year-old daughter to see you guys live. My daughter's now 13, and some days are rough. And she's an amazing girl. But that day at your show, Dan, for the first time, I got to watch her get completely lost in a show. Her eyes were closed. She was singing the songs. She was completely unaware of anything else around her other than just being lost in the show. And as a music fan, as a father, as a person, it is one of my favorite memories of all time, and I thank you so much for being a part of that. I know you get to do that. You know, not just
Listen, winter is here, and if you've had enough of bundling up and layers of clothes and blankets in your own home, or you've been feeling those cold drafts blowing through your old windows, maybe you heard the heat turn on for the 5th time this hour. Time to talk to the pros at Window Nation. Go to windownation.com. Tell them Moon sent you. Replacing those old windows with quality, energy-efficient ones from Window Nation. It's easier and more affordable than ever. And it's never been a better time. Right now, through the end of the month, replace your windows and pay no interest for 5 years. No interest for 5 years. That is a great deal on its own. On top of that, Window Nation is going to give you 50% off any style windows. They have 50% off for all style windows right now. That pro installation from Window Nation means your windows are going to fit right. You're not going to have to worry about leaky, dirty windows, any of those cold drafts, basically just wasting your money and throwing your heat out to the neighborhood. You don't have to worry about any of that. And don't wait. The 0 interest for 5 years. This is a perfect time to give Window Nation a look. WindowNation.com. You can show them, or let them show you all the options that will fit your needs, fit your budget, fit your home. It's very easy. 866-90-NATION is the phone number. Again, tell them Moon sent you. Visit them online at windownation.com.
Yes.
It's like Blink-182.
Yeah.
Good to go? All right, we are very, very excited about this one tonight. I have to tell you this, Amy Lee. Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Hi.
Peabody Opera House show tonight. So it was so great when we announced this particular show because it was almost like a firework that went off twice. Because people were like, oh, Evanescence is coming back, and they'd be excited. And then, oh, it's with an orchestra. Ooh, you know what I mean? People were so excited about this and playing this beautiful Peabody Opera House. It's the perfect place for it. You've got to play some pretty great venues during this run with the orchestra, right?
That's right. It's been a whole new world. Normally, you know, what we gravitate towards and what I want is like no seats in the house, like no built-in seats. We have people standing up. It's rock and roll, you know. Everything about it is this whole different vibe. And this time, for the first time in, you know, I don't know, over 15 years, it's like, okay, we need like classy, beautiful theaters with seats, and we're going to make a program, and I might wear some fancy clothes. It's going to be all different. It's been really beautiful. We played some historical places. One of my favorite theaters in my hometown in New York is in Brooklyn. It's called the King's Theater, and we just got to actually play there after, you know, I'd only been there seeing other things that I'm a big fan of. I saw Bjork there. I saw Erykah Badu there, and it was such an experience. Really, it's been very fun and fun in a different way, like almost like, whoa, like out of body experience kind of cool thing to do this.
Because it's not, you know, this is not and I don't want to use the word typical. This is not the normal run. There's a lot that goes into this. And I want to get to that in just a second. But I want to know when the idea for all of this first came about, the reimagining of the songs and then the orchestra and all of that. I want to kind of know the genesis of that.
It just sort of happened one piece at a time. The thing is, it's not so much like a brand new crazy idea, like if we did like a polka version of all of our songs or something. It's coming from a big piece of the core heart of like just the original thought of Evanescence in the first place. The whole vision, I remember from being very young, was always about this combining of a heavy rock band and these sort of industrial programming sounds and this cinematic score thing with the big strings. So this is, you know,
MentalityHealth.com. Fight the symptoms of low T with custom testosterone replacement therapy. You know, a lot of guys out there are too proud to ask for help, and I understand. I get it, but as we get older, our testosterone levels, they go down. So maybe you're not your best in the bedroom anymore, or you're just not feeling yourself anymore. You could turn back the clock to the man you saw in the mirror 5, 10, or even 15 years ago. Don't wait until tomorrow. Mentality, awesome. 2 locations, Chesterfield and in South County. I go to the Chesterfield location, thanks to Moon telling me about it. I made an appointment at MentalityHealth.com, went and saw the people down there. They did a blood draw, and we checked my levels because I didn't know what's going on inside of myself. I knew I was just pissed off all the time and not sleeping well. I knew something was going on, but I didn't know what really it was. So my vitamin levels were fine, but my testosterone levels were low. So I started my TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. I'd go there once a week. You could even get the treatments delivered to your door. That's an option. They'll work with your insurance. I'm not going to do it for you. You got to do it yourself. MentalityHealth.com. That's MentalityHealth.com.
It is a very, very big day in the land of Red Hot Chili Pepper fans everywhere, and I am so unbelievably honored to be joined today by Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Flea, St. Louis is saying hello to you.
I love St. Louis, and I fondly miss the raucous nights, Mississippi nights that we used to have over there. And hello to everybody. Love to one and all.
Man, it's really great to hear your voice, but also, too, it's wonderful to have a new Red Hot Chili Peppers album that is out today, and John Frusciante back in the Chili Peppers. Flea, can you kind of talk to us a little bit about how he got back into the fold with you guys?
Hey, don't forget, Rizz Show Live tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m., a whole new uncensored cluster F of a show. Happening Saturday night, March 2nd, over at the pageant. A no-holds-barred night of fun with your fellow weirdos. Ton of your favorite segments live on stage at the pageant. Uncensored. Tickets on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. You must be 21 or older. Big shout-out to Yingling for being the presenting sponsor. And Team Rizz members, please check your email. All right? I want to see everybody at Rizz Show Live. The show's going to sell out quick, so get the tickets while you can. I know it's a bigger venue this year. We've never done anything at the pageant like this. Well, we did the tribute to Jeff, but this is...
Yeah, this is
Rizz Show Live has always been a Pops.
This is going to be great.
It's going to be great. Can't wait.
It's been a number of years, and it is time.
It's time. It's time. And speaking of time, earlier this month, we had a list of predictions about 2024 made 100 years ago in 1924. Now, more of these things are making the rounds online. So here are 10 other things people thought we'd see by now. Some were serious predictions and fairly spot on. Some were not so good. So number one, beds would launch kids up in the morning and onto their feet.
I like that.
And then a flying bus would pick them up and get them to school in 2 minutes flat. Yeah, that's not happening now.
I think it's 2 minutes flat no matter where you live at.
But I do like the launching the kids out of bed.
This is a great
That
idea.
is something I can get behind
That's
as well.
a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, that's where all that Jetson stuff came from. Remember? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
And then what was it? Ernest or Pee Wee's Playhouse?
Pee-wee.
They were doing all the, the toast.
The Rube Goldberg stuff.
They started making the toast. Robots started making the toast right before you woke up, and then the alarm, the bed threw you over here, and then that took you over here and brushed your teeth for you.
But then, I remember this was 1924, so this is way before the Jetsons, way before all that stuff. Number two, they thought 1924, by the time we got around to 2024, our legs wouldn't work anymore. By 2024, the muscles in our legs would have atrophied from never being used. All thanks to the invention of cars.
Makes sense. Well, we're on our way.
We're on our way.
Yeah.
So we're going to say that's half right.
Yeah. We're lazy as hell now.
We're going to call that half right. Number three, traveling to other planets would be easy and common. They compared it to crossing the Atlantic Ocean in 1924.
We're on our way to that, too.
Because I don't believe the first transatlantic flight happened until, I had the date on that too. The first transatlantic flight didn't happen.
It was around. It was a little bit before.
It was at the
that.
50s? When was the first?
It says 1919? The first nonstop transatlantic
It was
passenger flight. Passenger flight.
I see.
Nonstop transatlantic or even across the country.
39.
39, okay.
Huh.
What about from New York to L.A.? So it says transcontinental flight. I don't think that was until the maybe late 40s or 50s. So New York to L.A., nonstop.
How long?
When did it happen? When was the first passenger flight from New York to L.A.? Because what's that, 3,000 miles?
You're asking a lot of questions that I don't know the answer to right now.
questions. Oh.
1957.
1957, that's wild. So no, we are not traveling to other planets currently, and it's not common. Flying clothing. Somebody predicted we'd all be basically wearing suits that made us fly everywhere.
I mean, we do look fly.
Yeah, that's true. Now, jetpacks do exist now, but they're not common, so no. Number five, I think they were pretty spot on this one. Concerts would be happening remotely. This did happen. They predicted that bands wouldn't have to tour if they didn't want to. Their live performances could reach people right at home. I think that is and they got that one right. We would run out of diamonds, is what they predicted in 1924. By 2024, we'd run out of diamonds. Jewelers thought there wouldn't be any left, and we'd be making synthetic gems out of sugar. Now, we haven't run out yet, but synthetic diamonds are a big business right now.
And there is ring candy.
True. I'm going to call this one half right.
Oh.
Give
Ring
this
pop.
Give this a half one. Number seven, New York City would have 30 million people, and Canada would have 100 million people. Anybody know the real numbers?
No.
It's, what is it, New York 21 million or something. Canada, I'm going to say, is 49 million.
All right, the real numbers are around 8 million in New York, 40 million in Canada. So they were off.
Wonder what prompted that prediction.
I don't know.
8 million in New York, as in like Manhattan.
Yeah, as in
Not the metro, though.
Maybe as they started building vertically, because that was one of the first cities, metropolises in the nation. So they could start building up. You can house more people.
Yeah,
and more
and think if they
businesses.
keep building north, those buildings up, it'll get into Canada eventually, which increases the population. Get tall
New
enough.
York City population is 8.468 million. Not New York Metro, New York City.
Okay.
New York City.
New York
I
City.
apologize. Sorry about that, everybody.
They said jazz would be lumped in with classical music. A Russian violinist said it in 1924 to convince people jazz wasn't a, quote, destructive force in the world.
Wow. I mean, they're on the same stations now.
Yeah. They said men would stop wearing corsets. Girdles and corsets were somewhat common for men in 1924. Not anymore, but we do have compression shirts.
Oh, yeah. The male Spanx is on the rise.
That's a thing.
They were right and then wrong.
Yeah.
Because it went away, but now it's back.
And they said that people would think radios were silly and old school. No, no,
They're cool. They're
How
awesome.
dare
no, radios are cool.
Still hip.
Quote, the radio set that so amazed you the first time you listened to it will excite laughter among Americans in 2024. Well, we hope we're making you laugh.
Yeah.
They didn't think radios would go away, just that no one would find the technology all that amazing anymore. Okay.
That might be a little true.
That's true.
Hey, but had it not been for radios, your podcast and your music in your pocket wouldn't exist. So it is still cool.
I think the wonderment of turning on something and voices coming out of your speakers.
Yeah. I'm not saying, I think it's just so commonplace.
We take it
If
for
you got
granted.
in a car right now and it had a TV in it, you'd be like, there's a TV in this new car. But you just expect a radio to be in there. Like, it's so common. You know what I mean?
But even if there was a TV in the car, would you still go now? Whoa,
No,
TV
but
in the car.
No, maybe not now, but I'm saying, like, you definitely don't even think about the radio is just standard. Like, that used to be an option that you had to upgrade to, like a luxury.
Yeah.
And now it's like such a standard.
Yeah, and I'm sure
Part
they
of
said
our
the same.
lives.
I'm sure they said the exact same thing about TVs, and now we have TVs in our pockets.
Right.
I think the last kind of like, whoa, in a car was the auto drive, was the autonomous driving. That was my last, whoa, getting in a car.
I was there.
You were there. And it was, whoa, dude.
Yeah, you were like, oh my
I
gosh!
was amazed.
We both said, we're there. We're there.
We were in a Tesla S, cruising 64 Boone's Crossing.
That's sweet.
Whoa, man, this is awesome. All right, today is January 25th. Back in the day, 77 years ago, 1947, Al Capone, on the verge of syphilitic insanity, died of neurosyphilis in Miami Beach, Florida. How old was Al Capone when he died?
25?
No.
30?
Say
65.
48.
Well, he went to prison and got out for a while. I think he was like in his 40s when he went to prison. I'm going to say he was, I think somebody's close. I'm going to say 70.
One of you is exactly right. And it's the guy that said 48. He was 48 years old when he died.
Nice.
Dang.
53 years ago, 1971, Charles Manson and the three she-devils that he was with were convicted in Los Angeles of the 1969 Tate LaBianca murders. Manson said he was inspired by, quote, secret messages he heard on the Beatles' White Album. Speaking of the Beatles, 44 years ago, 1980, Paul McCartney was released from jail and deported after being in prison for 10 days for trying to sneak a half-pound of weed through customs at the Tokyo airport. 25 years ago, 1999, The Tom Green Show premieres on
yeah.
MTV. 18 years ago, 2006, Survivor winner Richard Hatch was found guilty of tax evasion for failing to pay taxes on his $1 million grand prize.
Dude, I haven't seen the Tom Green Show in 20-something years, but man, like, really just think of the timing and all that, and I don't think that dude gets the due credit for really kind of blowing open those weirdo shows.
Yeah. He transformed it all.
I mean, I'm not saying that he, like, paved the way for Jackass and all those things because they're different animals, but, like, the style
was so silly.
The style of television and the phenomenon that it was in the moment.
Man, he used to torture his parents.
Yeah, I mean, the torture of the parents. I mean, where would Bam be without Tom Green?
Tom Green would torture his parents. And who was his co-host? Glenn.
Glenn. And then
Poor
he had,
Glenn.
who's the guy with the cup that's in the window and he just kind of laughed?
He was the first one to, like, paint his parents. Didn't he paint his parents' house like plaid or something?
Yeah, he did
Something.
plaid. He
That guy
painted his dad's
tortured his parents.
a beautiful picture in his dad's really awesome car.
Was Andy Milonakis on that show with him? Or was that his own thing? I thought, was Milonakis a spinoff of Tom Green?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought Andy.
I just want I watched Tom and he was kind of a delight in here, and he's a unique person, a unique personality, and I watch him in this RV social media thing that he's doing, and I'm seeing people everywhere making these hundreds of millions of dollars careers off of things that are,
He pioneered.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel
Milonakis.
like the world is not just in this scenario.
Wasn't Andy Milonakis the man show?
That's what
Maybe that's what it was.
because he was on the street trying to give
it was the
ladies
man show.
drinks.
I just remember being very confused that Tom Green and Drew Barrymore got married.
So was everybody.
And
then
then
their
they-
house burned down.
Oh, yeah. They got divorced, and she just had him on her show, her talk show, not too long ago.
He was on there?
Yeah,
Wow.
he came on, and they like talked about their relationship.
He
No
did a
way.
huge stunt. Remember, he was it was a huge announcement. Tom
This is the
Green
best.
with Monica Lewinsky.
Yes, where they went all over Canada with their huge announcement.
Huge announcement, and it was her line of handbags or something like that.
Because every day they're like, yeah, tomorrow we'll be announcing this, and
They
we have
thought
a
they
huge
were
announcement
together.
in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Dude, he did he like filled in for, was it Letterman or somebody? He did like some sort of late night show thing where he was a host a time or two, didn't he?
You're
think
maybe
so.
thinking of just his show.
No, I thought they gave him like some. I mean, he was a unique personality
Well,
that
that
I'm
was
just telling you.
25
A
years
lot of
ago.
people have been standing on the shoulders
Yeah.
of Tom Green
Tom
making
Green
millions.
show
Is that on
premieres.
like Paramount or anything? Like Beavis
I don't
and
know where you
Butthead
could
is?
find those.
I would love to watch
I don't
those
know,
again.
and I'm not
He's
sure how
on
it
YouTube.
lives.
He's one of those, I guess you could say, was starstruck. I was eating at a PF Chang's. They had a happy hour, and he happened to sit down at the bar with this lady, a couple of rows or seats over for me, and the whole time I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Tom Green. And I was trying to think of something to say, and I had a cool thing in my head, and when I went over, I just said, hey, thanks for all the laughs.
Yeah, that's why I don't talk to stars.
The
doggone it.
Rizzuto interview with
Just
him.
lost my friend there.
That's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
When he was here. And 7 years ago, 2017, TV legend Mary Tyler Moore dies of cardiac arrest after getting pneumonia. She was 80. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest, brighthouse.co.com, 636-600-0188. Our beloved David Lee Roth is back in the news with another message. So let's recap on what we've heard from Dave in the last few months. Last week or so? Last week, he took a shot at Sammy Hagar, telling everyone that he was sex probed by an alien. So that was last week. Then he said that Alex Van Halen bullied Eddie Van Halen. And now he's taking a shot at the late Eddie Van Halen's son, Wolfie, in the latest episode of The Roth Show on YouTube. We have a couple of audio parts here.
Yeah.
This first one is him taking to YouTube and essentially, calling Wolfie a crazy kid, a Nepo baby. Let's take a listen.
Here is David Lee Roth.
This kid, he's complaining the entire tour like I'm not.
And the fact that he's got music behind it.
Clown music.
Clown music is
a bit much.
Ridiculous, but that's our David.
Kid, he's complaining the entire tour like I'm not paying enough attention to him on stage. I'm giving him the best, everything I've got in front of 20, 30,000 people at a clip, and he's complaining.
Dave's not paying enough attention to me.
Cut to New York City, 20,000 of my closest friends. I walk out into the middle of the stage, and I'm going to do Ice Cream Man, and what I don't know is this kid has commandeered a couple of monkeys to go in back behind my back and throw out these two great dames that I invited to be my guests to the show. And these dames are in their 40s, okay? Business women. In fact, you aren't going to believe this. What he doesn't know is that these two dames work for the accounting firm that represent him, not me. And he throws them out of the building. He's teaching me a lesson. What this kid doesn't know, they're carrying the paychecks for all 82 people on the road crew.
What?
And let's play the other audio too. It's just insanity,
All right,
which
here's-
is fine, but kind of sad.
Here's more David Lee Roth roasting Wolfgang Van Halen.
We're playing the Hollywood Bowl, and Ed's not having a good day this year. I always got to play it like, what if this was the last show I ever have with the brothers? This is important to me. I walk out on stage at the Hollywood Bowl. This is the very last show that we're playing, and I start getting tears in my eyes. I'm about to launch into Ice Cream Man, and this kid, he comments commandeers 2 muscle monkeys, locates the one dame that is my guest. She's off in the wings of the Hollywood Bowl. They find her and throw her out of the building. Wolfie Van Halen's going to teach me a lesson by throwing out what he thinks is my girlfriend. But guess what? Not only is this an accountant again, and not only is she carrying the paychecks for 82 of us on the road crew, but she's carrying cash bonuses for everybody there. Remember New York City? It's the same lady. And that's how I remember my last show with Eddie Van Halen.
So,
First of all, I have never seen anyone get paid at a show. That's not how it works. I've never seen that. And now
Well,
maybe
remember
it works
famous
different.
stories of Chuck Berry not going on stage and he got paid.
Yeah, okay, but I'm just saying, like on the road like that, I've never seen that before. I've never seen somebody come in with cash bonuses.
well, it was the last show though, so maybe the accountants were there to celebrate with Van Halen as the last show. So he was just like insinuating that they were getting paid.
What is
Or
it with
maybe
that
the road
music?
crew was getting money.
What is it with that music, man? Like I feel like I want a funnel cake because I'm in Six Flags and I've been waiting for Thunder River.
It's very on brand for DLR, though.
What isn't in these audio clips is where he calls Wolfgang Van Halen Jesus Christ, and he essentially, in faux Wolfgang, says, "Bro, I want people to know I got this job because of my talent. I would have had this job anyway, even if my dad wasn't God. I just want people to know I got this job because of my talent."
That's not fair.
So, anyway,
That's not fair to say
it's
about
not.
the kid.
and also,
And he's not a kid.
and that
What's
was a
not
good
fair?
time for the Van Halens.
I don't like that whole nepo baby thing. Like,
Yeah.
Like he took his son on the road with him. It's some of the best memories that Wolfgang has ever had in his life. His dad's dead. Let him
I mean,
have
it's not
that.
his fault that his dad's like, one of the greatest guitarists of all time.
Sure. We need to call Dave and be like, this was too much. We still love you. You're still invited to Rizz Show Live.
Yeah, we are
This is
leaving a
too
ticket
much.
for David Lee Roth at the pageant box office. He can bring the accountant.
Bring them both.
Yeah.
Bring both accountants. We'll leave.
He sounded like Sebastian Maniscalco when he was talking.
Maniscalco?
Or yeah, whatever.
Tomorrow will be would have been Eddie Van Halen's 69th birthday.
This is going to be like when Ricky Bobby left always leaves 2 tickets for Reese Bobby.
I've been doing it for a while. Every comedy show, there's a DLR +1.
Yeah,
So far he
we'll
hasn't
give him a
showed up.
+2, DLR +2. To bring the accountants.
Come on in.
Come on in. So he'll bring the accountants. Lern throws them out.
Yep. It'll be great.
Man.
I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Corey Taylor has shared a new video message addressing fans' concerns over his well-being. He canceled the remaining solo dates he had for North America, which were a lot. And then 3 weeks later, he revealed that he was going to do a short run of shows over in Asia, which is like a week of shows. And people were confused. And Corey says, the truth of the matter is, I understand why so many of you are upset. I'm just going to break it down for you. Over the last year, I've had a complete and utter breakdown of boundaries, mental health, ego, entitlement, the whole 9 yards, culminating in a very, very real near relapse that I kind of don't recognize myself. And he said, the reason I'm keeping the Southeast Asia run, it's literally 4 shows in a week. I'm going to see how I do with that and just take it day by day, basically. He goes, I'm working on self-care right now, getting the help that I need and surrounding myself with my family.
Yeah, the guys, you read the guy's constantly touring, whether it be with Slipknot or Stone Sour or a solo thing.
Right.
I mean, he toured all through, when everything was locked down, he still toured.
Yeah. Well, this is reminiscent of like Mike Patton having his mental breakdown last year because Faith No More was supposed to be here and play, I think, St. Louis Music Park, right? And then he canceled all of that run of dates and was like, I'm having a nervous breakdown. I can't do this. And everybody just stepped up and was like, hey, man, we love you. Like, take all the time you need. I think that's very
got
similar.
4,000 bands.
That's
He
nice
does.
when people support.
Yeah. I love that Corey's being transparent too for the fans and answering that question. He didn't have to, and he did, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but when you have a rabid fan base like that dude does, and you don't say anything, that's how rumors get started.
Sure. And he's nipping that in the bud. So anybody in here ever been to Coachella? Moon, have you ever been?
No.
Scott?
Nope, never
No,
been.
Neither have I. Coachella is
You
seeing...
didn't ask me.
I know you did. You said you would never go.
You're right.
I know this answer. Rafe, you've never
we
been?
could force
I feel
tickets
like you would
upon
go to
you. You
Coachella.
wouldn't go.
I would go, but I haven't been.
Haven't been.
I wouldn't go.
So Coachella is seeing the slowest ticket sales in 10 years. For years, music fans went through hoops to get tickets. From 2014 to
Because the lineup is
2022.
horrendous.
Well, and I have the lineups for the
Horrendous.
last 14 years.
Horrendous.
So from 2014 to 2022, tickets sold out in a window ranging in just 40 minutes. So like less than 4 hours, Coachella would be sold out and people would have to be finding them. And you're right. The lineup this year is horrendous, but it's not completely far off from years past. Like this year they're going to have Doja Cat, Tyler the Creator, Lana Del Rey, and the return of No Doubt.
Great.
Okay.
See, I'm going to pay how much to drive to the middle of nowhere? For what?
For this.
Okay.
Years past, like in 2014, Outkast, Girl Talk, Muse, Lana Del Rey played then. AC/DC played in 2015 with
Sweet.
Jack White. There's been the headliners have been better than they are this year, but I really did think that the No Doubt return was going to be a big thing, and it's not. I guess
Not for maybe for
sad.
people our age, but who's going to Coachella? Young people.
Yeah, I'm not 100%
Young people
sure.
don't care about No Doubt.
Yeah, I'm not
Really?
sure.
No.
I'm not 100% sure No Doubt fans are stoked on Doja Cat or vice versa.
Nobody are. How much are tickets?
for
Find
like
out how much tickets are.
very expensive.
Yeah, to go see a set from No Doubt, great.
Well,
To drive
tour.
to the middle of nowhere, to the desert. This traffic. Where am I going to park? To see what?
Well, Coachella did
Doja
this
Cat?
as well.
Horrendous.
Festival organizers, they're allowing people to purchase up to 8 tickets this year compared to only 2. You can only buy a pair of tickets. That was your max in previous years.
Please,
Yeah, 'cause
buy
there
So
was
they're
a
like,
demand.
please get these tickets out of here.
Because I'm sure last year people were like, this is not worth it. Like maybe you'd have like returning people, like, I had a great time last year. We're
Yep.
gonna, hey, maybe this will be a yearly thing for us. And they went out there like, this is garbage.
Last year was Bad Bunny,
so much money.
Gorillaz, Calvin Harris, Blink-182, and Frank Ocean.
Gorillas, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Oh, wait, was that the Frank Ocean one? Was it
Yeah.
Frank Ocean that was like a total disaster?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that was awful. Okay, here we go. General admission $4.99 to $5.49.
I'm sorry, what?
For the
500
whole
bucks?
weekend.
General admission for the weekend.
Does that get me a camp?
$4.99
Campground?
plus fees. Tier 2, $5.49 plus fees. Tier 3, $5.99 plus fees. Whoosh. General admission plus, if I want a shuttle, that's $6.19 for Tier 1. $6.69 for Tier 2, $7.19. Damn, dude. VIP, $1,069.
But that's not too far off from like Lollapalooza's prices or like Sonic Temple Fest I went to last year. That's pretty on par with how expensive it is.
Car camping, got $149 plus fees. Preferred car camping, tent camping, $149. The hell out of here.
Yep. And the sad news is the Pick One a Stick stand, the original
Stop
owner
it.
sold it. So,
I don't know. Maybe,
Let's-
maybe those
Be the
aren't that
quality
bad
you
of
said.
prices for what you're getting.
I don't think it's a whole weekend. I don't think that's pretty far off from other festival pricing.
Yeah.
What about this? Dustin Lynch finally got some payback after an introduction that happened last year at a concert where Luke Bryan received major blowback for the way that he introduced him, where Luke said that no one has taken more drugs, more IVs, and no one has passed more STD tests than Dustin Lynch. And so while he was joking, it did not go over well. Fox News, just the general public did not understand that Luke Bryan was kidding through all of that. So what does Dustin Lynch do? He hires the Roastmaster General, Jeff Ross, to introduce Luke Bryan, and we have some audio from that video of Jeff
Up here.
Ross.
Stand by. Okay.
Brian introduced me on stage, and it ended up making headlines back in the States. TMZ did not get it. Fox News didn't get it. And I've had one whole year to think about how to do this. Hey! I don't deserve this. I hired the best roaster of all time to roast you in front of all of these people.
I hope
Better
you
be
don't
good.
mind me crashing the playa. It's an honor to introduce Luke Bryan, or as I like to call him, the other country singer on TV who wasn't hot enough to marry Gwen Stefani. Luke has a new single out called Southern and Slow. Congrats, Luke. You're finally writing something autobiographical. You ever wondered what a Mexican music festival hosted by Beavis and Butthead would look like? Here it is. And please welcome number 108 on Rolling Stone's Top 100 Country Singers of All Time. Make it loud, Nuthouse, for the legend himself, Luke Bryan.
Good job.
That's a good.
That is awesome.
That's a good
I
intro.
love it.
108 on the top 100.
It is festival season. The 2024 Bourbon and Beyond Festival in Louisville was announced. Zach Bryan, Dave Matthews Band, Neil Young is going to be there. The National, War on Drugs, Black Pumas, the Beach Boys, Melissa Etheridge, all sorts of people. It is the world's largest music, food, and bourbon festival, and tickets are on sale
Last
now.
year, like Pearl Jam played. That was one I was actually considering going to.
Yeah, you could drive there.
Not this one. Last year was like Alanis Morissette, Jack White, Pearl Jam. It was like a stacked lineup. This one, stay home.
Beck
This
will be
one is
there. You care about that?
horrendous.
No, not enough to drive to, where is it, Nashville?
It's a bourbon trail, though.
Not,
Louisville.
Louisville.
You've never done the bourbon trail.
Yeah, but I'll do the bourbon trail.
All right. Netflix is getting rid of its cheapest ad-free plan, making the cut in Canada and the UK first. So if you have that $11.99 basic subscription like I do, it is getting cut in these different countries. No word on when it's going to happen in the US, but it's coming. The Daily Show on Comedy Central still hasn't found a permanent replacement for Trevor Noah, who left the show in 22, but Jon Stewart is returning on Mondays during this year's election year. Starting in February, he'll end it in November, but he will also serve as executive producer. And then The Daily Show will be hosted for the rest of the week by different
Boy,
correspondents.
that is them saying we cannot find anybody.
I wish he would come back so bad.
We can't find anybody to host this thing. So, Jon Stewart, everybody, at least for one day.
Yeah, one day a week. NASCAR is getting a docuseries treatment with a new Netflix show called NASCAR Full Speed. Fans are going to get a deeper look into the 75-year-old racing sport, one of the biggest spectator sports in the U.S. NASCAR Full Speed will feature 5 45-minute episodes and premieres next Tuesday, January 30th. We have audio of the trailer, if you care.
Okay. Here's the trailer.
Wow. Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
And see ya.
And
so
star of that movie, Gran Turismo, by the way. And,
is that with the guy from Stranger Things?
Yeah, David Harbour.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Harbour and Orlando Bloom. And it's about, like, you know, them taking the kid from the GT,
video game.
Yeah, from the GT simulator to race in real cars. It's good enough.
That's what I heard. It's okay.
It was good.
All right, here's the NASCAR trailer.
Go into the playoffs, you know the intensity is higher.
10 races, 16 drivers.
All right, I get what it is.
Well, if you're a fan of any of these drivers, like, for instance...
I got it. You get the gist.
Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Ross Chastain, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson. Everybody's going to be in this thing, so if you're a NASCAR fan, you're excited.
I am. I would watch this.
And finally, John Cena. When is he going to retire? Well, he's been doing more acting than wrestling lately, but he told Entertainment Tonight that his days of competing in the WWE ring will soon be done. He says, inside I feel great, but I know what it takes to be a WWE performer, right? You know, right now, night in and night out. I don't know if I ever want to go out there and do it just to be doing it. So he says that he's going to be done before he hits the big 5-0. He is turning 47 this year, so we can expect John Cena to retire in the next couple of years.
Man, Peacemaker, is that coming back? That's got to be. It left it on a cliffhanger. It was great.
He's like a superhero in that, right?
2 seasons?
Yeah.
2 seasons deep?
Eagly's one of the greatest characters. Yeah.
Eagly?
Okay. Somebody's got a great point on the instant feedback with Coachella. There's 5,000 festivals now.
I know.
Like, Coachella was like...
There was like 3 at the time.
There was like 3 at the time.
Right. It was like Austin City Limits, Coachella, and Lolla.
And what was the Bonnaroo?
Bonnaroo, yeah, so 4.
And now there's bourbon and blues, blah, 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 and 5
Point Fest.
Point Fest. Yeah.
The list of celebrities celebrating a birthday today is about as good as the headliners for Coachella, because I know one of these names.
Okay,
Follow
go ahead.
along.
Let me see if I know any of these
Claudia
people.
Kim is 39.
She's from?
She's from Fantastic Beasts.
Okay.
Christina Ochoa.
Okay. What is she from?
A Million Little Things.
Don't know that one.
She's 39. Alicia Keys is 43.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know her.
Charlie Booley.
Charlie Booley.
Charlie Booley. Oh, yes, he's very good.
Chuck Booley. Charlie Booley.
This person is in Nashville and Twilight. They're 43. Mia Kirshner.
Yep.
From
She's
Star
great.
Trek Discovery and The L Word is 49. Anna Ortiz.
Dude, she's great.
Yes, she's great. In Ugly Betty, Whiskey Cavalier, and Devious Maids, she's 53. Haney Wolfgram.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
Haney.
I loved her last record.
Yes, 56.
From where? Where's she from?
The biggest hits are Crush on You, You Got It All, and Make It Real.
Told you.
Remember the
Yes.
80s? Jennifer Lewis.
There's the ice
Yeah,
skater.
Jenny
Jerry
Lewis.
Lewis's daughter.
Okay, nope. She's from the PJs and is Becca Twigg in Castaway and is on Blackish.
What was the one? Make It Real? What was the name? What was her name?
What'd you say?
The one who had the 80s.
Oh,
hits.
Haney Wolfgram. Haini. Wolfgram with 2 M's. Jennifer Lewis is 67. Dinah Manoff
Yeah, the ice skater.
from Soap and Empty Nest is 68. And, well, actually, you know, I do know this guy. Andy Cox from the English Beat and Fine Young Cannibals is 68 years old.
Man.
So two.
Wolfram.
I knew two.
What a weird day.
Big list. Big list. Big day. What is it? January 25th?
Happy birthday, Alicia Keys.
That's right.
Alicia Keys Day.
Today's Porno Birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Zoe Britton. And today's birthday girl's been in 197 fine films, including All Girls All the Time 1 and 3, Bad Guys Tie Smart Girls, Big Butt TV, Boobs and Brews, Booty Camp, Filet of Booty, Finger Lickin' Good 7, Nice Rack 17, Trapped and Wrapped, and Who Could Forget a Role in 2006's Surprised, Hogtied, and Struggling.
Yo, did anybody on Filet of Booty just go right back to the movie Alive or that new show, the something or other of Snow?
Oh, gosh.
From the guys?
Where they eat
Yeah, man.
people.
How can you say Filet of Booty and not think of that?
I thought I'd make
I went somewhere else in my
I
brain.
went somewhere else, too. Zoe Britton is 45 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on.
Did you find? Did you
I didn't
find
go
anything?
anywhere because I lived there.
Did you find
Filet
anything
booty.
from the?
Filet of
from,
booties were my brain. That's my default.
from
Andy
Hank?
Wolfgram?
Yeah.
First of all, it's a dude.
Oh, I apologize, Mr. Wolfgram.
Oh. Pretty name, though.
No. No, I lost interest.
Yes, I have too.
Sorry, no offense to Andy Wolfgram. I'm sure he's a very nice guy, and happy birthday. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back, and let's give away some stuff. Should we play Password just real quick?
Let's do it.
Rizz Show Password, quick game. All right, we'll get two people on the phone. You guys get to pick teammates. One of the Rizz Show here. Rafe is out because he is the host.
Does host.
So Rafe will give us the password. We'll have to give you one-word clues, and you will have to guess the password. 2 out of 3 right, you win your choice of prizes. Point Fest tickets, Bush tickets, Sum 41 tickets, or tickets to go see Hardy. If you want to play Rizz Show Password, 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. We'll play next. I forgot the play sheet you made.
I just printed them. I'll go get them.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. I like that you want to use them, though, because I'm a freak, and
I was
made
like,
a
damn
little...
it. Lern made a nice little play sheet for us here in the studio to keep ourselves organized. Thank you.
You're welcome.
8:27, Thursday, traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. It's time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. We have severe delays. 270 eastbound between 255 and 64. Average speed is down to 25 miles an hour. Up on 70. A left lane is blocked due to a crash. 70 westbound at Riverview Boulevard. Your point forecast, dense fog, then rain. High of 47, but right now it's 39 at the Point Studio.
Oh, hey, just sitting here checking out all my awards. You know, there are many ways to reach us in the Point Studio. You could call us, you could social media us, I think you could even fax us. But there's a new way. It's called Mic Drop. Yes, download the Point app, click the Mic Drop feature, talk into your phone, and your message goes right to us. Look, I just got one from Jeff Burton.
Hey, Rizz, great show today. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, I f***ing read this stupid f***ing thing that head told me to read.
That's right, the new Mic Drop feature. Download the Point app.
Is this thing f***ing recording still?
This is where fun and fantasy meet. Gentlemen, we're coming up on Valentine's Day. Ladies, we're coming up on Valentine's Day. So if you're planning on getting freaky deaky for the holiday, maybe getting a hotel room, maybe just wait until the kids go to bed and you have your own Valentine's Day celebration in the bedroom, go to Patricia's to get your Valentine's Day supplies, your sexy supplies. They have everything you need. Sexy lingerie, sexy costumes, stiletto heels, adult toys for women and men, male enhancers, lotions, lubes, vibrating toys. They get everything. You're into bondage stuff, they got all that stuff. If you're into stuff for the expert, they got that stuff. If you're new to the game, they got that stuff too. And don't hesitate to ask a question. They're never going to judge you. They just want you to have a pleasant shopping experience. They'll answer all your questions. You're not going to feel weird. You're not going to feel weird at all. And it's not a seedy roadside sex shop. This is a well-lit place. It's clean. Again, everybody's awesome over there. 3 very convenient locations. Patricia's in St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit. On Page, 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's. It's where fun and fantasy meet.
It's Donnie Fandango backstage at Point Fest. For one, I just almost fell out of my chair.
It is.
And for two, boy, that would have made a really great way to start
Good
the interviews
intro.
of the day. Yeah. All right, so let's settle this first and foremost. You and me here right now. 0936.
Yes.
All right. I heard it in a couple of different ways. It confused the hell out of me, man.
It confuses me.
Okay, well then good. Then I don't feel as bad that it's not just me.
I put the colon in there to be read as a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one says it's 9:36 o'clock ever.
Right, ever.
It's never happened. It's never happened.
And it never should happen.
And it won't. I promise.
You know, man, I was reading a bit about you, and it feels like we, as younger guys, had a similar sort of experience. I had one of my dad's friends when I was growing up owned a mini recording studio in his basement. And so I got to go over there when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old and watch the guys plug in and tune in, and then they'd let me mess around on the microphone. And you had kind of a similar thing.
Yeah, it was more just like 3 plywood or 4 plywood walls and then a microphone. But my uncle knew how to, like, he mixed. He made like beats.
Sure.
He's not Dr. Dre, but he like made beats. You know what I mean? And he sold them online. And that was like his like side thing. And so that was very easy way to start.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, let me see what's up. So I was doing like little like sample things for him. Like he was like, hey, talk, and like sample for a beat. And then I remember I wrote like a rap, and I was like, can you record me?
Wow.
That's yeah.
What was it like when you heard yourself?
It was hard. Well, I was 10, so I thought it was super sick. And if anybody heard that now, I would be so upset. I'd be offended.
But it shows where you've come from.
I don't want anybody to know.
Start
I don't want
somewhere.
anybody to know. Some guy pulled us over. Well, didn't pull us over. We were pulled over in a parking lot the other day counting merch. And this guy comes up and says, hey, don't mean to bother you. I know you're a musicianal act. Not a word. And then he said, he was leaving. He said, hey guys, just remember, you got to be somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know. Just keep it in mind.
All right. Well, I think we're just going to probably stew on that.
Got to be somewhere.
for the-
That's what I was getting at with what you just said.
So talk to me about some of your friends that are already on our show today. The Shinedown guys are who
Yes.
you're currently out with now.
Yep.
Is this kind of like one of your first big runs, or have you been out a bunch, or where are you in the touring stage of your career?
I've never toured before.
Oh, wow.
And then they were like, hey, touring's back. You want to go for 84 days? And I was like, let's do it. So here we are. I have 12 more days left.
But for
And
you,
alive still.
thank goodness. But for you, man, I'm sure legitimately that this is a learning experience for you as well as a really great time.
Yes. It was, yes. Yeah. It's a lot, though. You know what I mean? Like, doing, a lot of people I know will, like, get their feet wet on, like, a smaller run or a 2-week run or a 3-week run. And then they were like I said, you want to go out for 84 days? And I was like, sure.
Right.
So hopefully I'm better than I was. I've done shows before, like I used to do rap shows all the time. And I did 3 shows with my friend Grandson, who's here.
Right.
And then I did, like, one small headliner thing in LA 2 years ago. And then nothing, obviously.
Right.
So I had, like, no prior. But I think it's going okay.
As far as you can tell, it's going all right.
It's going well in my opinion.
You know, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, and it feels like a lot of us are the same way in that, you know, it's not necessary. There's all kinds of different musical, you know, not just genres, but flavors and the things that we like and we listen to. And I know that you're one of those guys that, you know, lots of different genres are involved. Do you ever feel like sometimes, man, like maybe we've got this thing in America maybe broken down a little bit too much by genre, and that it shouldn't just be more like, okay, this is really good music, period, let's put it somewhere together?
Well, I didn't know that, like, the UK is like Triple J is just like the thing. And they play they play all of it.
Right.
I didn't know that. I just found that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So maybe yes, your question yes.
You know what I mean? Because we all have these different influences. It's not just one singular thing.
And I get people all the time will be like, this isn't a rock song, and people will be like, well, then people will be like, well, it's not a rap song, and then it's like, well, it's not an alternative song.
Absolutely. And you were number 1 on the active rock chart with Adrenaline.
And that was apparently not a rock song, and apparently it wasn't a rap song either. We can't put it in rap caviar, so I don't know where we're supposed to put it.
Well, you know what I've gotten from this interview is that the things that have confused me also seem to sometimes confuse you too, so that I don't feel alone. I'm all right with it.
hey, man, if you like it and I like it, we'll call it a day.
That's it, man. That's it. Well, it's really great to have you here today.
Absolutely.
I hope you enjoy yourself on that front stage a little bit earlier on and absolutely slay it. And then we hope we get to see you again here soon.
The concrete's worrying me. I don't like it's worrying me.
It shouldn't worry you.
Not for me.
Oh, for the people.
For the people.
Yeah, but the people will be all right. The sun will be down by then. It'll be a really great thing out there, I promise.
We played 2 festivals this year, and there was very big mosh pits at both. Hoping for it today, but hoping everybody
Let's
does
get you
not
started at RNR Tire Express. RNRMidwest.com. That is the website for area locations so that you can be safe. Let it snow, let it rain, let it freeze, let it do whatever. Because if your tires are fit for that frosty commute, you are not as concerned as you were when your tires were not ready for that frosty commute. R&R Tire Express is saying drive safe with a deal that's going to keep you on the go no matter what the forecast calls for, and we do know how unpredictable St. Louis can be. R&R offers flexible payment options based on your budget. No credit needed. You can schedule a free tire safety check at your local R&R Tire Express before the next blizzard hits. Again, the website is rnrmidwest.com. You can request a quick quote while only $20. It only costs $20 to get you started, and that includes installation. Plus, peace of mind coverage with every purchase includes roadside assistance, lifetime rotation, alignments, and more. Schedule that free tire safety check now. I want to make sure that you are safe out there. R&R Tire Express, 4 area locations. Everybody needs a little R&R. Check them out at rnrmidwest.com.
So here we are, our very first Ho-Ho show of 2017, our Christmas show. You will be our first band that we will see, 2/3 of Biffy Clyro. Gentlemen, how are you? It's really great to see you.
Really well, and after that introduction, we're very excited to be opening up the ho-ho party. The whole party.
And I feel like, even if
We got apple juice, not apple juice, applesauce.
Yeah, you get down on some unsweetened apple pouches for children.
It's like a kid's apple,
That's
applesauce pouch.
You know what? It's funny. Like my friends will bring their kids over, and I always have the best snacks. Like I always buy
Those
these.
are good.
I got the best granola. I got candy. What do you want? Auntie Lern's got everything in her closet, her little cabinets. And they just go in and get
full
it.
of Gerber graduates. It's kind of disturbing.
You like apple juice?
No, not really. It's fine.
Applesauce.
It's fine.
It's maybe the most refreshing thing you ever have.
Only Martinelli's.
But I never seek it out. But the few times that I have it, you hit it and you go, oh my goodness,
you've ever
this
had
is
Martinelli's?
amazing.
I guess, man.
Dude, it's a game changer. Martinelli's apple juice.
World Market.
They sell them everywhere
Chilled.
now.
Oh, really?
It's fine.
Oh.
Cold. But only that one brand for me. It comes in a little glass container, looks like a grenade.
See, I can even drink the cheap stuff, man. Take me back to Sunday school. It's
I don't like the cheap stuff.
so good.
Martinelli's. Don't sleep on it.
All right. I'm not going to buy it, but thank you.
I'm going to buy you one, you
Hey, you know
jerk.
this thing you don't like? Here's the best version of it.
No, you're going to like it. I'm going to force you to like it.
Bring me some Martinelli's apple piss or whatever. It's
it's apple juice.
That's what I said.
It does look like pee-pee.
All right, let's give away some stuff sponsored by today's contest.
Flynn Landscaping, specializing in lawn, landscape, irrigation, and arbor, now hiring. Call 314-243-6784.
All right, we're playing Rizz Show Password now, guys. Please pay attention.
I threw that thing, and I think some applesauce got on the board, or possibly near you.
Oh my
My
gosh.
apologies.
Are
It was the
kidding me?
lid. I didn't know there was applesauce stuck in it.
What?
Actually, on your hat.
Can you?
No, I'm sorry. I'll clean it up. It's fine.
It's fine. It's right here. I see it. I'll get it.
Just sneeze so you don't know the differences. All right.
There you go.
It's a disaster over here.
I'm sorry.
Okay, anyway, Rizz Show Password. So we'll get you guys on the phone. You guys on the phone will pick a teammate, myself, Moon, Lern, or King Scott. Rafe will tell us in the studio here the password. We will give you one-word clues. And you have to guess the password. That's it. Simple game. Please, for the love of God, pay attention to the clues before.
All right.
Now, Rafe, if you, the form of, so if you're close,
Correct.
Give the example.
Example, if the word was pharmacy and you said pharmacist, I will say form of. You have one opportunity to correct your answer, and then the next person can steal.
Right. Okay, 2 out of 3 right. 2 out of 3 wins. You win your choice of prizes. Point Fest 2024 tickets, Bush tickets, Sum 41 tickets, or Hardy tickets. All right, here we go. Justin and O'Fallon. Justin.
Hello.
All right, Justin, pick a teammate.
King Scott.
All right, Justin and King Scott. Okay. Hang on.
The king.
Who's this? Donathan?
Yes.
All right, so it's Donathan, not Jonathan.
Yep. Donovan with a D.
Donovan?
Donovan?
Oh, Donovan.
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 Oh, Donovan. Scott wrote Donathan. I go, what the hell kind of hippie name is
Sound like
that?
you said, yeah,
That's
with
Thatcher's
Donovan.
brother.
It sounded like you said
But
with the
that's
D.
not right.
He's a
Couldn't
twin,
decide.
man. Jonathan and Jonathan.
Johnny and Johnny.
Donovan. All right, Donovan, pick a teammate.
Rizz.
Oh, God. Mistakes were made this morning, Donovan.
All right.
All right.
Okay, we got this. All right. Here's a password.
All right.
Rafe's going to show us the
Play,
password.
Rizz Show password.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
I'll show it around the room once our competitors have seen it.
And King Scott was selected first, so he gets to
He gets to, yeah,
go
he will
first.
give the first clue
We'll give
first.
the first clue, and then if you win, you have the opportunity to play or pass moving forward. So, King Scott, please give your first clue.
Oh, boy. All right, I'm going to go first on this one.
Yes, you have to go first.
I'm going to say Miami.
Beach.
Miami Beach. No. Donovan, I'm going to give you a clue so good, and if you don't get it,
Just say the
You
words.
can't be
You can't
talking
just
about
rip
this
it up.
right now.
God
That's
dang it.
cheating. He's
doing?
cheating.
Jeez, dude, you'd be the first one to yell at us.
Yeah.
Knock
Shut
it
your
off.
mouth, Scott
Say a
Rizzuto.
word.
Donathan, pay attention.
Flipper. Oh, you can't say that
on,
word.
man,
Don't
you
say
big
the F
That
word.
definitely wasn't the word. Does that count as his guess?
No.
Oh. What? He said a word, though.
Donathan. What?
I didn't say nothing. Let's go. You got Flipper in Miami.
Yeah.
Dolphin.
Yeah,
There
baby.
you go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Good clue. Good clue.
Who
Sorry
said
about that,
the
Justin.
F word? Was that you, Justin?
Come on, man.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
It was just
Somebody said the F word under their breath. It was probably my clue, Flipper.
Oh,
Damn.
you know what? It was probably King Scott.
Oh, was that King Scott? That's all.
Apologize. Yes.
it could have been my belly just
All right,
gargling.
here's your next clue for password and possible FCC fines. It was just nice that I wasn't the one getting dumped for a change.
Yep.
Okay. Since I won, I have the choice to give the clue or pass. I will pass to King Scott.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's go.
Let's see here. Come on, brain. All right, let's go with bakery.
Bakery. Donuts.
All right.
All right, Donathan. I'm going to give you a clue. I'm just kidding.
See,
All right, Mother F.
I'm gonna give you. Okay, here we go. Small. We're gonna work.
Small. Can I get King Scott's clue?
Nope.
Nope, you had to be paying attention.
Sorry, buddy.
Small.
Donathan, come on, man.
Tiny?
You didn't hear the first clue. Donathan,
Pay
killing me.
attention.
Busy mumbling
all right,
obscenities
Justin,
under his breath.
you got the clues, so we're gonna do this. Let's go with hostess.
Go with what?
Hostess.
Sorry, it's cutting out. What are you?
Hostess.
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 All right. Bakery, small, hostess. Oh, man.
3, 2.
I don't.
That's all right. We
All right,
got
Donathan. Icing.
Twinkie.
Twinkie? No. All right, Justin.
I can't be in here. I gotta go.
Why? Because you know the thing
It's
that'll unlock
driving
it.
me insane.
Is there a word that will unlock this?
Yeah.
Really? Really?
What am I doing? I'm gonna say. Oh goodness. Let's do. We'll just make it. Yeah, blueberry.
What?
Muffin.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Wait,
We're
how
about
many
ready
are
to
we
flip
at?
out.
When do I read these? At 5 or 6?
5. So
We're
now.
at 5.
All right.
Jonathan,
hold on.
pay attention, please.
Jonathan, pay attention. Bakery, small, hostess, icing, blueberry. Bakery, small, hostess, icing, blueberry. And your next clue is?
Birthday.
Cake.
Say it again.
Hey. Pay
Form
attention.
of.
Cake.
Form of.
3.
Ho-ho.
God damn it.
Form of, and he changed his answer.
What a display.
We have
What a display.
We have the 2 highest people in St. Louis on the phone right now.
To the next.
No.
To the
Let's
next.
not- hey,
Still going.
still going.
Still going.
Yeah, keep
All
going.
right. King
let's see
Scott.
here. Oh boy, let's see. How do you word that without saying anything? The like sleeve.
Sorry.
Sleeve.
He is too.
Sleeves.
SLEEVE.
Yeah. My blood pressure is just not healthy. I gotta open my banana here.
God.
Blueberry. Sleeve. Icing. Birthday. What the? God.
Deep breaths.
Bro.
Don't.
Pie. Apple pie.
This
The
is-
little apple pie thing.
No.
I mean, I'm watching
All
a
right.
train wreck at 3
Yeah.
miles an hour.
Okay.
All right.
Rizz, this will be the 8th clue.
Okay.
We've never gone this far.
And final clue.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, we had form of, and
I don't know what
that
else.
blows my mind.
Let's see.
I'm
There is something you could say.
going to say Jillies.
Chilies.
That's, I mean,
Jillies?
Jillies what?
You said Jillies?
Yeah.
He said Jillies.
I don't know what else. to say.
Oh, man.
I don't know what else.
It's a form of cake. Oof. Oh, man, you guys got me cupcake.
Okay, now.
Okay.
Oh, he said it. Yes, he said it.
The buzz. You never would have followed. You never
We
would
For
were
have.
the
counting
love of
down.
God.
Okay. I thought we were.
come on.
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
All right,
I just want to get.
I'm
I
going to
just
give
want
it
to
to you
move
because
on.
I want
Let's
it to
just
be
move on.
over.
He said it.
Make this
I just
end.
want
It's
these guys off the
cupcake.
phone.
Good
I want them
God.
both off the phone.
All right.
Get them off.
Big love.
Rizz one.
I
Get
dropped
them
that
off the phone.
Remember, and when he said form of, so cake was in the word. So
Right.
form of.
Yes.
Ho ho.
And then someone said ho ho.
Where was blueberry? What is blueberry?
Sleeve.
What's a blueberry cupcake?
It's like, I said that as soon as I meant
Come
red
on.
velvet, and I said blueberry for some dumb reason. I'm
Red
like,
velvet was 2 words.
two
Small
I
was
know.
a bad clue too. You suck at this
Anyways.
as well.
Small's not a bad
Small's
word.
not
Are you
a
out of your mind?
Yeah,
Small?
I used to do
it's on the
snack
path.
next.
I know where you're going.
I don't
with
know,
that.
man.
I was trying to
You guys-
connect the clues until he
Hostess-
said blueberry, and that threw everybody off.
Hostess should have been the word.
Yeah,
it should have
hostess
ended at
cupcake.
hostess.
Yeah. It should have ended about 20 times.
What was your unlock word?
Muffin.
What? No.
No, muffin is not an unlock word for cupcake.
With the other clues, yes, it is.
Hostess was the unlock in that pattern, in that path. My blood pressure was going crazy because I should have had it 15 minutes
when he
ago.
said form of, would it have been smart to say mug next or something? So that way it's like,
Dude,
if you remember the form of cake.
a muffin is a G-rated cupcake. That's all a muffin is.
Guys, just
Yeah.
kick these people off the phone. And next callers, try not to be the 2 highest people in the city of St. Louis. Try not to have just finished your 8th bong rip right
That was
before
wild.
we
Well,
explain the
Lern
rules.
and Moon are playing now.
Oh God. Okay,
All
great.
right.
Lern and Moon. Who do we have on the phone?
Brandon, hello.
Sounds
Brandon.
Good. Sounds like you're being
Hey,
attacked.
what's up, guys?
All
Happy
right, you
birthday,
got-
Rizz.
Thanks, buddy. You got Lern or Moon? Who do you want?
Oh my God.
Let's take Moon.
Brandon and what is that beeping?
Brandon's pumping gas.
He's
right
out.
now.
He's on a
Beeping.
beach looking for money.
He's defusing a bomb.
It's my truck. I'm
Tell
sorry.
your truck to shut up. Aaron, Aaron, you are with Lern.
He's on the bomb squad, so he's in the middle of work right now.
Aaron.
Hey, Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now?
Aaron.
Aaron,
Aaron's out.
Aaron gone.
you're about.
Steven.
Hello.
Hey, all right,
Hello.
you're with Lern,
Hi,
okay?
Steven. Let's go.
That's who I was going to pick anyway.
Great.
love you.
It works out well.
Okay, here we go, Brandon.
You can hardly wait.
Let's
Oh, my
go,
God,
Brandon. Okay.
With the beeping, Jesus.
All
Here
right.
we go. Here we go. Beeping Brandon. Me and Beeping Brandon.
Want your word?
Gonna take this. Yeah.
She's just looking off in the middle distance. Lern is completely, she's like a Marine who just got back from 3 tours.
That last one was hard, man.
He's not looking.
You don't think this one is?
This is hard. Not for me. It's a clue.
All right.
You got to be paying attention.
Moon, you will be first since you were chosen first by Brandon. You know.
All right, I got to think about this. I don't know Brandon. If I did, I would know whether I should go this way or that way. Okay, I'm going to say this. Mad Mardigan.
Mad Mardigan?
Mad Mardigan.
Definition, please.
Can't.
Mad Mardigan.
I have no guess on that.
Character from
I
a
don't know what
movie.
that is.
You
It's
don't
a-
get to
it's a
ask for
character.
definitions. So.
This isn't like
This is
official
not the script
password.
spelling bee.
It's all right. Just pay attention.
Could you please use it in a
Not like a
sentence,
spelling bee.
including the password?
Yeah.
Okay, Lern and Aaron /
Steven.
Steven.
Hey, Steven, here we go. Weeping.
Ready? Cheers.
Brandon, tree.
Eating tree sounds like willow something. I'm just gonna go with willow.
There
There we go. There we go. All right.
God.
See,
Great job,
I wasn't sure how old Brandon
Brandon,
was.
great job, man.
I thought if he was of a certain age, he would know Mad Mardigan.
Well, I mean, that's the name of Lern's cat.
I know.
I thought that was going to be her clue.
I was
Mad
well,
Mardigan
not
is the
everybody
name of
knows
your
that.
cat.
So
It's a cool cat name.
Okay,
Mad Mardigan.
so
from the movie,
Well,
you described
Moon
it.
and Brandon are up one.
Here's an easy one.
Oh, great.
So you guys can.
Oh, my God.
Let's really ruin the day, right?
All right. Here's a nice, simple one. This,
I'm gonna,
this shouldn't make the entire room come apart at all.
Brandon, I'm going to pass, and I'm going to let Lern do the first clue.
All right.
All right.
Steven, pay attention.
Steven.
All right.
Instrument.
Guitar.
Okay. Let's build. Let's build a. Let's get a base and let's build. All right, Moon and Brandon.
Moon and Brandon.
Child's.
Child's.
Instrument. Xylophone.
Yes!
Thank you.
Xylophone. Holy
Yes,
cow.
Brandon.
Way to go.
Beeping
Congratulations.
Brandon. Takes it
Brandon's
home.
Playing
hang
a xylophone right now. While you
I don't
called
know
in.
what is going on. There's horns honking, cars crashing.
I love that we're
gunshots.
I love that people don't even think about that before they call in. They're just like, yeah, I am in the middle of a gunfight. but
I want to go see Sum 41.
I really want to see Sum 41 and Hardy.
Oh, man.
That's great.
That was great, though. Hey, good for him. He,
All right,
he earned that one.
was good.
Great, guys. Good matchups right there.
That was great.
The whole form of thing with the cupcake one,
Cake,
that was killing me.
That blew my
Form
mind.
of?
Ho-hos.
Ho-ho.
Ho ho. Get out of here.
Podcast title, Form of Ho-hos.
Yeah, Jesus. All right, some of your emails next.
There's some
That
people out
one
there
took
saying,
so long that we only did 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's some people out there that are saying like, oh, I hate this game. No, you don't. You
Get in
love
on
it. You love it. You love the tension. You love that we're getting angry with everybody.
Oh, you hate that? So try to play. The haters. Get in next
I
time.
was losing my mind over here, though.
Get in next time.
That was a tough one.
Jerks. It's Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. It's time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. We got a right lane block due to a crash 141 northbound just after 64. Further east from there are delays 64 eastbound between 40 Drive and Bellevue Avenue. Average speed 20 miles an hour. Your point forecast, dense fog, then rain. High of 47. Right now it is 40 at the Point Studio.
Time to save some green. Go visit my good friends over at Mount Top Motor Company out there in Troy. They have an incredible lineup of cars, trucks, SUVs. In fact, you can see the whole inventory right now at mounttopmotors.com. And to top it off,
no payments for 90 days. They have some of the best financing around, all kinds of ways to save some money. And what's amazing about them is they're just down to earth. It's a no pressure environment. So you're gonna find the right car. You're gonna enjoy the process because they're amazing. So aim higher, go to Mountaintop Motor Company. It's mountaintopmotors.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and I am absolutely honored and incredibly nervous, as a matter of fact, to have the pleasure of speaking to Alice in Chains. Gentlemen, thank you so very much. It's really great to see you here today.
Why is he nervous? Is he owes money or something?
I do not. I do not.
You slept with my wife, you son of a...
You know, the winter season is going to be winding down, and you want to make sure that you are taking advantage of the end-of-season special over at Anton's. AntonsHVAC.com. That is the website. Go see what I'm talking about when it comes to everything. Plumbing, heating, cooling, and energy experts. They are the best. Anton's has been around for many decades in our area. And I know that you're seeing those beautiful green trucks and vans out there. They're like warehouses on wheels. They've been at my house for repairs, for installations, for an energy audit, and they always save me money every time they're out there. Normally $138, you can get your furnace maintenance for 50% off. But you got to call today, 314-834-0958. It is the end of season special. Again, you can get your furnace maintenance for 50% off. See what they can do for your home. See what they can do for your house. My house is a little bit over 40 years old, so it's starting to be less efficient, and I needed Anton's to come in and help me with the efficiency. And like I said, they've saved me money every single time and made me a hero. AntonsHVAC.com, ANTONSHVAC.com.
By the one and the only Brent Smith of Shinedown.
I forgot how that song goes. All I heard was ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what are the actual words?
I don't think anybody actually knows.
Is that girls?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
There we go. That is some 80s.
You know what? We
That
got
is
to bring it back
hardcore.
for the weekends, right?
Okay.
The holiday weekends. So we got Brent Smith, Shinedown. It's a Point Big summer show. Couldn't be more excited to have you guys, Jelly Roll, back in St. Louis.
Yep. And John Harvey for the first time.
And John Harvey. It's going to be insane. So this is the Planet Zero World Tour.
It
and,
is.
You know, I'm not supposed to play favorites, but I'm a little obsessed with the album.
Cool.
A little obsessed with it. Now, what I think makes this album so interesting and so cool is that every few songs, there's a Siri type AI
Siren.
voice. Siren. Okay,
her
can
name.
you tell me a little bit about Siren?
I can tell you how it was born, the dynamic of this album, because our last record was Attention, which was a story album and was always meant to be conceptual. We did not set out to make a conceptual piece again with Planet Zero. It just kind of fell into place. But, you know, we wrote this album in the midst of a pandemic.
Sure.
And there was a lot of things going on in the United States. There was a lot of things going on in the entire world. And I just remember getting to Charleston with Eric Bass, our bass player, who's also the producer, engineer, and the mixer of Planet
The
Zero.
brain.
Yep. And I remember it was like June of 2020, and he just looked at me, and it was pretty early on in the writing process, but he just said, it feels like we're on Planet Zero right now. And so it just opened up a floodgate of emotions and very, very thought-provoking ideas, and a lot of the subject matter were things that we had never tackled before, but very rarely does an artist and an audience and a world, not just a country, experience something like a pandemic for the first time. At least in our generation, the last one was 100 years ago. And so we're all in the same playing field. And we had to write about what was going on, but we also needed to make sure that we talked about the road forward. And the only way, I don't care who you are, the only road forward is together.
Amen.
You can have opinions, you can have disagreements and all those types of things, and nurture those elements with each other as human beings, but we are much stronger together. So it's a very ferocious record, but it's also a very triumphant record.
Absolutely, and I think that Siren voice it says the quiet part out loud, what we're all thinking, and it really puts it in the forefront. And I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Daylight is Shinedown's 19th #1.
It's insane.
How does that feel?
Not real. Well, the other thing that's crazy about it is
You know, Daylight is actually the 29th single that we've released as a band. So it's the 19th #1 at rock radio in the United States. We actually hold the record for that. But that all goes to you guys and girls. And honestly, I've said this before. I will continue to say it. Shinedown Nation is the most incredible fan base on the planet. We only have one boss. It just happens to be everybody in the audience. So all that is because of you and the station and the public, you know, not just in the United States, but globally. So it all goes back to the fan base.
Yeah, that's something, you know, I've been a fan. Like I had, you know, when I was an angsty teenager, I had 45 as my MySpace song,
Cool.
you know? And I remember going to like the Carnival of Madness shows and then the circus theme. And it was such a give and take relationship with you guys. And it's always been like that. And now Daylight, it's been huge for you, obviously. And you guys just released a reimagined version. Can you tell me a little bit about that, how that came about?
The Reimagine is all, once again, in the corner of Mr. Bass. You know, they came to us, luckily they came to us early about it and said, this is what we want to do. We understand that you just released the record with the version that's on the album, but if we were to ask you to kind of reimagine it, what would you do? And so, you know, Eric basically had to request from Barry a couple of things that he needed, request some things from Zach, because we were out here on the road. We had a short window of time that we were off before we came out here on this, because we were in Canada. We had about 3 weeks off. And so he put together this just epic band version of this song with, in a way, man, it was like, the first time I heard it, it reminded me, it was like an homage in a way to Purple Rain.
Okay,
like
I can see. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just was.
I felt like I was taken to church, like halfway through, and then it just kind of drops, and it's like, and goosebumps, man.
Yeah, when he sent it to me, I was like, holy crap,
You're going to love this.
man.
St. Louis Food and Wine, presented by Schnucks, is back this February 2nd and 3rd, Union Station, downtown St. Louis, featuring hundreds of wines, a selection of craft beers, and culinary delights around every corner. It is the can't-miss event of the year. Event presented by Schnucks to benefit the Repertory Theater of St. Louis and Operation Food Search. You got to be 21 or older to attend. So here's a bit more about the events that are taking place. Friday, February 2nd from 7 to 10, it's the Grand Tasting Event. Spend your evening sampling exceptional vintages from prominent winemakers from around the world. And you'll feast on gourmet food in the beautifully designed Grand Hall at St. Louis Union Station. Plus, you get a commemorative wine glass. And then on Sunday, February 3rd, between noon and 5, the main tasting event. Enjoy a full day of sampling hundreds of wines and variety of gourmet food offerings. Experience wine tastings from the world's premier growing regions. And again, you get that commemorative wine glass. That's Friday, February 2nd. Saturday, February 3rd, Union Station, St. Louis Food and Wine, presented by Schnucks. Hit up the website for more info. Schnucks.com/STL Food Wine. Schnucks.com/STL Food Wine.
105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage. We are at Busch Stadium.
Busch
Kirk
Stadium.
Hammett from Metallica joining us today. Thank you. It's absolutely an honor to get the chance to meet you.
Cheers, likewise.
All right, so first we're going to talk about things that are not music related.
Okay.
I saw your Instagram post on Friday night about coming to St. Louis, looking for some comic book spots.
Yeah.
Did you find any?
Well, I found one spot, but you know what? I didn't have time enough to make it to the place.
No, I said I'm not drinking during the week anymore, but after that game,
Yeah, thanks for giving us
Maybe.
shots.
line them up.
Yeah, that was nice.
Well, today is the day maybe you'll sneak a little whiskey into your coffee. Because today is National Irish Coffee Day. That's today.
Irish.
National Irish Coffee Day.
That's perfect for this weather. I mean, look at this crap, dude.
Yeah, man. Seasonal depression is big
Are you
today.
are you
I'm
sad?
Dude,
having
my
a
wife
big
is
sad
bummed.
day. Yeah.
I could tell my household was just gloomier. The kids were reacting to things slightly differently. Everybody just kind of,
Sick of it.
Well, you know, I'm a ray of sunshine everywhere I go. I bring the light.
Yeah.
I bring the light and the joy.
You're like the sunshine in the Teletubby show where it was the baby.
Yeah.
Only it's your face.
Well, my wife, you know, she said to me yesterday, she goes, I really can't wait till spring. It's really affected me this year.
I
said,
feel
what do you want me to do about it? That's how I'm compassionate.
just listen. Yeah, just be there, man.
That's how that's
Vitamin
how
D.
compassionate I am. I said, what could I do? What can I do to brighten your day?
Give her Irish
my
coffee.
lady? Well, winters in the Midwest have seemed milder in recent years. Really?
Yeah, they've definitely been.
But they're still terrible. So a new poll asked people for their favorite season where they live, and the most popular answer in the Northeast, Midwest, and West are summer. So our favorite season in the Midwest here is summer. Spring was number one in the South, and it was a close second to summer out west.
Mine
Winter.
used to be, first half of my life, it was spring. Now it's autumn, for sure. Hands down.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a spring guy.
Yeah,
You know,
I like the birth. I like all the new things growing and the
I think
excitement.
I would be if it weren't for the bugs. Because sometimes, man, and I think it's where I live too. We got that creek behind our house, and it's like mosquito heaven.
Well, winter was the least favorite season for everyone, everywhere, especially in the Midwest here. Only 8% of Midwesterners said that the Midwestern winters are their favorite. Who are these monsters?
Yeah.
Dude, there are people that have their money tied up in ski resorts.
Yeah, but no, I think if
Guess
it
so.
actually snowed and we could keep snow on the ground, I think people would love winter more in the Midwest.
Yeah, man. I've said
but
that.
this is gross.
I've said
Yeah,
that a
'cause
bunch.
right now it's just mud. All
It's
this
gross.
is mud.
Yeah, I've said that a bunch. I don't mind the cold if there's snow.
Yeah, it makes sense then.
But this garbage. And it's going to be 57 degrees next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spring.
So with National Irish Coffee Day, a new poll found 35% of American adults occasionally, like a little booze in their coffee. Espresso martinis are hot these days, right?
Yeah,
You've never
especially
had
on
one.
road
I've
trips.
never had one. I've never ordered one.
You need to get on it, man. It's so good.
I've had a sip. I've had sips.
It's fancy.
What is it? A martini that tastes like an
Coffee?
espresso?
Yeah, it does. And they usually, if they're real fancy, they'll put a little espresso bean in the middle.
Yeah.
The foam.
Instead of an olive.
Delish.
Yeah, it's like a shot. Put like a shot of espresso in a martini.
And shake it up. And
Shake it up. It's
it's
fine.
good stuff.
I mean, isn't that just like a fancier,
Very trendy.
more uppity way of doing Red Bull and vodka? Up
Yeah.
and down.
It's an elevator.
There's some places that specialize in them, and it's fine.
I'm just saying, isn't that not? You probably don't want to go in there and bang 6 or 7 of those things because it's
It'll put you
probably
on your
not good
ass.
for your body.
It's like a good
it'll put you on your
dessert.
ass.
yeah,
drink.
put you on your ass with your heart at 97 BPM.
So there was a poll about normal non-alcoholic coffee. Let's see how normal by the numbers we are. We're all coffee drinkers here. Let's see how normal we are by the numbers. 73% of Americans drink coffee every day. How many cups would you guys say? You're on your second cup, Moon?
Yeah, you've been tracking.
No, I just saw you just got another because I heard
this is
sipping.
I was trying to scale down, and then I found myself a couple weeks ago catching myself. I was up to 3, but this is not the craziest stuff. I'm used to motor oil at home.
During the week, I'm 1 cup. Weekends, I'll do 2 cups.
I'm 2 cup.
2 cup. Rafe, you are
I'm way higher.
fueled by
Yeah, I probably
coffee.
drink a pot of coffee a day.
really. Scott,
I'm right around Rafe's level there.
around a pot of coffee.
You guys drinking later in the day?
Oh,
No.
yeah. I cut off at 5.
Mine's at noon.
5. I'm done at noon.
Yeah, I stop by 11.
I'll have an afternoon carafe.
Yeah, I have to have one drink at 5 to get me to bedtime so I can have enough energy to fall asleep.
It just depends on what I'm doing.
The most common answer was 1 or 2 cups, but almost half of us drink more than that, including people like Rafe and King Scott, at least 6 cups a day.
It's probably more where I'm at.
And as you're yawning.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl level.
And I'll get another one.
I did the thing sometimes, like my wife will have some coffee left over, and I'm one of those freaks that doesn't care if it's room temperature, if it's been sitting there all day.
Yeah.
I'll just drink it. I don't mind. And if I have something to do and I can only take like a 20-minute nap, or a 25-minute
Yeah.
nap, I'll take a little bit of coffee before the nap because it definitely helps me
Supposedly
get
helps.
up.
Yeah.
51% of us will hit up a coffee shop this week. Our favorite spots are Starbucks, followed closely by Dunkin'. 89% of us will make coffee at home at least once a week, 66 daily. Now, the energy boost isn't the top reason we drink coffee. 83% like the way it tastes. 67% need the caffeine. 43% says it makes them more productive. 29% like the health benefits. And 20% of us drink coffee to suppress our appetites.
I like the ritual of it.
Yeah.
I have my iced coffee on the way to work. I chug that down, and then I like on Saturdays and Sundays getting up and making coffee and just sitting there with it.
Only 18% of us take our coffee black down. I like my coffee black. That's down 56% in the past 2 years. Men are more than twice as likely as women to skip the cream and sugar. Coffee creamer is now more popular than half and half. 2% milk is third, followed by almond milk and oat milk. Sugar still the top sweetener. And on average, we add 3 packets. Damn, dude, that's sweet.
It's a lot, yeah. I do like that. Part of the ritual I like is the prep, the pour, and then just the right amount of cream as it's, spinning, and then maybe like just a half a packet of Splenda or something, and like adding it, the alchemy of making the perfect cup. Feels good.
Yeah, it does feel good. 29% of us drink decaf at least sometimes.
No, never.
Around 1 in 5 of those people switch to decaf late in the day. Not me.
Yeah, we do that
I
every
do.
once in a while.
I do it for the health benefits of that because I get too jittery. Heart rate goes up. Decaf's a
I
good
just don't
thing.
have coffee then.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, pizza. Cauliflower crust? I'd rather just not.
You dork.
I'd rather just not.
You've
I
been
just have
poking
the
at me
real
like that
thing.
since
the
5
real
a.m.
thing,
today.
The real thing or nothing. Do you absolutely despise coffee? You're one of a very few select who say that. Only 2% of us hate coffee.
You know what's funny? I don't think my parents have ever tried it.
What?
I don't think they've ever had it.
Nor is my sister.
Ever.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's the forbidden drink.
What?
Don't you think
Not
of when-
tried coffee? Your mom has not tried coffee?
Doubtful.
I mean, is it like a sinful thing?
No. No, just never been
She
interested.
tried it once. I think we have audio of it.
Oh my gosh.
That's so cool.
That's how it
Yeah,
is.
she has had it.
Now she's addicted to Diet Coke,
But just once.
but nope, not coffee. Never had it in the house. Never.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they're
They
not
don't have
against
a coffee
it.
maker then, huh?
They're just lame, I guess.
Do your parents even have a coffee maker?
No, definitely not. Why would they have a coffee
Because the
maker?
people come over.
No one comes over to my parents' house. Nah, dude. Now, even when they had like bridge, because they do bridge with church and all that, and there was never coffee there. No,
Never coffee?
No, I never.
Even at the church?
I never saw coffee until. Well, I probably saw coffee at the church, but like, other than my uncle, who was, who I would see at Christmas and Thanksgiving, there was nobody in the family.
As a kid, we'd have people popping in all the time at all hours, like
for coffee to
for
drink your
coffee-
things. No,
for coffee and
Cigarettes.
cake.
Oh yeah, we had that too.
no.
It was we always had to have a cake on hand,
Really?
or some
That's
always,
awesome.
because you never know who was going to come by. When I was growing up, there were always popovers because we lived very close to family,
We did not.
and there was always somebody at the house, and you always had to have an emergency cake, but usually something Entenmann's, like a coffee cake or some kind of strudel, and then coffee was on always.
Yeah, no, that's a foreign concept to me, man. I've never had a coffee maker. Never had coffee.
That
'Cause
might
you
be child
never-
abuse.
You never knew who was going to come over. Like it could be an aunt and uncle, whatever.
Oh, we always knew who was coming over, and that was no one.
Huh.
Yeah, she never gave me coffee.
Sometimes there'd be a phone call, sometimes there wouldn't be.
I like
Like
that.
knock at the door. Okay, there's an aunt and uncle.
What's my
Come on in for coffee and cake. It just was a thing.
Yeah, my grandma's house was the kind where the door was never locked and people just show up, church member, whoever it was, people from the communities always came over and she always had that stuff ready, coffee or whatever.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
No, it was a great way of growing up. And there was always in the drawer, there was always a company cake or some kind of pastry.
I appreciate that.
All their social stuff was always, church related. Softball games, the Wednesday night things, and so they would do like dinners and those kind of things. But they're always out. They were never at somebody's house, except for the bridge club thing that they would do, or maybe they still do it. I don't know. But even then, there's no coffee. There's nothing. Some card tables.
Listen, that's not a thing anymore.
Bunch of
the
gray
pop
hairs
over.
playing cards.
The
I
pop
know.
over's not a thing anymore.
I miss it.
I
wish-
do kind of miss that way of doing things in a way. Now, I don't want anybody popping over my house. I'll be
Yeah,
honest with
I was
you.
going to say.
So you want me to quit doing that?
So you're just like my parents.
But nobody does it anymore. Nobody does it anymore.
Well, they were
It
ahead
used
of their
to be-
time, buddy.
It used to be a way of just people getting together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you just showed up my house without calling, like, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh yeah, and dude, and the crazy thing is, my parents were teachers, and we're up super early because they would have to drive us to school before going to their own schools, and they never drank coffee. And my dad was like a night owl, probably still is, but he would go to bed at midnight or 1 and be up at 5, getting ready for school and all that. No coffee,
No coffee,
nothing. No coffee, no booze, no.
Real man stuff.
No, I sure did have my Dr. Pepper though.
Yeah. All right, let's get to a couple of emails. RizzShow1057thepoint.com.
Okay, should we start with? We had a couple
Something
food
simple.
ones. We had something simple. It's never simple. Emails are brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Well, here's something simple. I got caught up in a Chicago vortex last night, and Color My World came up, and I think Moon would kick ass at this particular tune. It's not a long song, but it is sweet. Love the show. 3 out of 5 stars. That is one that I don't know. Color My World from Chicago.
I don't know if I know.
I think this is 90s Chicago.
Is this David
At least
Foster?
1970.
Is this
maybe
David
I'm
Foster
wrong.
Chicago or pre? Is this more the rock version or the let's get some strings and synths and all that kind of stuff? Oh, this is definitely 70s Chicago, right? So far, it's boring.
1970.
Soundtrack for looking out this window right now.
Yeah, dude. It's a foggy day in St.
Is this
Louis.
a classical piece, though?
I just want to sigh.
Oh my God, get to it.
Where's the horn?
What song is this?
Just so you know.
Yeah, you're right. Boom would be great at these two piano keys.
I would attack this differently. You're not going to fast forward?
I don't want to miss a second of it.
It's art.
Did you get the instrumental version? What happened?
This is 46 seconds in. Here we go. And coming at you. Nope. Okay.
And let it ride with the hook, baby.
Right here.
Oh, yeah. Tight. Woo!
Are we being trolled?
Here we go. I don't know this song, and I don't like it.
I don't like it so far.
Ah.
You want to get to the hook? Just go to 6
Is there a
minutes
hook?
and 20 seconds. Wild. What do you mean accidentally?
Remember, he's the one that said my gun's not loaded?
Oh,
we had the
just
story
talked
the other
about
day.
that. Oh, that's right. Okay, hey guys and gals, listening to Monday's podcast.
Who likes pizza?
Hey guys and gals, listening to Monday's podcast, and I heard Rizz is going to be in Springfield. Make sure you stop by Darcy's Pint and get yourself a Nashville hot chicken horseshoe.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be in Springfield Ill.
Game changer.
Place.
It's going to make
horseshoe.
you. It's going to make you want to drive just
yummy.
for that.
Springfield Ill is the horseshoe?
Yes, that's Darcy's Pint is in Springfield, Illinois. I have been there. It is purportedly the home and original birthplace of the open face horseshoe.
Oh, so is that a thing? Let me check my timing
Get the
here.
Nashville hot chicken
Okay, hang on.
horseshoe. So it says, email her.
Let me see my timing here. So Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
Carry the one.
The boys got a game at 5:15. So I got to be there probably an hour before. So what time do I got to leave?
What? I don't know.
Hour. Springfield's
You have
probably about
apps that
an
will tell you that
Hour
now.
and some change, maybe.
An hour and some change? I thought that was 2 hours.
I mean, I'm trying to
like
think
an hour
from
and
Wildwood. I don't know.
Quarter, right?
Yo, Waze has you can add the stop
No, I
and it'll
know.
tell you when to leave and do all that. You just add the stop, say Nashville.
I just want to
hot
be safe.
chicken.
No, maybe I'll go. Maybe we'll go for dinner.
Yummy.
So the game's at 5:15. Probably done by 6:45. Out of the rink by 7:30. Get a horseshoe in me, and
There
then
you go.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of things in you, wait till I go to the next email.
Darcy's Pint.
All right, I'll probably leave at like 1:30, just to be safe.
Dang.
Well, that's too early, you think?
No,
I gotta be there at
I'm looking at the
4:15?
Darcy's Pint menu, and these things are
Dang, that's too early. No, I'm looking at food.
early.
So Darcy's Pint. All right,
talk
I'm
about
coming in.
Nashville hot chicken horseshoe.
Get ready, Springfield.
Oh, that looks so
Okay.
good.
Referring to a show last week, I work at a small local hospital, and I've seen many things in butts. The usual stuff: TV remote, flashlight, vibrator, vape device, lighter, beads, battery, baggies with fentanyl pills.
What the hell's wrong with you guys?
Syringes with heroin, spoon, cigarettes, the quote, how did they do that cell phone, pool ball, money, yes, bills, 2 50-milliliter Crown Royal bottles, but the most unusual was 2 baggies of mushrooms and a folding pocket knife. Love the show.
I mean, obviously, somebody trying to smuggle stuff into jail.
I thought there's a lot of people that have bad balance.
I fell on this folded pocket knife
Like, yeah,
next to the mushrooms.
that's a smuggling into prison thing.
Sure.
Probably.
You think so?
It's, of course, yeah. But it's the cue balls or the vape pens and stuff like that. What are you doing? Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, where are you going with it? Where you're not allowed to take a pool ball
but when just joeing is not good enough.
to the 8-ball. That is a magic 8-ball.
Like, it's fine.
Make sure you knock before you come in. Daddy's playing billiards.
All right, next.
Firstly, my daughter hated Wonka. This is in the entertainment reviews. Hey, fellas, and Lern. Listening to the list for top sci-fi movies, and Rafe nailed it with Ice Pirates. It's the essential 80s sci-fi movie. Plus, it's Ron Perlman's first major movie, a must-watch. I mean, pirates, robots, spaceships, action, and space herpes. It's not going to win any
Space
awards,
herpes.
but it's a good, fun sci-fi movie. All in all, I agree with your list, although as a kid, I hated Close Encounters. I have a new appreciation for it. Blade Runner is by far my number one. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Love the show. 3 out of 5 stars.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Ice Pirates was like the OG
Ice Pirates.
parody movie, kind of. Because the space
1984.
herpy, the space herpy was essentially the alien.
Ooh.
Yeah.
17%
Not a
on the
great
tomato
rating.
meter.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Maybe they just didn't get it.
Rotten Tomatoes doesn't always get it right.
So I'll tell you what. So in entertainment reviews, I finished that American Nightmare
Oh, yeah.
thing
the
last night.
documentary.
Holy smokes. Okay, remember yesterday I was like, I don't know if I'm being had by her or him or the documentary makers. Definitely by the documentary makers, because they do a good job of kind of pointing out that these are somewhat weird people.
They do a good job of that they want you to stay through 3 episodes.
Exactly. And they make it worth 3 episodes. And I'll tell you what, shame on that police department.
Yeah, but don't give anything away.
On
Don't
that,
give anything more
on
away.
the FBI agent. I mean, like, it just goes to show
The
you
whole
that,
thing is just
that
ridiculous.
the people with access to, like, authority and all that kind of stuff, they can really go out of their
in the
way
wrong hands
to make you look a fool.
But again, so yes, but there is a law enforcement officer that is the hero of it as well.
Yes. An unlikely hero.
An unlikely hero.
And without that person, oh my gosh.
Learn, you got to watch it.
I know.
What a nightmare.
You piqued my
nightmare.
interest, both of you.
It's a quick watch.
It's a true nightmare, and it makes you horribly sad. So definitely watch it.
Definitely
All right.
watch it.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
All right, one more.
All right, let's see. Well, we were talking about throwing away DVDs and all that. Here's one that says, hey, fellas, I was listening to the podcast about the importance of physical media, and I wanted to weigh in. My husband and I are currently trying to build up our DVD collection for several reasons. We have a DVD player in the car for the kids for road trips. Okay, so that's number one. I think we actually mentioned that, too. That's a good reason. Movies are constantly leaving streaming, being added, and then leaving again. It's very annoying. We canceled Netflix to save on cost, and we've considered canceling other streaming services as well. And, of course, there's the apocalypse to consider. We like to scour thrift stores and $5 movie bins at Walmart's for affordable ones. If Best Buy puts all their DVDs on sale, I'm all over that. Love the show. Have a great day, Stephanie. And when I was reading this email, man, it made me think, I do have like a nice stash of DVDs. And sure enough, I went down the day after we got this email, and I found an extra bin that I didn't even realize was there. So I have 2 bins of DVDs, and I went through them, found some of my favorites that I haven't thought of in a while, and went to my Apple TV and Netflix and all that, and I searched to see if they were available. None of them were available. So they do have a purpose.
Dang.
There you go.
So, like, what movie?
Well, Green Street Hooligans was one, and I know everybody emailed me and said that that's on YouTube, but I don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's on YouTube, but they flip it backwards.
It's like a ripped
and
version.
it's not. In a way, you have to chop it so you miss some of the side stuff. It's terrible.
So it's a pirated version. All right.
But I showed my wife. That's the only version I could find, so that's what we watched, and it still holds.
So it's a pirated version. All right.
Yeah, what was
It's
the
still
other
good
one?
even that way, but
There was
not
another
the
one
right
that I found that you would think would be on streaming, and it wasn't. It was another '90s movie, and it got me thinking. Like, I wonder why some of these aren't available, and I'm sure some of it is studio disputes or ownership or whatever.
Yeah.
But then some of them, I think it's because it like didn't hold up. Politically correct style,
You think?
maybe. I don't know. That it got
No,
me
they put all
thinking
that
and
stuff
wondering.
I don't know how that stuff happens. There's a lot of politics involved as far as studios and streamers and.
Well, and interest in watching it, I guess. So some of the ones that I have that I don't even like Cry Baby from John Waters. I'm sure that's somewhere, but like that's a movie that like is kind of a cult classic that maybe not a lot of people know about or have seen.
What a great movie!
It's a great movie.
All Johnny.
Is that Tracy Lords is in that?
Tracy Lords is in it. Johnny Depp has never looked more gorgeous. But yet, you know, I don't know if people would get into Cry Baby as much as they used to. So I kept that on DVD just in case. It's a great movie.
Cry Baby.
Iggy Pop's in it, dude. Taking a bath in
a good movie.
a trash can.
So I've been to, I don't know, 4 or 5 high school basketball games a week. And every time I'm there, first of all, it's exciting. I'm watching JV basketball. I don't even have a kid playing, and I am like into it. I'm cheering. Sometimes I'm getting kind of sweaty. I'm like, yeah, you know. I mean, it's intense. And what do I think of? What do you think I think of every
Teen Wolf?
Teen Wolf every time, and I always forget to look it up when I'm at home. But there's a couple things in there, if you remember, that don't live very well.
Oh yeah, like somebody brought up in the chat, Blazing Saddles. Politically
Blazing
incorrect,
Saddles.
It holds
but
up.
a classic.
It holds up.
Yeah, but that's on
I don't think
that's on
it's
Netflix.
satire.
That was
I don't think
designed.
that's, I don't think the politically incorrect or correct is a thing.
People that say that's
Yeah.
politically incorrect don't understand the satire of it.
Yeah.
No,
True.
they don't.
Or who wrote it?
Has anybody
Yes,
seen?
Richard Pryor wrote it. You jerks.
Has anybody seen Teen Wolf available?
I've seen Teen Wolf 2 with Bateman.
Seen Teen Wolf recently. I don't remember what it was
On the streamer.
Well, I know the movie, the new movie that's from the MTV show and all that. I know that's like going around, but like I want to watch the OG. I want to show the kids.
I'm
the
gonna
old,
look when I get home.
Win in the end. That montage is the most thrilling thing ever,
look-
and that's
I'll
how
look,
I feel every
I'll
time
look
I'm
when I
watching JV basketball. That's what I
I
want.
played at a high level on Teen Wolf.
Yeah, man, the dragons and the beavers.
And I do have some good news. Green Street Hooligans. There's actually a very good version right now on YouTube.
All right, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We got to take a break. Somebody said from Wildwood to Springfield, it's exactly 2 hours. Thank you, Mike. Rafe was going to have me show up late.
I said I didn't know from Wildwood. I don't.
I
live
was
out-
going. I don't contact Waze. I contact Rafe.
Well,
That's your first mistake, I guess. right?
Rays.
well, okay.
Yours.
I know how long it is from the city. And with my aggressive driving, it is 1 hour.
And the boys' team is, the third period, we show up. All right, 9:27, Thursday, sports after the break. An announcement, the Chargers have a new head coach. One final look at your traffic and weather, Moon, coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. It's time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. All things clear. Your point forecast, dense fog, then rain, high of 47. Right now it's 40 at the Point Studio.
Hello, I'm Lefty Borton, here for you, your Valentine's 2016 holiday dating tips. Number 1, fireplaces are great, but don't get too close. Human hair is flammable. Tip number 2, a bearskin rug is romantic. Go with something dark. It'll hide most of the stains. Alcohol is key. Always check for an
Up
ID.
with your finances, and that's a shame. You're a good person, and life could put good people into bad circumstances. You need a car, so instead of selling you a car, the Auto Loan Pro is a great guy. Will help you get your life and credit back on track. Little to no money down. And the Auto Loan Pro is going to work his ass off to get you the best rate possible. Anybody can sell you a car. It takes a pro to do it right. And making a big purchase with finance, it's complicated, especially if you've had that hiccup with your finances. Now, you're thinking you're going to go to the dealership, you're going to pick something off the lot. Next thing you know, you're in a room with the finance guy, and he's just shoving papers at you. Sign this, sign this, sign this. You're confused. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Next thing you know, you're paying some outrageous rate every month. The Auto Loan Pro works with over 50 different lenders to help you get the very best financing. Financing a car, there's one thing to know. Choose the Auto Loan Pro. AutoLoanPro.com, AutoLoanPro.com.
All right, backstage at Point Fest, and for the first time playing our fantastic festival, a rock and roll band that we have come to like quite a bit in the last 6 to 9 months. Gentlemen, it's great to see you from Badflower. Welcome to St. Louis and welcome to Point Fest. It's great to have you here.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
So I
Talking into the fart mics.
Talking into the fart mics, absolutely. The first thing that I just want to like kind of cut straight to it. The song Promise Me we're playing right now, and I love it.
Thank you.
Like, I absolutely love it. When we play it, I honestly feel like it jumps out of the speakers and just, I don't know, man, I think it just sounds great, but it definitely sounds different than the first 2 singles before it. I'm assuming that was a purposeful move on you guys' part.
I think if it was up to me, Promise Me would have been the first single. But there were tactics involved and as to why we went and did it in the order that we did. And I'm glad that we did it in the order that we did because Ghost was such a huge success. And then Heroin, we didn't expect to also be such a huge success. So it was cool to sort of like seal that and now come out with our song that is way less on the rock side that everybody knows us to be. Mm-hmm. And it shows more of who we really are, which is a more diverse group.
Right. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Promise Me went #1 at Active Rock over the weekend.
Heroin
went number 1.
I was like, it did?
There we go. Hey, already screwed up this interview.
Yeah, no, Heroin is currently number 1.
We just went there. The reason that I say that is because on the alternative side of things, Promise Me is the one that we are playing right now.
Totally.
But you know, when you see those kinds of things happen, when you see, you know, the song move up the charts and see people start to play it and really react to it, as a young band, I just cannot imagine that sort of feeling. It has to be just a really rewarding thing because I'm sure it's something they've been working on for quite some time. Obviously have a lot invested in it. When you start seeing the comeback, more people at the gigs, how does that trigger in your mind?
It is rewarding, but it also like it becomes normalized really fast. And that's the thing that we didn't expect to happen, that a lot of people don't realize happens, is we never really have that moment where we're like, oh my goodness, we've made it. Look at all these things that we have. It's just sort of like you keep hitting these small tiers and small tiers and small tiers, and eventually you reach a certain point. And if you do sort of look over that cliff at all your past and everything that you sort of went through to get to that point, it's pretty impressive and it's pretty fun to look at it. But we don't spend a lot of time doing that. We just keep moving forward.
Right. Well, and I think that most bands will kind of say this similar.
Yeah, because we'll never feel like we've made it to any degree. Like there's no level of success that feels like the end or the pinnacle point. We always thought there was, you know, like in the very beginning it was, we just want to get on tour, we just want to be the support band on the tour, and then we had that. Oh, we just want to sign with a record label, then we got that. We just want to, you know, have our own fans who sing the lyrics back to our songs, we have it. Like we kept achieving these things that we wanted, and they never felt like it was the end, which is a good thing.
Right. Well, I was talking to the guys in Seether about this just a few minutes ago. Sometimes when you are writing, I've heard from those that are talented enough to write songs, which I am not one, that sometimes they don't like to listen to other things while they write because it unduly kind of influences them. Is that something?
Oh yeah, it's a real thing. As well? For sure.
Yeah.
It's not that we don't like to listen to other things, but if you do, chances are some little piece of what you've been into is going to be it's going to be in your new music. It's just the way it is. Like a little chord progression, a little lyric change, like some tiny little thing. It's going to like recycle itself into your new work.
So then do you hear that and go, I was listening to X and X at the time.
Yeah.
David Taylor Ellisville. This is the dealership that we deserve. This is the dealership that you want. And it's one that I didn't even know existed until I started working with David Taylor Ellisville on Manchester and online at taylorstlouis.com. They really... not only do they deliver just incredible service and incredible, customer service in the sales division, also with inventory and the deals that you can get, but they really deliver on helping support you and the vehicle for the entire life of the vehicle, from the sales and the deals and all that kind of stuff, and helping you, make sure you get in the vehicle that you want, but also with their service department and their auto body department that's all on the same campus, just past the sales division down the hill. They're right there. And the service department, can get you in. They can have appointments available within 3 business days for you. I don't know anybody else that can talk like that right now and make that kind of promise. The details are all there on the website. You can even schedule your appointment. I just picked up my car from service from there just a few weeks ago. And I love them down there. They are absolutely incredible, and they really go all out to make sure that everyone knows that they are the best at what they're doing. And some incredible deals going on right now. I'm driving this Gladiator Mojave version. You can have this one for 15% off right now, but you better hurry. David Taylor, Ellisville on Manchester, and online at taylorstlouis.com.
Dude, this sucks. Hey, welcome back to the farm. So a couple weeks ago, a storm blew through.
Rizzuto Show. Happy birthday, Rizz. Be careful out there. We all know how you like to party.
Boy, a weird story out of Kansas City. I don't know if you guys saw this. Days after watching a Chiefs game, 3 men found dead in their friend's backyard.
Whoa.
And they said the friend had no idea the guys were back there, dead.
What?
Yeah. So listen to this.
Weird.
So the guy who rents the property claims he had nothing to do with the 3 dead men. The guy's lawyer says his client is unaware of how his friends died and is anxiously awaiting the results of the autopsy and toxicology report. So the 3 friends came over to this guy's house on January 7th after the Chiefs game against the Chargers. So it was a Chiefs-Chargers game. The last time he saw his buddies was when they left the house and he went to bed. The lawyer says he was unaware that the friends and family were trying to locate them prior to being contacted by the police. 2 days later, a woman went searching for her fiancé, found a body on the guy's porch.
His back porch.
His back porch.
But the thing that was weird is their cars were parked out front.
Right? The whole thing is weird.
Yeah.
Kansas City Police Department said that after responding to the fiancé's call, they discovered other bodies. Quote, upon further investigation, officers located 2 other dead bodies in the backyard. No foul play was suspected. The cause of death will be determined by the medical examiner, and then an investigation by them is underway. The guy was renting the house, I guess known the friends for over 20 years. He's all busted up.
Man.
Yeah, 3 guys dead in the
Such a
backyard,
bummer.
and the guy whose house it was had no idea.
Yeah, one of the guys
Bizarre.
has 3 kids, I think, and
Yeah, did you see? So you saw the story, right?
yeah,
So
yeah. My wife was telling me about it.
no other details, right?
Not much. It's very confusing, and I guess the story's changed a few times from various people, so they're not sure what's going on. And because there's a 5th friend that he left before everyone else did.
Well,
or
and the police are
something.
saying no foul play, but 3
no
grown
drugs?
men. Well, they don't know drugs. Toxicology reports.
Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like maybe it was 3 guys getting into the same stuff, and maybe there's fentanyl in it.
Yeah, that's
You
what,
know?
because there's, according to one of the things, one of the folks involved is their drug dealer, that he's the guy that always somehow gets the drugs for him. And so I bet they were smoking weed with something
Yeah,
extra in it.
that's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a bummer.
All right, let's do sports. All right, Moon, what do you got?
Sports brought to you by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Play, stay, dine at DraftKings at Casino Queen. Braden Shen scored the game-winning goal for the Blues with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in overtime. Here is the call. Check it out.
All right, here's the call from the one and only John Kelly.
Late goal to give up, but the Blues still have a... And here comes Elias Pettersson. He runs out of real estate.
There we go.
Great job by Shinedown. Lenny with the Blues. Into the zone. Lenny waiting. And looks in front, but everybody's
It's
covered.
coming.
But he's still with it. For Shan, wide open. And he scores! Shan, the winner! In overtime. What a win by the Blues.
There we go. Excitement.
Yeah, they beat the high-flying Canucks 4-3. Jake Neighbors, Pavel Bushnevich, and Alexei Toropchenko scored for the Blues, who swept a back-to-back set for the 2nd time this season. Joel Hofer made 29 saves. They play Seattle tomorrow. Jim Harbaugh is leaving the University of Michigan to coach the LA Chargers.
Boo.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Quote, the Chargers posted to X on Wednesday. Jim Harbaugh is football personified, and I can think of no one better to lead the Chargers forward. That is what Chargers owner and chairman Dean Spano said in a statement.
Well, the original tweet they put out was, when they elect the new pope, the white smoke comes out of the chimney. They put that up there with no other no context or anything, just that. I thought that was funny.
So Jim is 60 years old. He's going to make his return to the NFL after a 9-year stint with his alma mater, where he took the Wolverines to the school's first national championship since '97. The deal between Harbaugh and the Chargers is for 5 years, according to reports. Harbaugh he has a prior relationship with the Chargers. He played quarterback for the Bolts back in 99-2000. Harbaugh has not hidden his interest in a possible return to the NFL. His brother John is a longtime coach of the Ravens. He beat Jim's 49ers in Super Bowl right after, what was it? Was it 2012?
Do you remember what they called that? That was the Harbowl. That was the two brothers on the opposite ends of the field, the Harbowl.
Just so you know, he last year he was interviewing with the Vikings, the Broncos, and the Panthers. So he's been looking to get back here.
I know the Falcons had really expressed interest in Harbaugh, and that he was supposed to go for a second interview, but it never happened.
So for the first time ever, an NFL playoff game was offered exclusively on a streaming platform. It made everybody really happy. Just kidding. Remember the Dolphins and Chiefs? They could only be nationally seen on Peacock. People were upset, but the data really worked. New data shows that plenty of folks did sign up to watch the game. They had a huge viewership, and NBC Universal said the streamers saw 2.8 million brand new signups during that weekend for the game. Only time will tell if people stick around with that subscription.
Hey, speaking of ratings, I saw this morning in STLtoday.com. So the Rams move out of town. We're all pissed off at the NFL. Are we watching? Are we watching NFL games? How are we doing in terms of watching playoff games?
I think we are.
Very good.
Are we watching the games? Watching the Chiefs specifically?
Yeah.
We are the third biggest market watching the Chiefs game
In the country.
this past Sunday.
Who's second?
Spring.
It was well, as far as viewership for the last game. The Buffalo
I see
Chiefs
what you're
game.
saying. Okay.
As far as viewership goes, it was Buffalo, Kansas City, and then St. Louis.
So we were number one outside of home team.
Outside of the home team.
Good.
So everybody that made that decision to leave is looking pretty good.
Well, and who was responsible for the Rams leaving? It was Jerry Jones was one, and so was the owner of the Chiefs.
Yeah. Really?
Who they say was looking to lock in, hey, the
St.
Chiefs
Louis.
are Missouri's team.
Yep.
The Hunt family?
It worked.
I've never heard Lamar Hunt involved in that.
Whatever.
They had a vote. It got voted down. Jerry Jones asked to reconvene a private meeting between owners, and then Jerry Jones they flipped the vote.
Here's what Dan Caesar on STL Today says. So we also know that Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, who supported the move, and Kansas City Chiefs owner Clark Hunt, who was in favor of it so his team would control Missouri, have been targets of a lesser amount of vitriol in the gateway city.
You serious, Clark?
Clark Hunt?
Travis Kelce did not throw up hard hands for Taylor Swift after scoring a touchdown during the Bills-Chiefs game. Here he is with his brother on their New Heights podcast explaining who he was actually making the hard hands to.
All right.
The celebration went wild by you with the little heart. Had to spread the love, baby. There was a lot of hate pulling up to that stadium, man. It's a football game. It's supposed to be a football game. The Bills coming into their house, they want to make it rowdy. Did it get a little disrespectful? 1,000%. I get it. You know what I mean? Coming into a hostile environment. I respect it. I just wanted to make sure it knew it wasn't mutual. I don't hate you guys like you hate us. It's all love, baby.
All love, baby.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
I think that should be your new sign-off. They hate us because they ain't us.
All right, one final
it's not
break.
ain't us, it's anus.
We'll come back, wrap her up.
So last time you saw the garage, the place was full of stuff. It was dirty, it was dingy. So this is the inside of the garage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep some of this structure here and then kind of build around it. And now look, it's a house. So now we got siding, we got windows, we even have a roof and a patio. So let me bring you guys inside. Oh, hey, you wanna come in? Let's go. It's
Bling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show. You may have struck out during the holidays. You got Valentine's Day to make up for it. Get your lover a nice piece. Yeah, that's it, lover.
That's right.
Get your lover a nice piece of jewelry from Moritz Royce Jewelry.
Moritz Royce has been rescuing bad decision makers for a long time. The redemption kings. They're very good at helping you with redemption gifts, making sure that whoever you're buying for is happy, and not just happy for a moment. We're talking about happy for a lifetime. They are the experts, after all.
Yeah, and the ethical jeweler, because I, as a man, don't really know much about jewelry. Surprise, surprise. I know a lot about other things.
I was going to say,
know a lot about everything except jewelry.
This is my 10th anniversary year, and I told Tim we got to go back to Moritz Royce and get another. I want a third ring for my stack.
Well, send him up there. That's what I did for my wife.
Oh,
like
I have.
I'm getting her like kind of stacks on top of.
That's nice.
Her ring.
They're the best.
Stacks on stacks?
Stacks on stacks, baby. This way, go a little at a time.
Mm-hmm.
She's up to her fingernails now.
That's nice.
You can't grab anything.
Yeah.
Hey, will you grab that for me?
All right, go to Moritz Royce Jewelry, ninjabling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show, where you get the jewels and not the shaft.
All right, we're here at the Burton House in Eureka, and I've been talking on the air about how they want to get rid of this almost 100-foot tree, 110-foot tree, something like that. My tree guy, Tom, he's almost 77. He's cutting this sucker down with our buddy Ryan. And I got my friend Brad over here helping out. So we're hoping it falls that way, and not that way, or that way, or that way. And I asked him, is it going to go that way? And his wisdom was, that's the plan. So we'll see.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and I got to tell you.
Say it again, but slower.
Backstage at Point Fest
At Point
with my
Fest.
dude, grandson.
Woo! How long has it been since the last Point Fest?
Oh, 2 years almost, probably. A
We
year
are
and a half, for sure.
backstage
and doing it.
at Point Fest, and we're doing it.
And
we're
it's
doing
beautiful.
it. Come rain or come shine.
All right, here, I got a first question to ask of you.
What's up?
All right.
Whoa!
I'm here for an interview with grandson. I have an interview with grandson today.
I thought that I got this one. I thought this was my interview with grandson because I thought that you had gotten to interview him before, and I had never gotten the chance to interview him.
My grandson.
You guys had 2 years to figure this out.
We sure
still
did,
have-
yeah, and we didn't.
It's as if you have a grandson tattoo.
Oh, can we get that? Can we get that zoomed? Look at that. Now that's commitment to the craft.
It is.
Requesting at your local radio station. Okay, you guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
So my question: when are you getting your grandson tattooed?
I
That's
don't
the
have any
question.
tattoos at all,
I
man.
see.
So
We'll
that-
have to change that.
So that's not even like
a lot of tattoos running around backstage at a rock show.
Okay, so that's how it happened. Lux and I had a conversation to where we said, okay, who is going to get to interview grandson this time? And I won this time.
She's won a couple in the past.
Yeah, man.
There's
Story
enough for me to go
home,
with.
and the second floor is not getting as hot as the first floor. It means your entire second floor is not properly getting airflow. So you got to call Hoppin Brothers in there, your American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer. They're going to come out, they're going to take a look-see and tell you what solutions are available to help better distribute that heat to the second floor. And have you ever had any maintenance done on your heating system yet? There are many safety issues that could arise, including carbon monoxide, gas leaks by not properly getting your system maintained each year. Schedule your maintenance today and make sure you're safely heating your home. Safe for your family, safe for everyone. And when was the last time you changed your furnace filter? Probably time to do so. Here is a friendly reminder from Hoppin Brothers and your buddy Rizz. And Hoppin Brothers, by the way, they're hiring. They're looking for HVAC pros. They got some very generous benefits, including top pay in the industry, free health, dental, vision insurance available to you and your family, up to 8% 401k company match. HoppinBros.com, HoffMann Bros.com, HoppinBros.com.
Everywhere you look at me, you can see I'm in a brace. Yeah, you got a giant halo right there on
on your face. And every time I look at you, girl, you know it's true. Yeah, you got a giant halo right there on your face. Hello, hello, hi. Howdy. Hello, hi. That was Beyonce's Halo.
Hey, it's Jeff Britton backstage at the pageant, and Nick and Peanut from 311 gracing us with their presence yet again. Thank you guys for taking the time. Appreciate it. St. Louis absolutely freaking loves you guys.
Yeah, how fast did this sell out? It sold out really
super fast.
Yeah.
Super fast.
We're stoked.
And,
we heard about that.
Yeah, so thank you for coming in, man. I was looking up, especially you, Nick, before you guys came up here, 49 turning 50 in 2020. You guys have been doing this forever, and I'm the same way. I'm 52. Just a quick story that nobody cares about. First time I ever saw you guys was like 91 in Springfield, Missouri. Blacktop of a parking lot of a place called the Regency Showcase, under a tent. No, do you remember that?
Yeah, what was that band we always used to play with there?
It wasn't Big Joe Carr, but
do I don't know, home improvement project, looking for a new bathroom or looking for a new kitchen, just a remodel. You need the money. Now, if you want to improve your home, pay off higher interest debt, finance education, or pay for other major expenses, a home equity line of credit can provide the money you need using your home's equity. Well, how do I get started with that, Rizz? Well, you call Kevin Putney, the 123 Mortgage Team, 314-862-0123. With Kevin Putney and Equity Express, the process is fast, it's secure, it's fully automated. You just take 5 minutes, you apply, you get 100% of your loan amount in as few as 5 days. Now, what about homeownership, period? Now, Kevin and the Community Promise, you could get $6,500 in down payment assistance. He wants to put homeownership within your reach. Kevin Putney and the Community Promise can provide $6,500 in down payment assistance if you live in a qualifying neighborhood in select cities. Give them a call, 314-862-0123, whether it be the home equity line of credit, the Community Promise, or maybe just refinancing. Go it local. Kevin Putney, 314-862-0123, online at 123mortgage.com. Kevin Putney, Equal Housing Opportunity, all loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage LLC, NMLS 3029, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
Tim, how are you, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, and I'm going to tell you that I did something today, and I shouldn't even bring it up that I'm doing it. Okay. I wore a shirt specifically to impress you because I was interviewing you, and,
right.
And normally I don't do that,
right?
But I did, but also too, and they can't see it, but I've got this awesome Masked Intruder shirt on, and I
love it.
Yeah, and I just figured that would be one of those bands that you would be, very cool, like. That we're a band that Rise Against played with somewhere along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we have. A Masked Intruder, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're a Fat Records band.
Yep.
And, I still consider us part of the Fat Records family. That's where we got our start. That's who first signed our band. That's how we got our wings. You know what I mean? It was because that label was so much more than just a record label. It was a family. We joined that family, and they took us under their wing, and all their bands took us under their wing. Strung Out took us out. Sick of It All took us out. The Mad Caddies took us out. No Effects took us out. That was huge. I mean, I cannot overstate how huge that was.
How is it when you're a new punk rock band winning over those audiences? That cannot be easy, especially like a No Effects crowd where they're coming to see Mike and the guys, and they're probably not going to be particularly nice.
Yes, dude, it was. I'm glad you brought that up because that was how I learned how to be a front man, was getting heckled. Yeah. Opening up for No Effects in Western Canada in the early 2000s. Those people were there to see No Effects, and there to see Fat Mike. And we don't do what No Effects does. You know what I mean? And so you had to be able to stand there and sing and entertain for 30 minutes, whether people wanted to see you or not. Opening up for Sick of It All in Germany. In the height of their European domination, though, I got beers thrown at me, I got yelled at, all that stuff. And that was moments like that. And then you'd shift to the Mad Caddies tour, and they're a ska band. And so now we're opening up for a ska band, and those people came to see them. So you had to figure out
what are we going to do here? And those were the moments where you realize this is where I put my tail between my legs and I go home and I say, this is it. I'm not meant for this. Or you kind of like clench your fists and put your head down and lean into it, you know? And that's what we did. And so those years were so important and like formative for me as a singer.
I remember reading Henry Rollins' book about those Black Flag tours. And, you know, obviously I would assume that these shows were stepped down from these old Black Flag shows, but he talks about going back to flats and like literally washing out chunks.
.org, CARPDC.org. There's a careers tab up in the left-hand corner of the website. Check it out. Become an install floor layer with the Carpenters Union. There's a massive opportunity for you or anybody that you know. Spread the word. This is an incredible career as an install floor layer with the local Carpenters Union because it's hands-on, real-life work that's lucrative, creative, meaningful. It's a career, not just a job. So if you're driving through the fog today and you're heading to a job and you know that you want more, you need more, you've been desiring more in a career, well, apply to become an install floor layer with the Carpenters Union. It's going to provide you with a peace of mind knowing that you have the most competitive health coverage and a pension for you and your family. You can apply right there on the careers page, like I mentioned, carpdc.org. And once you get started, you start making money right away. As you learn, you earn. Begin your new career today. The careers page, top left corner of the website, carpdc.org. That's CARPDC.org.
All right, Point Fest 2022. It is Liv, and I am so excited. As you know, this is one of my favorite bands ever. The Struts, gentlemen, thank you so much.
That was
Thank
a
you for being
lovely
here.
introduction.
So
Thank
excited. So to start, I actually have a prop because I met you guys several years ago. It was backstage at a show, and Luke, you had disappeared for a moment, and I missed an autograph on my favorite piece of merch ever.
Here we go. There's a badge on your bag as well with the Struts on.
So,
the flag. The flag.
if you would be so kind,
Of
my friend.
course. Do you have a pen?
I do.
Fantastic. Of course I will.
That's been waiting there
Since
in
2019.
anticipation.
It's been on my wall, and I'm like,
Oh, it's a
damn
big
it, I
day.
don't have Luke.
Seize the opportunity.
Exactly. I have you guys hostage, so I kind of had to. Thank you so very much.
Pleasure. I'm sorry I didn't sign it
You
before.
had a show to get ready for. That's
I was
totally
getting
fine.
ready. Oh,
you
that
were,
makes
you
sense.
were. You didn't just like bail on me.
No. Okay.
So we got the Struts here. You guys have a lot of new things going on this year. You got a new label. You got a new logo. You got a new single, which I can only assume is there a new album in the
Where are my
works?
dudes at? Yes, I see King Scott, I see Rafe. Those are my dudes, and my husband even. We all go to Victory Men's Health. The Town and Country location is where you can find any of us at any given point. And actually, my buddy Brian and I were talking earlier, and he was like, we were talking about, seasonal affective disorder and how days like today where it's just like totally foggy, it can really get you down. And he went to Victory Men's Health and he got himself some vitamins to help with the deficiencies. And so he said, actually, the D3 vitamin from Victory Men's Health is helping for days like today. So I'm just going to put that out there. That's a testimony from my friends. They want to help you with, vitamin deficiencies, hormone optimization, sexual health, weight loss, red light therapy, and anything else that maybe has come up in your life. Life is short. You need to be living your most authentic, healthy, and best life. And Victory Men's Health is here for you in the St. Louis area to make sure you're doing that on a cellular level. You get an appointment on the books. They take some blood from you. They tell you what's going on, and then they help you with whatever is up. Okay, make your appointment today. VictoryMen'sHealth.com.
All right, here we are backstage, Wayback Point Fest, with the boys from Lit. Gentlemen, how are you? It's great to see you again.
Doing great. Good to see you guys.
Okay, first and foremost, I hear that there is illness sweeping through the Lit camp. Can we confirm, deny, what's going on?
I'd rather not use the word sweeping through because it's just one guy at the moment. And luckily, we're at the tail end. We got like less than a week left of the tour.
Man, so you're hanging on.
We've been out for over 10 weeks, or about 10 weeks, and that's not bad. And
logistical question for those of us that have never had to do this. And obviously, the advent of the urgent care probably changes the game a little bit. Yeah. But when you guys are in East Lansing or wherever the hell, and you're nowhere near home. Somebody gets sick. It gets to the point where you're like, we got to do something. What do you do?
We have doctors we can call, and they'll phone in a prescription. I'm surprised he didn't do that today.
Yeah.
Make it things hard on himself.
That's all right.
It is Labor Day. Thanks, Christian.
Well, so new album is out as we speak.
Yeah,
correct?
Album's out.
I find it very interesting to me, and it seems as though the reviewers are the first ones to point out how different a record is, where the fans, and I've seen you guys even talk about this, go, no, man, our fans know that our music is a part of everything. We do a little bit of everything. So it seems like the reviewers are more surprised than the actual fans are, yes?
Yeah, I think usually for me, we were just talking about that. Of course.
I'm glad it wasn't me.
Usually, and he answers the phone.
Right, that's like he's doing.
I was going to say, the naysayers usually are the ones that haven't.
It's off now.
Let me see that phone. Yeah. There it is. You just totally almost a hard drop. Are we going to edit this? Or are we just going to?
No, we're going to keep it in, man. This is how it goes.
I mean, usually people that have kind of been out of the loop over the course of the last 18 years, 20 years, and then they hear a new song. It doesn't matter if it's like, to me, I use the analogy, like looking back at pictures of your friends 20 years ago, or like hanging out with the group you hung out with and the things you did and the things you wore, and then fast forward 20 years, you're going to be shocked by what you see. You're going to be like, oh, Jesus, I haven't seen you in forever. The fans that have followed along, they've kind of been along with the growth of the band, and although this new record has taken a little bit of a turn, it's stuff that we as a band have been indulging in over the past almost 10 years, and writing in Nashville and recording in Nashville, and so the country music sort of community has had a big influence on our new record. But at the same time, it's when you watch us live today, you'll see it's very much a rock band still. We're not claiming to be a country band. We're not claiming, we're not disowning our fans. We're still, we still play all. We still play a lot of.
And it's time to take advantage of Zero Rez's best deal of the year. Carpet style rugs, upholstery, basically every surface in your home can be Zero Rezified. So it's time to call the pros. Zero Rez, let's get this done. And don't forget about your air ducts. Probably never had those cleaned out. It's gross up there. When you get the air ducts cleaned out, it's going to help with the allergies, or if you have somebody in the house with asthma. You're going to enjoy less dust, lower energy bills. Your home's going to stay cleaner longer. True, facts. And don't DIY it because, Zero Rez is safe. It's effective. They have a 4.9 rating on Google with over 5,100 reviews. And the Zero Rez Gotta Love It guarantee makes it easy to get what you pay for. Go ahead, get clean. Don't miss the steal. 3 rooms, Zero Rezified, starting at $119. And don't forget about those air ducts. This month, take $50 off when you get your air ducts Zero Rez clean. Call Zero Rez right now, 314-474-2020, or book online anytime, ZeroRezSTL.com, and say you want the Rizz Show special. Spell forward or backward, it spells the same. It's Zero Rez.
Backstage at Point Fest, and this is, I gotta say,
Donnie Fandango is next. Our wrap-up is sponsored by
Jack in the Box, Jack Wraps. A little bit of healthy, a little bit of indulgence, only at Jack.
All right, don't forget, Tuesday is Rizz Show night at the Blues game. Still some tickets left. We want to see you out there. Get that Rizz Show night T-shirt. Portion of the proceeds benefit Operation Food Search, 1057thepoint.com for all the details. And Rizz Show live tickets go on sale tomorrow. A whole new uncensored cluster F of a show. March 2nd pageant. Tickets officially on sale 10 a.m. tomorrow. Must be 21 or older. If you're a Team Rizz member, check your inbox. If nothing's there from us, keep refreshing. I have a feeling something may be coming over soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. Thanks to Yingling for helping to present Rizz Show Live. Moon, today's podcast is titled...
Scott, what's the title today?
Today's podcast is titled Clean Your Balls After Every Hole.
And that's a lesson that could be taken, I mean, any which way.
Accompanies you through life in all sorts of situations.
And that is something that you just probably, follow.
Rules to live by.
And that is a lesson worth learning. Yeah. All right, Moon, what else?
Can You Feel the Punk Tonight? May 11th, 2 shows, 3 p.m., 8 p.m., family friendly. Although you don't have to have family, you can come alone, and it will be a blast. So make sure you get tickets, though. May 11th at the pageant. Can you feel the punk tonight? And a brand new Story of the Gear episode drops today at 5 p.m. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel.
Learn.
Follow me on the socials, Learn versus Radio. My band's playing out free places and places that it's going to cost you money, and you can follow it all. I just shared something, Learn versus Radio. Thanks.
Moon Monster Jam.
That's right.
Saturday, Pit Party.
I'm going to be at the Pit Party 2:30. The show starts at 7. They're doing Monster Jam on Saturday and Sunday. This is a super fun family event. My whole family is coming. Like, I'm bringing the whole group. It is a yearly tradition for us. So come visit. If you're going if you're going down to the Pit Party, or you were thinking about it, make sure you do. Come by, say hello. We're going to have a whole bunch of point giveaways as well. It's on the dirt with the trucks, talking to the drivers.
Rafe,
get you in one of them trucks, man.
I know.
Yeah. Say hi to Corey Ramo for me.
Oh yeah. Follow me for wholesome family content on Instagram at IamRafeWilliams.com on Instagram.
Oh, your buddy's stopping by tomorrow.
Yeah, Ryan Beck is stopping by tomorrow, who is a very funny dude from St. Louis, native St. Louisan, moved to New York, very successful comic, and he's coming back. He'll be in at 8 o'clock, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah, Funny Bone this weekend?
He's at St. Charles Funny Bone this weekend. And then, check out Don't Tell Comedy Site. There's a secret show Saturday night with secret headliners. So if you're not doing anything, check that out, too.
Scott.
Awesome. Yeah, follow me on socials at King Scott Rules and help me become the first person to have over 1 million followers on Venmo. And it's only $1 follow, so it's a very fun thing to achieve here. Let's try it.
All right. Don't forget Craig's Freak of the Week. Vote for that via Twitter at RIZZ Show. If you missed Learn reading any of the ads, 3 brand new ones, go back to the podcast and listen. Friday Fail Stories tomorrow. Rafe's In Memoriam. We'll give out the rest of our prizes. Good, easy Friday tomorrow. Anything else?
No.
All right. We leave you with a selection from our